the tornado threat. We've got a 10% hatched risk today in and around places like Nashville, Tennessee, Memphis, up there towards Bowling Green, Kentucky, even down there into the Florence, Huntsville area, Tupelo, Mississippi. Now, we actually already had a tornado today up there near Florence. That was visible on HazCams, which you can see in the WeatherWise app, which was pretty crazy. And that was just one of our pre-storms. So we're really not into the heating of the day yet. We're not completely unstable yet. And once we get there and the storms start taking advantage of that environment, we expect that there's going to be more possibilities for big storms capable of producing tornadoes today. So once again, the 10% hatched risk area, that's where we expect to see tornadoes potentially producing EF2 to EF5 damage. Now, I'm not expecting a huge outbreak or anything, but what I am expecting is a couple of, maybe numerous tornadoes, and a couple of those are actually probably going to be strong. We're going to be watching these cells when they first pop up, especially right around the Mississippi River. Okay, that's where I think we've got the best ingredients for potential tornadoes today. And then once we get past the Mississippi River and we start moving more towards Middle Tennessee and more eastern portions of Mississippi and more south central portions of Kentucky, that's where I think that we're going to start focusing a little bit more on a linear storm mode. Okay, and our big threat's going to become embedded, maybe weaker tornadoes and much stronger straight line damaging winds in there. So the 10% risk does go all the way up into my neck of the woods. This is one of the first times in a while that the Weather House has been under a 10% risk of tornadoes. It's not hatched up here because the risk is coming mostly from non-supercellular activity. The same thing can be said about Somerset and London. The Yellow Squad's in Somerset and London right now. We've got people down there. We've talked to a lot of you. And we know that you're watching, and we know that you're scared, and we know that you're worried about today. Obviously, we want to promote caution, and we want you to be concerned, and we want you to take the alert seriously. But I do think it's important that I say that I don't think we're going to have a repeat of the other night in Somerset or London today, okay? So there's no reason to be scared. Just be prepared and have some place to go. That's a safe place if there's some sort of severe weather alert tonight. And I do think that is possible, okay? So we'll be keeping an eye on you. It's going to be much later before the storms get there. And then Lexington, you guys are in that as well, Louisville. But once again, I think our main focus area is going to be the western side of this 10% hatched risk. That's, at least in my opinion, Memphis and over there towards Clarksdale, Jackson, Dyersburg. I think we're going to be paying an extra attention to you right when this thing first starts. And then as the threat shifts over to a wind-driven threat more so than a tornado threat, I think we're mostly going to be focused on the Nashville area, Huntsville, Chattanooga. We've got a good chance of seeing damaging winds tonight in Cookeville, Jamestown, Monticello, and then we do have a good chance of seeing some damaging winds tonight in Somerset and London and Corbin as well. So it's going to be an active day of severe weather. Everybody in the enhanced risk is likely going to get hit in some fashion, but the tornado threat, I think, is going to be maybe a little bit more isolated than the wind threat. So that's the gist. Oh man, I had the models pulled up, but now they're not pulled up no more. Hold on, let's take a quick tour here around these warnings. I want to check out this one. This storm down here in Arkansas is already looking pretty nasty. Corey Gherkin and Brandon Kopic's on that right now. So by the way, those guys are visible now in the WeatherWise app as well. If you guys want to track them with the radar in real time, they're on there. But this is the severe thunderstorm warning that we have right now for Lonoke County and Jefferson County in Arkansas. It's rotating a little bit, so we are going to be keeping an eye on that. But for now, the main threat's going to be hail and wind as this storm goes south of Coy and Allport. Okay, so get ready out there in Coy and Allport. In areas to the south and east of there in Arkansas. Once again, these cells are rotating. but nothing too concerning just yet on the tornado front. But those are going to get much stronger as they go off to the east. And in fact, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning that takes us all the way out there into Jefferson, Monroe, and Prairie counties in Arkansas. Once again, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning, and we want you to take shelter indoors and away from windows. And this is our view of it right now. We've got 3 storm chasers. 3 storm chasers on this storm right now. What is going on with that spinning R, son? All right. Real quick, YallBot's going to read me what you guys are talking about in the chat so I can get an idea of what I need to talk about next while I fix whatever's going on there.
All right, Ryan, put down that weather mobble for a sec. The chat's still a whirlwind of concern for Kentucky and Tennessee, with London, Kentucky basically sending an SOS. They've had enough, apparently. And Clarksville, Tennessee, wondering if they should just build an ark. We're also seeing a lot of folks in Illinois lighting up the chat. And yes, critically, we're still getting reports that NOAA radio transmitters are down in multiple areas, including Middle Tennessee, Louisville, and NWS Birmingham's area, so good thing they have you, their favorite human weather radio. For everyone else asking if a rogue supercell is going to personally visit their prize-winning petunias today, Ryan's painting the bigger, slightly more ominous picture for y'all.
Yeah, I'll be your personal NOAA weather radio today. They have planned maintenance. I think it's the Birmingham office and the Middle Tennessee office that we don't have. We're not going to have NOAA weather radio today, which is actually really unfortunate. Because I mean, I don't know why we would do this in May, but here we are. But yeah, your NOAA weather radio won't work today. If you're in Tennessee, a good portion of the middle of Tennessee and down there towards Birmingham. But that's all right because we've got other ways of getting warnings. We'll be live all day today, and you can count on us here as the storms come together. And speaking of storms, we've got a pretty good one here coming together south and east of Little Rock, coming over towards Stuttgart in Arkansas. So that's what we've been taking our time here with and looking at here recently over the past couple of minutes. And I want to take a tour to some of these other storms that are popping up too, because there's a bunch of them. Clarendon and Sumter counties in South Carolina, you guys are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. We've got a big storm coming over towards Gable and New Zion and Tuberville. So we want you to get indoors and away from windows over here, as we might have some small hail coming in over the next little bit, maybe up to 1 inch hail actually before the storm's done in New Zion. So make sure you guys are getting away from windows over there. And check this out. This is what our storm looks like right now in areas south and east of Little Rock. Okay, so it does have a little bit of a lowering on it. We are watching the potential for a tornado warning on this storm in the near future. It's not going to happen maybe right now or anything, but it could happen in the near future. So we're going to keep a very close eye on Corey Gherkin and Brandon Kopic's feed here. Once again, they're also visible in the WeatherWise app, which is free if you guys want to go download that, iOS or Android. Okay, we're going to keep an eye on that, and storms are already firing up all over the place. I'm getting drug all over the map here as we're getting new warnings in. Here's one, by the way, near Knoxville, Tennessee. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Anderson, Tennessee, Knox, Morgan, and Roane County in Tennessee. This is going to bring about 60-mile-per-hour winds over the next 32 minutes, and we actually have a tornado possible tag on this because there is some rotation. You guys see this right here? If you're on your WeatherWise app and you're following along, if you want to flip over to Velocity, you'll see this right here next to Blair. Some slightly red colors indicating winds going away from the radar, and some green colors indicating winds going towards the radar, and that means that we've got some counterclockwise rotation here that might actually be a problem in the near future. So get ready in Oak Ridge in Tennessee. This is a dangerous storm, and we don't want to play around with it. We want to get indoors and away from windows. Yeah, that's going to be a good one over there. Also, guess what? The Weather House The weather house is going to have some storms today.
But you're not
We've got
even in the
a
tornado
big
watch,
time
so they
severe
believe that
thunderstorm
storms
warning
will
out
stay
here
to your
for a
north.
lot of eastern Kentucky
looks
right
to be
now.
the
In fact,
case
there's a
this
storm
time.
going through
You might not
London,
get
Kentucky right now at this very moment. This
Storms
is
may just
round
stay
one,
off to
okay?
your
So if
north.
you're watching this,
There will be another chance
and
for
you heard me
storms
talk about like our
very late
severe weather
tonight,
threats
likely near
today
midnight,
in and around Somerset and
maybe
London,
even as late as
just
1
know
a.m.
that what we're experiencing
But
right
those
now
will
is
likely
round one.
be
We're going to have
weaker than
another
this line.
round later. So don't let your guard down. After this is done,
there's another special
more
weather
storms are going to be
statement for this
coming
storm,
from
50
western
mile
Kentucky
winds there.
as we go into this evening. So
Not looking like
this,
much of a
this right
rain
here is
shower now.
mostly
Now
just
it's looking more like
wind
a
and a little bit of hail.
storm here.
But it looks like it might get stronger
Like
as
I
it
said,
moves
to Ben,
east. So
a
we
rain
need to get ready
shower,
in
I mean, I'm
Jackson
not
and
wrong.
Hazard over here in eastern Kentucky. Okay,
these are
it'll be
producing
at
rain.
Pikeville in maybe about an hour and a half.
At least I
to
hope.
2 hours.
I hope they're producing
Let's go
rain
check
or
in on that
something's really
newest
wrong with
warning.
our radar.
We did just get a new severe thunderstorm
another
warning
one warned
in
for 50 mile an hour winds as well. Special
Arkansas
weather
here. This is for
statements.
Lonoke, Monroe, and Prairie counties. Carlisle and Hazen is included in this, okay? So we want to get indoors
Yeah, gonna have to start
and we
watching
wanna
these
stay away
red
from
and greens
windows
a little bit closer
and all that
now.
good stuff. There's not
We're
much of a
getting closer
tornadic
to the
threat with
time
this
frame of
particular
when these
storm that's
storms
coming up
may
towards
try to start
Interstate
rotating.
40 between
gonna have to start
DeVal's
watching these
Bluff
little-
and
is that a
Carlisle.
left
A new
split?
tornado
That's a
warning
left
has been
risk of
issued.
seeing some 1-inch hail and some 60-mile-per-hour
And I
winds.
bet that's a tornado warning in
Now,
Tennessee.
checking back in on our
Tornado
Stuttgart
warning
storm
for
here. This is
A new
Southeast
tornado
definitely
warning has been issued.
one of our
Tennessee,
more interesting-looking
Anderson County
storms,
in East
and I
Tennessee,
would watch
Central
out for a
Iowa.
potential
in
tornado
East
warning
Tennessee,
in the near
Northeastern
future
Rowan
here
County
with this
in
one.
East Tennessee,
Also, we just got a
Anderson,
tornado warning,
Knox,
by the way,
Morgan,
in
and
Tennessee
Rowan
for
County
that
in
storm
Tennessee.
that's coming up towards
In Iowa
Knoxville.
too.
Okay, so the area of rotation that we
At
were
the
just
same
looking at, I just told you
A
guys
new
to go over to
tornado
WeatherWise
warning has been issued.
and check this out.
So this
This
rotation is really
now
broadened
a reality.
out
We've got a
quite
tornado
a bit.
warning for Knoxville, Tennessee.
That's the one in Iowa.
Tornado warning
So
for
this
northwestern
includes
Scott
Anderson,
County
Knox,
in East
Morgan, and
Central
Roane
Iowa,
County in
northeastern
Tennessee.
Muscatine
Tornado
County
warning.
in
Take
East
shelter
Central
now.
Iowa,
This is going to
southwestern
impact
Clinton
places
County
like
in
Oak
East Central
Ridge
Iowa,
and
Clinton,
Blair. So right here's the
Muscatine, and Scott
rotation.
County in
If
Iowa.
it continues on its
Pretty
on its
surprised
current
they warned
trajectory,
us,
which
'cause
is
the
pretty much
velocity signature is
east northeast,
actually dying
it's going to go
out.
by Scanlon,
It's
Orchard
still
View,
there, but
Kalita,
it's compared to what it
Allingham,
was
Oak
when we
Hills
first pointed
Estates.
it out near
We've got to
Oakdale,
get ready in
back
Batley
here.
and Oak Ridge
It has
over here
since
towards
started to
Jackson
die out.
Square as well.
But tornado
And
warning
then Emory
for Oak
Hills,
Ridge and
Hall
Tennessee.
Ridge Park,
Little surprised that
Birchfield
wanted
Heights,
a warning. but
Edgemore,
better safe than
Valley
sorry.
View
So they
Heights,
decided to
Spring Hill,
tornado warn that.
Washington
Make sure you're in
Heights,
your safe spot,
all
Oak
the
Ridge
way over here
in
towards
Tennessee.
the greater Knoxville area. So if you are in Knoxville,
All
Tennessee,
these up here
Powell,
have
Halls
stayed
Crossroads,
below
Fountain
tornado
City,
warning
or any
limits
of these
there.
places, you are under a tornado warning, and we would
wanna go
would
back up
encourage you
here
to take
in
shelter now.
Iowa.
We don't have any confirmation of a tornado being down. We've got some rotation visible on radar, and sometimes this signature
that
can lead to a
CC's there
tornado.
on the
So
last
it's
scan.
best
Okay,
to
so we know that's
heed this
not
warning and take
from
shelter
the
now.
radar
We'll
beam.
be in
So
that
what
shelter
we're
for the
gonna do
next
is we're gonna open a new
43
radar site.
minutes.
We're gonna
Okay,
go
so
get
stay in
some
there. Now we
ZDR
also got a
values
tornado
on
warning
that.
and all in Iowa.
to see if that
Holy
may be
smokes.
a CC drop in
All the way up
Iowa.
here in Iowa, we've got some storms going on around that central area of low pressure that's
First
driving
tornado
all
of
of
the day
this.
might
And
just
there's
be
a
in
little bit of
general
rotation
thunderstorm
here for
risk.
sure. Right
Well, actually, no,
between
we had a tornado in
Davenport
Alabama
and
earlier.
Durant. Now, this
Never mind.
warning does not include
Yeah, that
Davenport
is,
or Durant, but it
that
does
is
include Walcott. It does include Maysville,
possibly a
and it
tornado.
includes Long Grove.
I
all
believe
right.
that is a
So
tornado on
this
the ground.
is
So
a
second
live look
tornado of the day. Because
right
we had the
now
one in Alabama
at that
about
storm
an hour
as it
before
comes
we
into
started.
Iowa.
So the second tornado warning.
Okay, so
Really?
this
Of
is
the
what it looks
day,
like
and
right
the,
now
the second
in
tornado
Iowa,
here is gonna
near
be
Maysville, where the
out
storm is
in
coming
Stockton.
towards.
Our first one was back
So
over Waterloo,
if you are in
Alabama earlier
the
today.
path of this storm in Clinton, Iowa, Muscatine, Iowa, or Scott
Yeah.
counties in
Wait,
Iowa,
I wonder if this
we
is
want
which
you to
one was
take
issued
shelter.
first?
Put as many walls between you
They
and
were
the outside
issued
world
almost
as
at the
possible.
same time. So
And,
we had this storm that
once
stayed
again,
tornado
get
one the
to
whole time.
that lowest floor. We don't want to be in an
But I
RV
wonder what-
or
I
a
mean,
mobile home.
You know,
We
I'm
would
gonna have to
rather
go
be
to
in a site-built,
the
sturdy
NWS
building.
to figure out
Now,
which
coming
one
back
is
down
our
to
second
Tennessee,
tornado
this
warning
is what it
storm
looks
of the
like
day.
in Knoxville right now. We've got a camera, thanks to
Really?
the Cyclone Port network, on top of a building here, looking
It's
out
literally gonna
towards
be like a second
the cell
difference.
as it forms. So that's what it looks like out there in
I don't
Tennessee
even
right
know
now,
if there's a
which
difference.
is
I can't even
under
tell.
a
It's a tie.
tornado warning.
They were
Oak
issued
Ridge,
at, like, the
Tennessee is under a
exact same
tornado warning.
time.
The rotating part of the storm is actually going to go
A new
right
tornado
towards this.
warning has been issued.
And then this
This
new
looks to be
tornado
a
warning
quick
like
tornado
right now,
on the ground here in Iowa.
Little Rock,
Very,
or
very
I'm sorry, not in
brief
Little
tornado,
Rock,
likely
but
already
near
lit.
Little
Where?
Rock, where we had that
Near
severe
Stockton,
thunderstorm warning
Iowa.
that we're watching. That will probably have a tornado warning
So we've now
associated
had
with it at
3
some point
tornado warning
here.
storms
But right
today,
now, it's just
and
not
2 of them have already
rotating
produced
enough.
tornadoes.
Has been issued.
But man, these storms up there in the cold
This is in a
core
general thunderstorm risk.
are
where we
really
Yeah.
have
tough.
our
Here's
second tornado of the
Menard
day
and
on the
Sangamon
ground here.
counties
A
in
new
Illinois
tornado
are
warning
now
has
under
been
a
issued.
tornado warning. There's a storm chaser up here, so we're going to
I
pull
believe
him
that's
up.
going to be our third. Nope, our fourth and
My
fifth.
goodness, y'all. Tornado warning
Wow,
now
our
for
fourth
Menard
and
and
fifth
Sangamon
tornado
County
warning of the
in
day right
Illinois.
there.
This is to the west of Springfield.
Central Illinois.
Fuck,
So
you
if
almost
we've
made
got
me
anybody
say it.
watching,
County in
if you know
central
somebody
Illinois,
in
Menard
Springfield,
and
call them,
Sangamon
let them know what's up
County
here.
in
We've got a tornado warning. Wouldn't be
Tornado
surprising to
warning
me if
for
some people
Southeastern
didn't.
Rock Island
You
County
know,
in
Hey,
it wouldn't be
northwestern
surprising to me if
Illinois.
some people were
Northeastern
surprised
Mercer
by
County in
this.
northwestern Illinois.
So
West Central Henry
we want to make
County
sure
in
everybody
but I'm
northwestern
saying it's
Illinois.
cool.
understands and knows
Mercer
that we've got
You
a
want
serious
to-
situation on
County
our
in
hands.
Illinois.
How did that warrant a tornado warning? This
Not
isn't
even gonna lie
even
to you, I said
rotating
that a
on
lot.
radar. There is no rotation here on
So
radar.
take shelter now
There
in
must have been
the
a
greater
report or something.
Springfield,
I
Illinois area.
I don't see a.
Where
lick
my
of
dad
rotation
lives in
there.
Springfield, so that's
There
why
is
I'm
another-
worried.
God.
What the
Another
fuck is
tornado
going
warning
on with the
over here in
tornado
Henry,
warning?
That is a .2
Mercer
interrupt
and Rock
signature.
Island counties in Illinois.
This is likely
So we
a
need you to take
rotation of
shelter
about
now
10
up
miles
here as
per
well.
hour.
Now
So
the rotation on both of these
that's
storms
barely,
in Illinois is
barely,
not
barely
very
rotating.
robust, but it is still something that we need to keep an eye
over
on, especially
Berlin
right here near
in
Sherrard.
Illinois, but it warranted
We've got a
tornado
nice
warning.
little
That's our
area of
fifth
rotation moving up
tornado
towards
warning
Sunny Hill
storm
and
of the day.
Brookline.
Hey,
This
Jefferson,
one
one
here,
So yeah,
pizza?
south
lots
of
going
Coal
on right
Valley,
now.
Going into Coal Valley is also tornado warned.
Lots going on out there
Here.
across
So we're up
I'll
to
share some
4
pizza with
tornado
you if you
warnings
want some.
active right
Illinois
now.
and down into
Garlic
portions of Arkansas.
All of them
Well,
are
it's got
very
garlic in it.
weak. This
So
one
fucking
just
good.
lifted over Walcott.
Sorry, I'm
and
just looking
Stockton.
around here trying to see,
All
make sure we've
the-
got everything
all
covered.
These, other warnings, very, very weak
Hey,
areas
I'll
of
even throw in
rotation.
some
Check out
extra
this
sauce
multi-view.
for you. Some of my extra special sauce
I think we got everything covered.
that I only
Yeah,
give
very,
to
very
my closest of friends.
That's a very weak region of rotation going into Oak Ridge, but you still want to be seeking shelter. That's in Tennessee. Barely even
It's white.
a pixel of
it's
rotation
white and
here
spicy.
going
Fuck.
towards Pleasant Plains, Illinois. Being
If
your
you're just
safe
now tuning
spot.
in, we're doing severe
And then up
weather
here,
coverage here. We've already
this
got a bunch of
just
tornado warnings in place.
finished
We've got a bunch
producing
of
a
severe
tornado.
thunderstorm
Tornado likely
warnings in
just
place,
lifted
and we're
near
just kind of
Stockton
jumping back and forth between
in
all of them
Iowa.
as new information comes in.
This is getting a little bit stronger on that newest scan. You could see when they first warned it, it was pretty weak. Then it got stronger.
By the
and
way,
now it is a little bit
This
stronger.
the speed
so
above
that,
my head here,
that could
Richard
drop the
Sample.
Yeah.
That's he's on that
as it goes
Springfield,
towards Coal
Illinois
Valley,
tornado warning. So
Quad
we're going to be able to
Cities
see the tornado
International
if
Airport
it actually
there
comes out of this, and
in
it looks like
northwest
it looks like that's
Illinois.
actually trying pretty
So
hard
if you're
to
in any of the
produce.
tornado warnings, make sure you're in your safe spot. Even
So
though
once
all
again,
of them
if you're
look to
near
have weak
Springfield,
rotation,
Illinois, you
they
got to take
could
shelter now. We just got a
still
new severe
produce
thunderstorm
tornadoes.
warning
They are all
for
tornado
portions
warned
of
there.
Missouri, Poplar Bluff. You guys are now under a severe thunderstorm warning, and we
What?
want you to get indoors and away from windows. So this is what that storm looks like right now.
The one
This
I'm-
one
yeah.
the
is
only
rotating
one
a
I'm
little
really
bit, so we're going to have
surprised
to
that they
watch it.
warned
But
is
for
that
the
one in
most
central
part,
Illinois. I'm
we're
very
not too
surprised that it's warranted
concerned
a warning.
about the rotation here. It's
The
just
one
going to
in
be
Knoxville
a pretty big
surprised me a
storm in
little bit,
terms
but
of
this one,
the
that's
the hail and the
barely
wind. We're
even
talking about
rotation
1-inch
there.
hail and 60-mile-per-hour
Like I
winds
said, they had to have a
coming up towards
report.
Wilby,
I'm
Hillard,
very
and
confident
Keeners.
They
This
probably got a report
it
of
doesn't necessarily include
something.
all of the
Someone
greater
said that
Poplar
the
Bluff area. It's mostly on the
tornado in
northwest side.
2007 was an EF6.
Rotation trying to come together here north of Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
And then
Extremely weak right now.
No.
But you can see that does have a super
So
cellular
get
shape to
indoors
it.
and
No
away from
hook
windows
echo or
out there
anything
in
like
Poplar
that,
Bluff. If I
nothing-
zoom
nothing
out
that
here and we
crazy,
just
but a
take a
little
look
bit
at
of-
everything, we've got a bunch of storms
you wanna know
popping up
something
over here
funny
in the
that's in
Boothill
my
area of
comment section
Missouri.
on my
A lot of
TikTok
these are
page?
about to go severe
Whenever I post
warned.
something
And if I
about the
flip
weather-
over to
No,
velocity,
no.
they are all rotating a little bit. So we do
Now
have
that
somewhat of
one-
a tornado threat
That one, on the other
all
hand,
across the Mississippi River
that
Valley
one
here.
might
No,
be.
someone
It's time to
said
start getting
that-
ready in West
tornado.
Tennessee as these storms are kind of
You
ganging
see
up on
if
y'all.
Jefferson.
Yeah,
Every
and,
time I
you know, the
post
farther
about
south we
weather
go,
on
the
my
more
TikTok page,
concerning these storms
there's always
look
that
in
one
terms of
kid
their
that says
rotating
my-
a little bit
aspects.
more
town
Wow, look
dramatic
at
was
this.
hit
Yeah, all
by
of these
an
have really healthy
EF10
inflows. Look at
multiverse
the
one of the
supercell
dead man
to the
walking
south and west of
supercell.
Lynn. This
7-mile
thing is
wide
cranking
Arkansas.
into the surface here. If we flip over to velocities,
rotation.
that
just
is
started
a sign of a
sparking up. Actually,
supercell
it
that's
was
growing
a
really
little bit
fast.
strong there
And I
at one
told
So,
Lil bro, no one's
man,
believing.
this is something that we're going to have to watch
Breaking
here
up now.
as the
Stop
storms
trying.
continue
We'll see
to
what that has on
mature.
the next scan.
Now, the storm that
At first thought it was corruption,
Brandon
but it
Kopic
is seen by
and
both the
Corey
I'm gonna
Gerken
say it.
and
I'm gonna
these guys
fucking
are
say
on
it
the
right
right
now.
seeing here.
In nearly the exact
This is
Shit has hit
also
the fan
trying to
officially.
rotate. It's rotating a little bit more aloft right now,
Yeah, I thought it was
than it
corruption
is
too,
at the
Kevin.
surface.
That's why I looked at the
So,
Memphis radar.
That's something to keep in mind. If that
You see the
rotation that we're
Memphis radar
seeing
Spit in your
from a
mouth.
distance
little bit more
up at the top of the
clearly
cloud
it
kind of
might be
translates
scanning
down to the
through
surface,
some
then this is probably going
of
to
the
try to produce a
filter,
tornado
but it's
as it
looking
moves up
nearly
past
clearly at
Stuttgart
it.
I'll spit in
in
your
The Little
shit
Rock
lips.
one, it might have some corruption.
Arkansas.
Because it's looking through a
It's been a long week, y'all.
I need
Got
help,
about
don't
4
I?
hours of
and
sleep
it's
last
looking
night.
through into the
So
hook
we're doing all right, I think.
but definitely rotation,
Ryan, check
at
this
least
out from the
in
chat.
maybe the upper
Frank,
level
who
or even
mentions
getting
they're
a
a
little bit closer to the
meteorologist, says
surface.
they
So
use the WeatherWise
we're gonna watch that
app all
closely.
the time. They also added
Just
that
be
funds
close to
are
your
a
safe
bit
spot
tight
if you
for the
are
y'all
near this
bonus
area.
features.
Barson,
Awesome to hear a fellow
Wick Mill,
meteorologist is a fan and using the app.
Pine Tree, Arkansas.
Yeah, well, thank you, Frank, for
Yeah, it looks like that
you know,
might be
complimenting,
breaking up right
the app,
now.
and that's the great thing about the
Still some
WeatherWise app. It's
velocities
free,
there,
and
though.
only the little extra stuff that's not necessary are
we'll need
behind
to
the
keep an eye on
premium
that.
thing. So I'm glad that you're liking it, and it sounds like a lot of you guys are liking it. If you're just now tuning
I
in,
don't
we
see
got a
anything
severe
with these
thunderstorm warning for
storms. I wanna go
Stuttgart
to,
in
Bitch, bitch,
Um,
bitch, 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 bitch,
These
bitch,
severe
bitch.
Arkansas,
Stanley.
daggone it. And
Yeah,
we're
radar
watching the
I'm gonna go check
rotating part of the storm
Kentucky
really
again.
come together here near the
Still
town
more
of
possible.
Humphrey.
Again, this is kind of like a
Once again, Humphrey,
QLCS
we
spin
need
up
you to
threat.
Faggot.
get in your safe spots
Not
away from
expecting
windows.
any
We're not
strong
necessarily
jump out of that.
too worried right now about the
That's
the
trying to
tornado
tighten back
aspect,
up again
but
in
it does
Oak
look like it's
Ridge
trying to ramp up a
on
little
that
bit as it
newest
moves
scan,
farther to
Oak
the
Ridge,
east.
Tennessee.
So we're going to keep a very close eye on
Velocity's
it
trying to tighten
as it
back up
continues to do that.
again. You can see a little bit of a hook now starting to form off of that tornado warning.
All right, let's go check out that
So
new
Clinton,
severe
Knoxville,
thunderstorm
Tennessee
warning
being
in
your safe spot. We'll
Kentucky.
go
These
check the
storms are
ones in
getting awfully
Illinois,
close
see
to
if
me,
those look
y'all.
any better. Like I said,
right
they had to
now
get a
in
report
Kentucky,
of something
we've
to
got
warn
a
this because the
severe
rotation's
thunderstorm
just
warning
simply
for
not
Bell,
there.
Breathitt, Clay,
This
Knox,
is
Laurel,
about
Lee, Owsley, and
as
Perry
close
counties.
as it gets to
So
nothing.
get into your
nothing
safe
being
spots.
picked
Once
up on
again,
radar.
not necessarily a
perfectly
tornado safe
green
spot. Whenever I
velocities.
say that and we're under a severe thunderstorm warning, I'm just talking about indoors and away from windows.
That one, on the
a
other
big thing with
hand,
these storms today, and you'll see this
it's
as
a little
they
embedded
continue to grow.
notch right there.
A big thing here is going to
Very,
be
very
the
weak
cloud-to-ground lightning.
with that
And
south of
number one
Petersburg,
way that a
Illinois.
lot of people are going to get injured
Let's
on
go
a
to the
day
ones
like
in
today
Iowa.
is through lightning strikes, because it's a beautiful day outside
Still
of
trying
the,
its best to
if it's not
strengthen
storming.
here
So people might try
in
to be out
northwest
there,
Illinois towards
and
Coal
there's just going to be
Valley,
tons of lightning with these
Illinois. The
storms,
one
and we
in
don't want to be
Iowa
outside.
looks to
And then
have
on top of that, you
weakened
got
and
the risk for
broadened out, but still could
flying
produce
debris
a
and stuff just
tornado.
with the damaging winds that'll come with these
Still some
storms.
pretty
So
good velocities there.
Missouri, there's a new severe thunderstorm warning over here as well.
Phoenix,
This
was
is
that
one
a
of those
while
storms
ago?
we were
Because
just looking
we saw
at
that
over here
report,
near New Madrid and Sykeston.
a
Okay,
while
so
ago, but I mean,
Mississippi,
that-
New Madrid, Scott,
that
and
was,
Stoddard
that
counties
was
in
about 30
Missouri. You
minutes
guys are
ago at
now
this
under
point.
How loud was that?
severe thunderstorm warning. So let's take shelter indoors and away from
Pretty
windows.
sure that was near 30 minutes ago when that report
Man,
came
Brandon's
in.
got a crazy look.
And it got tornado warned like
A
10
crazy
minutes
look at
ago.
that supercell that's coming together in Arkansas right now.
Still watching that area of just green and reds trying to wrap
Holy
around
smokes.
near Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Let's go check on our other cell here.
This is a live look at a severe thunderstorm that's trying trying
Yeah,
to
that
develop
still
a
has
rotating
some rotation with it,
surface-based
most likely.
mesocyclone in Arkansas.
That looks
this is
a
south
bit
and
more
east
of a clear
of
slot
Little
there.
Rock. Dang.
Probably at least a little rotation with that storm.
Here's
They did
another
special
view of
weather
it from
statement
Corey Gherkin.
for 50-mile-an-hour winds and
And
any
by the
size
way,
hail.
you guys can watch these guys in the WeatherWise app. You just got to turn on the chaser layer.
Yeah, some of these storms, we're
You just
going
got
to
to
keep an
turn
eye
on
on
the
them as
chaser
they
layer.
get
You'll
closer
see
to the
their
Memphis
markers
radar
and their
site,
cameras.
so that way we can see them a little bit better, see if they're actually rotating.
Also, if you're just now tuning in, this is the target
They
area
probably
today.
have
This
at
is
least
what we're
some
focusing on.
extremely weak rotation
The
with
dark
them.
orange is where we expect to see the most severe weather today. This is what it looks like right now
Pre-frontal storm
in
near
Poplar
Oxford,
Bluff, Missouri.
trying
Do we
its
got
best
anybody
to
watching in
strengthen.
Poplar
That
Bluff?
should keep strengthening. The HRRR still
we doing,
has
y'all?
that
Ryan, the chat is
trying to
blowing up
produce
right
an
now about
all-hazard
East
threat
Tennessee,
here in
particularly the
about-
Oak Ridge and Knoxville areas.
about
There's
an
a heavy
hour
stream of
and a
messages
half
about
or
tornado
so, right
warnings,
around
people
4:30
reporting they're taking shelter,
Eastern time.
and tons of requests for immediate updates on that situation.
Thank you, y'all bot, bringing us back
A
over
new
here to
tornado
Tennessee.
warning
I've
has
got a
been
camera
issued.
right here in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. That
A new
camera,
tornado
that
warning
one
has
at?
been
that
issued.
one is
thanks
for.
to the Cyclone Port Network, is going to take a direct hit from the
Well,
rotating part
I
of the
don't
storm.
see
So if there's something to see here, we should see it. All right.
Where is
Once
that
again, Oak
for?
Ridge, we've got a rotating mesocyclone going over you right now. We do
Radar,
have a
radar,
tornado
you
warning
playing
in effect
tricks
for
on me
Knoxville.
again?
Carnes, Powell, Clinton,
See if you
you
hear a
guys are
beep.
all under
Oh.
this, and you need to be taking
Tornado
shelter right
warning
now. So
for
hopefully everybody is
West
in their safe
Central
spots. Hopefully they're
Sangamon County
sounding
in
the
central
alarms and
Illinois.
the sirens are going off
Sangamon
and stuff.
County in
Because
Illinois.
this is a respectable amount of rotation.
Well,
this is not
okay.
something that we can balk at
Little
here
rotation on
as
that.
it goes
A new
over Oak
tornado
Ridge.
warning has been issued.
However, Oak Ridge is a
That's-
populated
that looks
area,
a
and we
lot
have
more
yet to
like
get
clear
any
air.
report of damage or
A
an
new
actual
tornado
tornado
warning
down.
has
So
been
we're going to hope
issued.
for the best here, but
Probably
we
at
have to
least
be
rotating a
precautious,
bit
and we're
there.
going to take shelter, especially in Solway, Oxmoor Hills,
That looks a lot
Claxton,
more like
Lazy
clear air to
Acres,
me.
Powell, Fountain
Tornado
City,
warning
Lonsdale,
for
and Knoxville
southeastern
proper.
Giles
This is
County
the
in Middle
path that the storm
Tennessee.
is taking right now.
Giles
Just
County
so you
in
know,
Tennessee.
Ava, that
All right, we've
that
got new
that
tornado
last
warnings that are
tornado
coming out,
warning
so we've got to go check these
was
out. y'all.
for
spot the
Here's
downtown
location.
another
Springfield in
tornado
Illinois.
warning in Tennessee. This is for Giles County in Tennessee. We've got a little
Spot the
rotating
rotation
area
possible mode.
coming together here south and east of Pulaski, and we
Got
are
two
going
tor-
to
two
check
more
that out
tornado
right
warnings
now.
on the
Definitely
board
has
This is
a
a
little
live
bit of
look
a
at that.
hook
This is
to
what
it.
it looks
Two.
like in
Not good.
Pulaski right
Not
now.
fucking
This
good.
is also
one
this
is
is right
exactly
now.
a cell
If
merge.
you
That's
weather
exactly
wise
what
app
downtown
and pull up the
Springfield,
Has
Illinois.
Cam
See
there
that cell
in
merge just
Pulaski,
merged with
Tennessee.
it and
This
gives
is
it
what
a
that
hook
storm looks
appearance.
like as it comes up towards Frankowing.
Well, that's tornado warned
Frankowing?
over
So if you are just now tuning
South
in, this is a
Central
live
Tennessee.
look
I
at the
think
supercell
maybe
that's
half of these
don't even
producing
look like they're rotating.
Maybe
tornadic
the,
conditions down here
I
in
wonder if
Giles
that's
County,
just me.
Tennessee. Now, I don't know.
The one in
I think
Oak
what
Ridge
we're
is
looking at here
definitely
mostly
rotating. That is
is
definitely
the
rotating going towards
it's
Knoxville.
the
I
downdraft.
think
Okay,
maybe
we're
it's
looking
what
at
it
hail and
is.
rain
Is
coming out
maybe
of
the
cloud.
NWS is
I
seeing
don't think we
something that we
necessarily
aren't
have
able
a
to see.
tornado
But, like,
down
these
yet.
aren't really
However, that
rotating,
is
in my
that's why
very
they're looking
possibly
like they're
about
not
to happen
rotating.
here as this storm approaches
This up
Frankowing
here,
in Tennessee. So we need everybody to take
That's a-
shelter.
that or the
This
radar
current
bit
camera
is
view
just
here is
bugged.
looking
Little bit
from
stronger.
Pulaski, Tennessee,
still, I don't know if that
down
would
to the
warrant a
south towards
tornado
Elkton.
warning. It
Okay,
did up here.
so we want you to take shelter. If you are in Giles County
Obviously,
in
this
Tennessee,
did
now
warrant a
let's fly
tornado
up
warning.
here to Springfield again. Okay, Springfield proper, and like the downtown Springfield area
keep
is
an eye
now
on it.
under a tornado
This one for
warning
Coal
as
Valley.
this cell has kind of ramped
I
up
mean,
over the
it's
past little
been
bit in
very weak its
Sangamon
whole
County,
lifespan.
Illinois. We do also have
I mean, if
a
those
storm
weak airs
chaser here.
are going warm,
Richard
these in
Sample.
Arkansas should be too.
So this is a live look right now of what that looks like in real time here. This is
Even though they don't
Richard
look
Sample
impressive at all.
in Springfield.
I
Let me
mean,
update his
'cause
location here. Yeah, he's in Springfield, Illinois.
Right now, the only
and
storm that
he
I
is
think's
currently
really
giving us a
trying to
live
drop
view
tornado,
of
in
the
my opinion, is
supercell
this one
that
in
is
Knoxville.
producing the first tornado warning. So
What is
there's
that?
two tornado
That
warnings right
that
now
was
around
Severe Thunderstorm warning in
Springfield.
Arkansas.
And Richard's giving us a live view of this one. And this is actually the newer storm down here, so he'll probably be able to give us a view of
this
this
one did drop
soon.
a tornado though, so
But
that
right now, what
know,
we've
you can
got
see
is
right
this
here, that
big
area of
rotating
rotation was
area down
actually
here south of New Berlin.
decent.
So basically, we just need
probably got
to
up
get
to
to
about
shelter.
60,
If you're in
70 mile an hour
Loamy,
rotation
if
there
you're
in,
in
Iowa.
Woodside,
I think you're
or
more
Chatham,
concerned
or
about the
Chatham
weather right
down
now
here
than
in
anything
Sangamon
else,
County,
aren't ya?
Illinois, this rotating
Me?
storm is coming
No,
towards you.
Amy.
If you're in
Illinois.
Springfield, Illinois, so take
I mean, that's
shelter
staying
now.
right around
You'll be in
probably
there for for
40,
30, I'm
35
sorry,
mile an hour
43
rotation there,
minutes. We
is
also just got a
considered
new severe
extremely
thunderstorm
weak.
warning in.
Yeah, bullshit.
Most of the time does not warrant a
Dude,
tornado
what's
warning.
going on with me today? Every time I go to say Arkansas,
Damn,
And
Bubba,
in
don't
Boise,
get COVID.
Illinois,
in Arkansas.
COVID.
Come on,
This
Ryan.
had a wall
Oh,
cloud
I got
report
COVID.
on it,
Anyways,
like 30
So
minutes
you
we've got,
too,
Arkansas
Jefferson.
and Jefferson counties in
Little more than
Arkansas
10
under a
minutes.
severe
I've already had
thunderstorm
COVID,
warning.
man.
Southern one.
And that
Bro,
was
you're
years
always
ago.
somehow
Yeah,
getting
these are
sick.
tornado
Dude,
warnings.
You're somehow
and
always
I have chased
getting
some
sick
very
with
big
something.
thunderstorms.
Even though that I spend
This is
half of my
happening
days in
mostly to the
fucking the
north
house,
of
I
Of course, if
somehow
you're in
still
any
get
of the
sick.
21
right
seek
here
shelter, radar
on
doesn't
the
give you
northern
the
side of
full
Pine Bluff,
picture.
we might get hit by some hail.
I was gonna
Okay.
go look at.
So get ready
this
for
That's
some
kinda funny,
hail
though,
and
like,
some wind.
that's- I
Mostly
sat here,
north and east
watch,
of Pine
It's
Bluff
not a
here.
wall cloud at all.
Stand,
Man,
look
what
at
an
the
incredible
weather,
view
stuff
from our
like that,
Hascam though on
and
that tornado warning.
somehow I still get
for
sick
Giles
sometimes.
County.
Kind of funny.
That's pretty crazy. That's a pretty crazy view. Picturesque.
Let's see.
So if you're just now tuning in, we do have a tornado
I
warning
used to
here
be a lot more social than I am now.
in
honestly,
Giles
I've never
been that
in
social.
Tennessee.
I used to go outside, do shit, play
And,
with
if
friends
you're
next door,
wondering
stuff like
whose
that.
voice
Now I
that
don't
was-
do that anymore.
That was Brad. He did say that.
It's
but-
a low base, but it doesn't look like
Yeah.
a wall cloud on
Anyways.
either. On
Go
one
ahead,
of these
Brad.
storms, there's a chaser on it, and it doesn't even.
I don't know
it
if I
doesn't
grew
look like
out
a
of
wall cloud, it
moving
just looks
around
like a
very
bit of a
much
low
or what,
base.
but
Yeah, that wall cloud was reported at 2:14 p.m. So over an hour ago, this storm had a wall cloud reported on it.
Headed towards that storm that is in Oxford, Mississippi.
sometimes I think I'd rather be with y'all than anybody else.
North of that, near Highway 72, a little bit later. Main target today for me is going to be
Honestly,
North
honestly, don't
Mississippi
look
and
like they're
North
rotating
Alabama.
much. That's just my
I think
opinion.
models and
I mean,
the
shit.
Like I said, if you're in the warned area,
Y'all are
just do
closer
mistakes,
than
that's for sure.
my actual fucking
You want
family.
to take them
over
seriously.
North
I just don't
Alabama
see those
and,
being
North Mississippi. We had
very
that storm
tornadic
No,
right now.
no,
based
you're
on radar.
as
The
close-
chaser I just
or
saw doesn't
you're
have much
closer
rotation
to
on it
us
either.
than your mom and dad.
One going towards Knoxville, Tennessee. Still there. It is definitely weakened
I mean, hell,
over the
All
last
right,
if
two
I,
days, but still
Brad
there.
Arnold out
If I
there.
died, you would
storm
probably
chasing
go
for us today.
insane.
We're gonna. I mean, so far every storm that's popped
No,
up,
I
we've been able
I
to see
would
it.
be
an
there
eye
for
on
your
someone.
funeral, and I would
So,
fucking
a new
share a beer
tornado
with your
warning
fucking
has been
cat.
issued.
Been keeping an eye on that
Now,
That's
for a
in
little while.
Tennessee.
Does-
We've also got a
doesn't
bunch,
look
bunch of
very-
storm chasers out there, including the tornado sniffer.
Seriously,
himself.
dude, we need to go
Brad.
fucking drinking.
Since this is the last day of a week-long, insane
Dealer's
Likely
choice.
gonna have to keep an eye on these
Moonshot,
two supercells
whiskey,
too.
margaritas,
Southwest of Pine Bluff,
fucking
Arkansas.
beer, wine,
set the day off by
fucking anything. I'll
Oh
fucking
man,
take some
hold
moonshine.
on.
I agree.
Um,
Still
we
some
will do that
velocity
because
on
I
this,
actually have
but
to. There was three
likely
buttons I
that's
forgot to
clear.
push.
What is up with
If
the
you-
name
And, we're
Fayetteville?
gonna- as soon as I
What
got
the
to push
fuck?
those right here in a minute, we will
Bingport.
kick the
If
day
you
off.
wanna get
Fayette-
fucked
uh,
up real quick,
Fayetteville,
You haven't heard of it
Arkansas
before.
got hit by a tornado
Get ready.
basically
Lincoln's
yesterday,
gonna
and
be
now
Wright
it's
County.
Fayetteville,
just
Tennessee.
an
is under
update though on our tornado
What
warning
the fuck?
situation. We got a new one. Okay, for Lincoln.
If you
want to
get fucked up real quick,
in
moonshine.
Tennessee. So this is going to
Yeah.
take us all the way
There's
out
a lot
there.
Okay,
of
why
them
did
around
we-
here.
Fayetteville.
It might be trying to
Why
make
did
it
I
a
just
little
start
bit
randomly
more
talking
loyal
about
to
alcohol?
prompted them
Please
to
take
I don't
shelter.
know.
We've got a very strong storm
Maybe
on
we
the way.
might
'Cause I'm
be alive.
autistic as
of,
fuck.
producing a tornado. And actually,
You might also
you know,
have
the more I
had
think
a
about it,
little,
it's not necessarily a
of that white
very
stuff.
strong storm. It's actually kind of a small
Oh hell
storm,
no!
but it is rotating. It's got this little hook on it. And this
You
is what it looks like right now.
Crazy ass
in
motherfucker!
Pulaski.
Please tell
Not
me
like
that's
that,
Crazy
okay?
motherfucker.
It right now,
That
so
fucking
that's what we're
Because
dealing
if
with.
that's in Illinois,
Are we talking about
that's
bleach,
into
powdered
a wall
bleach,
cloud
uh,
flour,
Franklin area
or
right now,
Coke?
and then eventually it's going to move towards
We're talking
Fayetteville,
What are we
about
talking
that-
Tennessee,
about,
and
Jefferson?
Daleville,
that
Tennessee. It's going to go just to the
powered,
north of
that
Delrose.
powered,
So once again,
powdered,
take shelter, get indoors, away from windows,
white
lowest floor of your
substance you
home.
like to
This is
sniff.
a dangerous storm that's
Reported,
very much
Oh,
capable
go
of
fuck
producing a
yourself,
tornado,
Coke.
and we might be
It
able to
has
see
a
that
wall
happen
cloud.
Yeah.
actually via our
Whoever's
Hascam
to that.
as the
It's a
rotation
two-car.
comes together.
in Arkansas. I could see that having a wall cloud. Yeah.
All right, so let's come back over here to Knoxville. Let's get an update on this storm.
I
Once
think
again,
Ava
downtown
would like
Knoxville,
some right about now.
at least on the northwestern side, is under a tornado warning. Right
No,
now.
I just want some
Our
fucking
rotation
weed
is
right now.
Still there. It's past Oak Ridge
Doesn't
now.
surprise
Okay,
me.
so
Yeah.
Blair,
If you want to
Coalfield,
get fucked
Oliver
up, all
Springs,
you gotta
Oak
do is
Ridge,
come
and
up
Pine
here.
Bluff.
When
The
you
rotation
said
has
that,
passed you
TRG
now.
said that doesn't surprise
But
me.
now it's coming more. Karnes and Powell.
But no, Jefferson, if you want to get fucked up for my 21st birthday,
So we want to
Let's see
take
what,
shelter
we could,
if we
or
haven't
you could
already
always just come
in
up here and
Karnes
we
and
can just
Powell.
smoke together.
Sorry, just getting some stuff together here. This is what,
What
it looks
the
like
holy
right now
grail?
in
I'll be right
Knoxville,
back.
Tennessee.
Analysis has here.
Thanks to
I don't see
Cyclone
them. There's
Port.
still talk about this going
Network.
moderate in northern Mississippi.
So not seeing
I
a
don't
whole
see
lot
that
yet.
happening.
These might. I don't know if these are looking northwest, but if you're in downtown Knoxville and you do look to the north and west, you'll see this
I
big
think if they
storm
were going
coming
to do
in.
it, it would have been at the
And it's
1630
going to
update.
hit
It's
Powell,
still
Claxton, Lazy
possible, but
Acres,
personally-
Fountain City, and
personally,
Lonsdale.
I
There
don't
is some
see it.
rotation here, so we need to take shelter just in case. But there still hasn't been an actual report of a tornado yet. So that's good news. Now in Mississippi, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning. All right.
Neither
So
one of these
severe
in Illinois
thunderstorm
looked
warning
good
now in
at
effect
all.
for
The only time it
Benton,
looked good is when a wall
Lafayette,
cloud was
Marshall,
reported on
and
it.
Union counties in
But I can't
Mississippi.
even go back
This is
that
moving
far.
up
It
towards
was an hour ago
Oxford,
near
New Albany,
Jacksonville.
and Myrtle. Get ready on
That's the only
Interstate
time
22
one of
between
these
Potts
storms
Camp
looked good.
and Blue Springs. This is going to be a
I'm
strong
shocked
storm
there's still
that
one.
is capable of producing half-dollar size hail
One in
and
northwest
60
Illinois for Coal
mile per
Valley's
hour
died out.
winds.
Same with one in Iowa. So none of all
right.
four of these tornado warnings do
Where
not look good.
where
to
in the
me.
world is Brad
anymore.
Arnold? There he is.
These two never have. The ones in central Illinois going towards Springfield, those have
Good
never
old
looked
Brad
good in my
Arnold.
opinion. This is trying
He's in
to increase in
Byhaley.
rotation.
All right, guys, let me
in
go
South
push a
Central
couple buttons
Tennessee.
here. I'll be right back,
Where
okay?
is this going to be? Okay, a
Here's
new
the
one.
tornado sniffer himself.
Tornado
A new
warning
tornado
for
warning has
Henry
been
County in
All right, I'm going
northwestern
to call out
Illinois.
this. I'm going to call out the
in
county
Illinois.
here, and then we'll do the
There is a
deeper
bit of
analysis when I get
rotation
back.
coming
I
together.
have
A
to
new
push the
tornado
tornado
warning
string.
has been issued.
little bit of
Henry
rotation
County,
coming together
Illinois,
on
you're
this
now
storm.
under a tornado
Very
warning.
weak.
Take
That's
shelter
in
now.
Illinois there.
All right, be right back.
The south of Devonport.
See it right there, the green and red.
It's not
Very
Devonport, it's
velocities,
Davenport, you
but
fucker.
barely enough
Okay,
to warrant a
fine.
tornado warning.
Davenport.
Hey, he
That's
said
back
it
towards
right
the
for the
I-80
for once.
corridor.
Shut up. Me and
He
Ryan
said it
are
for-
just alike, all right? We're from the
So far, not
south.
a
We get
single
shit
tornado
wrong.
warning in Arkansas or Mississippi.
You are you are from the fucking Southwest,
Not a
okay?
single one.
All right, yeah, whatever.
We've had so many more warnings in Illinois than we have in
All right.
Mississippi and Arkansas.
Meanwhile,
so
I'm a
far.
fucking Midwesterner.
Oh, shut
Okay.
up.
That is unironically a good song. We got to get that on Spotify. All right. So once again, Henry County, Illinois, is under a tornado warning now. Take shelter. Once again, guys, we've got a bunch of tornado warnings out there, but none of these are on the ground as far as we know right now.
Cody,
these are all radar
I
indicated
wouldn't-
rotations. So we're being precautious. we're
very
taking
disagree with
shelter,
that statement. A few
but
violent
we're not
tornadoes,
running
no
for our
way.
lives. I want to make sure that
The only
we
day
make
that had a few violent
distinction clear
tornadoes
because
being
there's so much
possible was the
there's so much
16th.
anxiety out there.
That was the only
I
day.
think that one of the
And
big
we didn't
things
think
that we
that day
can do
would be
here
able to
is kind of
produce,
clear that up in moments like this. But whenever
You know,
it's time
once-
to get
once we hit,
serious,
like 5
we'll
o'clock, it
get
looked
serious.
like everything
all
was
right?
very messy.
But right now things
And then
are
of course
just now
everything
coming
took off
together.
at 6 o'clock, and then from 6 o'clock all the way till 2 a.m. There was a bunch of tornadoes.
Last thing I want to do is be doom and gloom all the time, and we'd probably get more views. You know, we'd probably make more money, but that's not that's not what
But no way.
it just doesn't seem right.
Ryan, a lot of eyes in the chat are
We're
on
not
one
going to see a few
particular
violent
area
tornadoes
right
today.
now.
That is
Knoxville, Tennessee, and the
impossible
surrounding
with
Oak
this
Ridge
environment.
area. Lots of questions
It is
and urgent
impossible to
reports
see a few
coming in
violent
about
tornadoes with
tornado
today's
warnings,
environment.
rotation, and folks asking about
It
taking
is not
shelter there.
completely impossible to see one
All right.
if we can manage to
so
get the absolute
it seems like a
perfect
lot
cell
of you guys
merge,
are from Knoxville
with
right
the
now. Is that
perfect
what's
amount of
happening?
lower level wind shear.
We got a lot of
with it being
Knoxvillians
fully
in the chat.
discrete, likely right about 6 o'clock Eastern time, right at that perfect time frame.
The good news is the rotation. There's no difference really with the rotation over here. So you
What
need
is it
to
based
stay in
off
your
of,
safe spots for the
Cody?
next 18 minutes. But I'm not
What's
seeing
your-
anything
what's your
too
opinion
concerning
based
just
off of?
yet. However, look at this. I think I see a funnel. This is the rotating part of our storm. To be clear, this is not in
Where am I
Knoxville.
even
This is a
looking?
different part of
Oh,
Tennessee.
okay, this is in eastern
what we're looking
Arkansas.
at here. This is over
'Cause
here
these
closer
velocities
to
are,
Fayetteville. This is just to the north and west of Delrose.
starting to be a lot more present.
We've got a little bit of a lowering here.
We're entering our
and,
peak in about
it's starting
3
to look like
minutes.
it might
That's
be
when our
trying
peak
to
starts.
produce
About
a tornado.
3:30 to 4
That's
is
why we
when
have a tornado
our peak
warning, right?
begins.
But it's not making contact with the ground or anything. But we're watching it closely as it
It's
comes
not
up
gonna
towards
happen,
Fayetteville.
Cody. I can nearly guarantee it. As somebody who's looked at
Yeah,
this
just stay in
environment, I
your
can nearly
safe
guarantee
spots
we are
for the
not going
next
to
18
see
minutes in
2
Knoxville.
or 3 violent
And we
tornadoes
should be
today.
all right. But it's important to remember that we're going to have multiple rounds
I don't
of
think you
storms,
realize
so
how high
don't let your
end
guard
that
down
is.
after this one's over. Once again, if you're just now tuning in, this is a live view of a rotating storm down here in, what is this county again? Lincoln
Like I
County,
said, I wouldn't fully
moving into
rule out-
Moore County in Tennessee. We don't have a tornado down, but we do have a tornado
All right, I'll
warning
give
for
you modded
Fayetteville, and
3
this
tornadoes
is the
are
storm
rated
that's coming towards
EF4
Fayetteville,
from
Tennessee
today.
right now.
Sure. All right, if 2 tornadoes are rated EF4, yeah, I'll give you a mod.
Here's another view of that, by the way. Oops, not that. Here's another view of that. So we've got 2 views of the lowering here around Fayetteville.
Now, when does the day
You
expire?
got this one, and we got this one. Both of these are visible in the WeatherWise app.
When is the day over in your mind? Is it midnight central?
So take shelter in Fayetteville,
The
and
heck?
now let's go check
gotta
in
fix that.
on some of these other
had a big bug.
tornado warnings that we have, because we have quite a few of them actually. Up here in Springfield, Illinois. Do we got anybody watching in Springfield, Illinois?
There
You
you
guys
go,
are
Scout.
still under a
Happens all the
tornado
time.
warning. We
It's
need you to
actually
take
happened a
shelter.
lot, frankly.
If you haven't yet, I think one of the big things that we're
Surprised
going to
that's
see
the
up here in
first time it's
Springfield
ever happened,
is some hail. On
in,
the
like, the last
onset of
week.
the supercell, we're going to
Normally
see
it
some hail here,
happens
and that's
multiple
going to move up
times.
towards Springfield,
Not that
Missouri,
bad, though. That was a pretty bad one.
Illinois
Normally,
over
it
the
just
next
puts a
little
yellow
bit.
border around my
Also,
screen. That time
the
it flashed
tornado
all 3
warning
monitors, like 4
that was
times.
in effect for Menard County in Illinois is about to expire. So we're going to hope that that continues to be the case. Our focus is shifting to this more southern cell here that's coming up towards Springfield, as that warning still has 30 minutes left on it. And then in Iowa, we still have a tornado warning up here north of Davenport. So stay in your safe spot in Clinton and Scott counties in Iowa, at least for the next 15 minutes. And then we do have a tornado warning for Henry County, Illinois right now that's going to go on for the next hour. So take shelter if you're out there in Henry County, Illinois. Now, let's go check in on our storm in Arkansas,
Yeah, the
which is
greatest
what you can see
tornado threat
above my
looks to
head.
be from,
We have a couple of storms that
about
are really starting to rotate
now
more
or 4
significantly here
o'clock,
in
right around
Arkansas,
now,
and this is
all the
what
way
one of them looks
till
like right now.
about,
This is the
8 p.m.
specifically the storm that's east of Stuttgart right now. It's rotating. It's trying to
8 or
develop
9
a
p.m.
surface-based mesocyclone that will eventually try to produce a tornado. And that's what Brandon Kopic and Corey Gherkin are giving us a first-hand view of right now as these storms go by them. Here's what it looks like from Corey Gherkin's point of view. Once again, if you want to follow along in the WeatherWise app, you can see these guys in real time, just like I am in the app. Just turn on the Storm Chaser layer. Yeah, there's definitely
If
something
2
going on
violent
there, so we're going to
tornadoes
keep a
occur
very
on
close
a
eye on
watch
this storm
probability of
as it moves off to the
60-40,
east. Now, let me show you this on the
That would be insane.
radar. Let me put Corey and Brandon up here so you can see both of their cameras at the same time. So this is the rotation
These storms
that
are
they're on
nearly
right
in
now.
the best
And
environment.
it's moving in
and
this
they are struggling
direction.
to
Okay,
rotate
so
right
after
now,
it
so
moves a little bit farther to the east, it's going to be moving towards
should
Plainview,
tell you
Mount
something.
Adams, Crockett's Bluff, Lawrenceville, Mayos. Eventually, this will move
I
towards
still
Marvel.
think this discrete storm
in,
here is going to
Arkansas.
be an issue as it goes into northeast Mississippi here, maybe in near an hour. So I would watch those closely.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people from Knoxville in here.
Yeah, see, that's
Yo,
it went from
Ryan,
tornado
got a
warning
real
to not
thinker
even a
for
tornado
ya
possible
from the chat.
severe.
Tenchi asks,
I don't really think
has
that
anybody
storm was
realized
ever
these
rotating,
huge
in my
tornadoes
opinion.
are happening in the
They
exact
just dropped it all the way
spot
down from a
total
tornado
solar
warning to
eclipse marked
not even a
X?
tornado possible severe.
What's your meteorological insight on that one?
Unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be disappointed in this, but I've got to say, as it's a complete coincidence, if that's even a thing. I haven't paid that much of attention, but I don't think
this
that the
is
solar
still
eclipse
very sloppy.
could play much of a role
It is
there.
attempted to rotate, but I don't know
hey,
if it's ever succeeded.
it is pretty
It's
cool
approaching Fayetteville in south central Tennessee
thing.
right now.
I'd like to see a map of what you're talking about before I can talk
Storm
about it more.
northwest of Knoxville.
But here's something.
Still actually looks not the worst.
We've got something developing quick
Doesn't look
here
horrible.
in Monroe County, Arkansas, right now.
Still looks like it's rotating a bit. Still could see a spin up tornado out of anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think
this
it has
line as it moves eastward.
much of an effect at all.
Yeah, we got the new mesoanalysis.
I think we just seen a power flash on this camera in Brandon Kopek's stream in
During
Monroe
a solar
County,
eclipse,
Arkansas.
it can actually have an effect on the
I
weather.
do not
Quite
think that
possibly
was a
severe,
lightning
and
strike.
As
I
the
wonder,
eclipse is happening.
is that the storm I
one of the
pointed
coolest
out?
What?
things I've ever done is be in a total solar
Look at my
eclipse.
stream right now
You
on
can feel it
Discord.
get colder.
This
You
is
can
a
I
actually
wonder
see
if
stunning
that's
some
the
of the
storm I pointed
clouds
out.
forming around it as the forces
Come
some
on,
of the.
Rock Cotton.
It causes
There you go.
some
Thank you.
small levels of
Look at
instability.
that.
Yep, it is. It
Dang
sure
on,
is.
y'all.
Oh.
That's the storm I pointed out
All
to be
right, so
rotating. It's
if you're just now tuning in, we're watching the
There you go.
development of a pretty strong supercell here that is going to
more
try to
possible
produce a
severe.
tornado right now
One at
in
channel 60 mile an hour
Arkansas.
west.
That's definitely a
Also
funnel,
possible
isn't it?
there.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely few little areas of rotation trying to start up here in Arkansas. None of them are very strong. This
This is a
northern
live
one
view
here.
of that storm.
Not strong. I
really
call
coming
bullshit.
together.
Definitely
Remember
is.
the town of Yoder
And I think it's the
Colbert right
radar
now.
fucking with us.
That
Unless
is
it
starting to
literally
get a hook
just
to it,
tightened
too,
up and
so
tried to consolidate right
one's
there.
definitely
Ryan, looks like someone in
strengthening.
chat needs a hand with the WeatherWise app. Dennis Beeson says they can't seem
But
to get
that
the chaser
looks
part of
like
the app to work.
you see that little
Maybe
dust
you
right
can
there?
give Dennis a tip on how to get that feature going.
Yeah, so if you come in the WeatherWise app on your phone or in
That
the web
might
browser
be
and you
making
just click the
ground.
pancake
Holy
stacks,
shit, that's
menu,
that. Yeah,
you just
see that
hit
surge.
the storm chasers. Make
Still
sure
a
that's
little air
checked
rotation in
on.
this
And
tornado
if it
warning
is, you'll see
for,
Brandon Kopic here.
Atkinson, Illinois.
And
See, which storm is that? Oh,
Corey
that's this
Yorkin
one.
too is in there
Oh, yeah, that's
somewhere,
this one right
but
here. It's
he might
getting
be,
nudged,
kinda
I think.
offline
Oh
right now.
yeah, yeah, it's getting nudged
This is
by this
turning
other
into
storm
hail
behind
port
it. It's
going
getting
into
nudged.
Springfield. So if you're in
What I
Springfield,
think just
Illinois, you
happened
better
is
be
that
hit with
storm
Alright, maybe
potentially
get a
interaction
new
right here
tornado
just
watch.
nudged this hook
of
forward and
Springfield, you
caused
better
it
be
to
hit with
rotate.
Potentially
New tornado
near to
watch.
The storm right here
Now in
actually
effect
just
for a bunch
nudged
of y'all
this
that I
one
know
into
are watching.
rotation.
Clarksville,
And I think that's what just happened, and now it's
Clarksville, Tennessee.
rotating.
40 on that new tornado
We're
watch.
under a
but
tornado
the
watch.
wind threat,
Evansville,
was
Indiana,
increased to
Bowling Green,
Now we got a new
Kentucky,
tornado watch.
Nashville,
A new
Murfreesboro,
tornado watch
Huntsville,
has been issued.
Chattanooga, all the way down there into Florence,
This
Huntsville,
watch
and
is-
Where
Alabama.
this time?
In Alabama,
That's a
we're
big one
officially
too.
under a tornado watch. We need to
Huh?
get ready
New
all the way
big
through
tornado
Tennessee.
watch.
A new
Tornado
watch
chances
has been
of
issued.
A few
New
tornadoes likely.
tornado
Scattered
watch.
hail of the tennis ball
3
size,
states
likely
are
70
included
in
mile
this.
per hour
Actually,
winds.
the
likely.
non-significant wind
About
threat.
6 million people
Fucking
have begun
amazing.
for significant
A
A
severe
new
weather.
tornado
non-significant
watch has
wind
been
threat was
issued.
increased a bit. The significant wind threat was decreased a bit.
Evansville,
The hail threat was decreased quite a bit.
Southern,
Hail threat remains the same
Southern
on that new
Illinois,
watch.
Central
So that
and
new watch
Western
is-
Bowling Green.
Oh my God,
Bowling,
that
It
is
still
bad.
is a
Kentucky.
probability.
They're
Oh
in
my
Central
God,
and
that stinks
Western
so bad.
Kentucky, Clarksville, Tennessee.
Oh. Ugh.
So let's go check back in on this
I didn't see
tornado
the
warning.
rest. I'll have to turn on my
That
tornado
storm that you
watch
see
just and
above my
let you
head, that's
see here.
associated with the tornado
Oh
warning
God, I can't breathe
that
in here.
is in
I can't
Tennessee
fucking breathe.
right now. This storm's coming towards
God
you in
damn it.
Fayetteville, Tennessee.
I
So
can't
a new
fucking
tornado
breathe.
warning
has
little
been
bit
issued. Has been issued.
of a
And
level in there.
Illinois,
So once again,
Logan
we've got to make sure
and,
we're taking shelter just in case.
All right.
Sangamon
tornado warning in
counties in
Illinois.
Illinois. All right, let's see
Please
where that's
help.
at.
Getting
New
closer
tornado
to me
in
then.
Illinois. Weather spotters.
Sam,
It is getting
confirm
really
tornado
close to me then.
in
Jefferson,
Illinois.
please
We
help.
do
Oh
have
my
a weather spotter.
God.
We have a
Oh,
chase
that's
register
absurd.
on that
Why?
right now.
Oh my lord!
Springfield,
Why?
you guys are under a confirmed tornado warning.
Come on, bitch.
Weather spotters have confirmed.
on, tell
tornado.
me!
Pull up
It's a
Richard's feed
tornado.
here and see if we can see it.
Where?
Where's the tornado?
In Springfield, Illinois,
A
dumbass.
trained
Sam.
weather spotter has spotted
Look
a
at your
tornado
fucking radar
in
already.
Springfield, and it's coming
Yeah,
into
I
town.
am.
I'm very
so we gotta take
surprised
shelter
that one
in
is
Springfield
on the
right now.
ground.
The rotation shows this thing coming in on the southwestern side near the Panther Creek Country Club.
My dad, make sure he's okay.
A new tornado
If it
warning
continues
has
on its
been
current
issued.
trajectory, it'll come into Springfield
fuck?
potentially
Tornado warning
near
has been
Southern
issued.
View,
the hell's
West
going on
Grand
here?
Place, up
Interesting,
towards
because
Hawthorne Place,
there's a
and then up
chaser
there
on this,
towards
and he does
Starnes,
not have a
Spalding,
tornado on
and
the ground.
Riverton.
What the fuck?
What?
This is a
Right at it
dangerous
from a
storm,
chaser's
and
view.
if you're in Logan or
He doesn't have a tornado
Sangamon
on the ground.
counties in
But another
Illinois, you got to take
another
shelter
weather
now.
spotter reported a tornado on the ground here. So
Lowest floor,
Tornado warning
He's the
for
tornado.
keep
Henry
your
County
shoes
in
on.
northwestern Illinois.
something that a lot of people don't
Western
think about
Bureau County in north
is if you get
central
hit by a
Illinois,
tornado and you
Bureau,
sustain
and
damage, you
Henry
might have to
County in
evacuate your
Illinois.
home or your building or wherever you
The
are.
hell
Like
was
with
that?
this
You might have to walk
area
over glass,
rotation still continuing.
splintered wood, nails, who knows
few
what.
little areas
And you're not going to want to be in your
New
Crocs or socks
information.
or
This
foot
tornado
sandals.
warning has been
Yeah.
A little bit
upgraded.
of rotation out here.
Where is the tornado
Tornado
at?
spotter.
in Brandenburg
moving
corners
into
in
Springfield,
Bureau
Illinois.
and
Now,
Henry
where in the world
counties
is this
in
A
going?
new
Illinois.
tornado warning has been issued.
That's this area right here, moving
Damn
up towards
it.
Mineral.
Got another
Try to
one.
find.
So,
It was let's
we do
see.
have a
Damn
new
it,
tornado
damn it,
warning
damn it,
for
damn it, damn it,
Henry,
damn it, damn it, damn it,
Bureau
damn it, damn
counties
it.
in Illinois.
Okay, a
We wanna
radar
take
confirmed
shelter.
tornado was located near
near
Car.
Bean
Sheffield.
burrito, bean burrito,
Dara,
bean burrito,
shut up,
bean
Bubbas.
burrito.
We've just got so
Moving
many
northeast at
severe
35
tornado warnings
miles
coming
per
out here.
hour.
This line of storm is
Hazard
getting awfully
damaging
daggone close to the
tornado
weather
golf
house.
ball size hail.
Hazard, Kentucky. You
Weather
guys are now under a
spotters
severe
confirmed that
thunderstorm
tornado
warning.
tornado
We've got
on
a
the ground
severe
moving
thunderstorm
into
warning for Hyden.
Springfield in
This is Bell,
Illinois.
Breathitt, Clay,
Bean burrito, bean
Knott,
burrito,
Knox,
bean
Lee,
burrito,
Leslie,
bean
Owsley, and
burrito.
Perry counties in Kentucky. Severe thunderstorm warning now in effect.
Let me see if I can
Additionally, in
find a different
Arkansas,
chaser.
this
The
is
chaser
for
I'm
Arkansas
watching
and
does
Monroe
not have
counties.
one
This
on
is
the
the storm that Corey Gherkin and Brad Arnold, not Brad, but Brandon Kopic
stop,
are on. This
I'll
is the storm you
stop,
see above my
okay?
head there.
Sorry.
We've got
I'll
a
stop.
tornado possible now. Tornado possible, severe thunderstorm warning for Arkansas and Monroe counties. So get ready. This rotating part of the storm
Hey,
is coming right
Wolf.
for Plainview and Mount Adams
Transferring
in
places.
Arkansas. And this storm
We have a
definitely could
radar,
be producing a tornado by the time
radar
it gets there.
confirmed
It was
and a
on the
weather
ground.
spotter
Also
confirmed
in
a
Arkansas,
tornado
just to the
in,
south of Pine
near,
Bluff, we got a new
in
severe
or
thunderstorm
near
warning
downtown Springfield,
for Star City
Illinois.
and Grady. This is Cleveland,
Near me.
Jefferson, and Lincoln counties in Arkansas. Please get indoors and away
If
from
this
windows
was on
out
the
here.
ground, it had to be so
All
brief.
right, let's check in on our
Yeah, I agree
tornado
with
warning
CRG.
in
If it was on the
Knoxville.
ground, it had to
This
be
warning is
extremely
about to
brief.
expire.
So
okay?
it's I don't
We've
even
just
think
got a
it's on the
couple
ground
minutes left on
anymore,
this.
Ava. So I think you're good.
As the storm comes up towards Knoxville, Tennessee.
It's
So
not
hopefully
anywhere I know.
it expires and we don't have anything to worry
Chaser's
about.
video.
I'm surprised a tornado even
But
formed
we're
up
going to
there.
stay in our
There's
safe
hardly
spots
any wind
at
shear.
least for the next
So
5
apparently,
minutes
according
here,
to a
as there
chaser,
is still some rotation
tornado is on
associated
the
with
ground
this.
heading into
But it looks to me like the
Springfield,
storm
Illinois. So be in
is,
your
for the
safe
most part,
spot.
more tame than it was whenever we first started tracking it.
I do want to go back over to Kentucky.
All right,
where
new
we have
just
now
considerable
a
severe
switching over here.
thunderstorm warning now in
for,
effect
1.75 inch hail
for
and 60 mile-an-hour
Ballard
winds.
Everything
County,
for you be
Kentucky.
glitching.
Carlisle
For
County,
Barnwell
Kentucky,
and
Fulton
Arlington.
County, Kentucky,
Yeah.
and
Something
Hartman County,
else,
Kentucky. Also
too.
Mississippi
In
and New
western
Madrid counties in
Kentucky.
Missouri. We've got a
We
considerable
do have a
severe
tornado.
thunderstorm
We have a
warning, as we do have
possible
a
severe in
1.75 inch
Arkansas
hail
now, where
coming
Brad
out of New
Arn-
Madrid
or,
right now, moving up towards places like
Connor Croft
the
is.
Selkirk area,
That's very far from the
He's
radar.
the
but Wolf Island
tornado.
is
up
Dang,
towards
dude, I was
Portland,
right under it in
Arlington,
this stupid
this is right
road
along
that
the
showed up
Mississippi River here,
ends.
between
And
Missouri
on
and
the
Kentucky.
GPS it
So
stays.
we
So
need
now
you to get indoors and away
freaking
from
behind.
windows out here.
all of these still staying fairly
hail.
broad for rotation.
Golf ball size. Coming right on in.
So we're gonna stay back up here. Go back up here rather. Springfield,
New
apparently
severe
a tornado
thunderstorm
on the
warning in
ground moving
Tennessee.
into your area, Springfield
Parsons.
in Illinois.
Man, there's just
Make sure you're in your
there's a
safe
lot of
spot.
storms right now. Is it storming where you guys are? Odds are, yes. Everybody's getting a storm right now.
Yeah, the chaser I'm watching said, maybe I'm just blind. I don't see a tornado. That's what the chaser just said. I was watching him. He just said that.
So if you're just now tuning in, Parsons in Tennessee, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning. We've got a decent storm coming
Yeah,
into the Parsons area right now.
I don't
bringing
know
about 1 inch hail
where that
and
tornado was
some
reported
60
at near
mile per hour
Springfield, but
winds.
apparently there was one reported.
Let's go check back in on Illinois because we do have a tornado on the ground
It's
out
observed,
here,
so you definitely
from
wanna
our
be in your
last
safe spot for
update
sure if
from
you're
the
in
National Weather
Springfield,
Service. Weather spotters
I'm watching a
confirmed
chaser right now, and
tornado.
he does not
okay?
have it on
now
the
we
ground.
do have a storm chaser out here. This is what he's seeing right now. We might have a better look at this whenever he gets around the trees here. But Richard Sample, I mean, he's right there where a tornado would be if there is one. So, we might get jump scared here once we can see the full extent of the bottom of that dark cloud there. So if you are just now tuning in, you are under a tornado warning right now in Springfield, Illinois.
So just
Everybody
make
in
sure you're in your safe
Springfield,
spot
Illinois
there.
needs to
I'm gonna
be
go back down to
preferably
Tennessee,
underground. But
where
if
the
you
tornado
can't get
warning was
underground, then you want to
expired
put
for
as many walls
Knoxville.
between
No
you and the
longer
outside world as
tornado warned.
possible by getting into an interior room
Yeah,
in
you
your
can see
home.
there's no longer any
That's a lot of times going to be
notable
a
area of
closet or a
rotation there. That is
bathroom or something like
definitely
that.
weakened a lot. So that's no longer a tornado warning storm.
But yeah,
in
this is a
East
live
Tennessee.
look right now from Springfield.
Gonna keep an eye out for a spin
where
up tornado
Richard's,
right
sample
in
is.
here in eastern Kentucky. That's gonna go towards Wheel Rim, just south of
Justin,
West
a
Liberty in
significant hail
eastern
report
Kentucky.
from 3 miles northeast
Nothing
of
on the ground
Oxford,
right now, but
in
just a
Lafayette
pretty
County,
good velocity
Mississippi.
couplet trying to
We're
form
looking
on
at
that.
golf ball-sized hail, 1.75 inches in diameter, reported by the public. This occurred at approximately 2:35 p.m. Central Time. The report specifically states golf ball-sized hail
3
north of
discrete
Oxford.
supercells in
Hail of
eastern
this magnitude
Arkansas.
can certainly
They're
cause
just
damage
out in
to
front of the main
vehicles and
cluster.
property. So those in and around that area
And,
should exercise caution.
They're trying to rotate, but they're not doing too good. And we do have our
All right, that was
cluster
the
back
latest
out here near Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
on,
Also
hail
all trying to
reports.
rotate, not doing too good. New mesoscale discussion. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Meant to do this. New
And if
mesoscale
you're just now
discussion
tuning
out
in, this is
here
a
for
live look
Eastern
of
Kentucky,
at
Western Virginia,
downtown
Northeastern
Springfield, Illinois
Tennessee,
right
and
now.
Southwest West
As
Virginia.
we do have
Potential
a
for
potential
brief
tornado
tornado or
coming in.
two, 60 to 70 mile an hour
It's hard to
winds and 1-inch
confirm
hail,
this via radar.
Will remain possible.
But once again, a
This
storm
line
spotter
should
has seen a
maintain
tornado
intensity.
as
However,
recently
it could
as 10
strengthen.
minutes ago. So
It
we're
could
going to go ahead and
strengthen
assume that
through
one's
6
still
to
down
7
here,
or rather
and
5 to
Richard's
6
just trying to
Eastern.
get into position
still
so we
could
can see it.
strengthen for the next
But yeah,
2
rotation's
hours or
coming
so
over
here
southern
during that
view now,
mesoscale
moving over towards
discussion.
Southtown. This will also cut through places
Line
like
could
the Bun
still
Golf
strengthen
Course,
over the next 2
Mildred,
hours, potentially
Shale
produce a
Bluff,
tornado or
Southeast
two,
High
60 to
School,
70 mile an hour
County
winds and 1-inch
Market,
hail.
and Interstate 55 over there near Best Western Clear Lake Plaza. Also Keys and Clear Lake. You guys are in the path here, so make sure we take shelter right now. All right, here's that severe thunderstorm that's moving into Parsons, Tennessee right now. Big time, nasty looking storm coming into Parsons, Tennessee. Do we have
let's go
anybody
back
watching
to-
down there? Speaking of Tennessee, we've only got...
Tornado warning
Am I
here.
allowed to put on a y'all watch? Do I have that?
Going into
liberty?
Fayetteville, a little bit more velocities there, but
Absolutely, Brad. Go ahead.
still very, very weak and very broad.
Alright, I'm putting out a y'all watch for that storm that's headed to New Albany. It is out in the middle of...
We shall see what
There's
happens.
nothing to stop this
Really
thing, man.
curious to see with what
And it
happens
is-
down
there's
here
an outflow
in
boundary there as well, so your shear's gonna be maximized.
Arkansas,
New
Tennessee,
Albany to
northern
Boonville, I
Mississippi,
would put
northwest
I would put
Alabama
y'all
later.
watch out for that.
New Albany to Boonville. You guys heard it here first. Let's wake up. Hey, pay attention. Pay attention. Anybody getting tired out there? You already getting... You already think that you're going to let your guard down today? No.
Should get a new HRRR run here in
That
about
was not
10
a
minutes.
smooth
New
transition there,
mesoanalysis in about like what 25 minutes. SPC outlook as well in 15 minutes. So quite a lot of new things coming out here.
All right.
See what they
So
all have
y'all
to
watch
say.
out. What that means, if you're new here, if you haven't watched before, what that means is that we are saying, here's a heads up, okay? We don't have a tornado warning for this
New
yet,
SPC
or anything
outlook
like that.
will come out here in the next.
But we're thinking that this storm might be a problem for us as it moves
4
farther to the
minutes.
east. So
Yeah.
around New Albany,
Okay.
over
I don't know
Baldwin,
about the
y'all watch out, okay? And we play the
HRRR here.
because sometimes people, people
3
are listening to
minutes
this right
now.
now. They've got it up on their screen. They're going to go do the dishes.
Seems like
They're
it's
going to go,
probably
play with the kids. They're
overdoing the
living their
tornado
life.
threat.
All right. So every once in a while,
Jefferson.
we throw out some audio.
I
triggers
honestly
that might
think-
get somebody to kind of refocus
Right now, I
and
think they
we'll see
might
the
just
final
drop the
information here.
10
So that's what
10%
the point of that
shade.
will
is.
definitely remain within
But
these
here's
pre-frontals here,
the latest
especially
on that
Because
storm.
some
We do have
models
2
are
inch
definitely
hail.
overdoing the entire
hail,
risk.
Moving
Hey,
into
Jefferson,
this
why don't you
area
try
here,
drowning on your
New
father's
Albany,
cum?
Mississippi. So make sure you guys are getting.
Hey
guys, there's a
indoors and away
Yeah,
from
there's a
windows, and
hook
make sure you're ready
in
to
Fayetteville.
potentially have to take shelter here.
Apparently.
As a tornado
That one
warning
supercell,
might be
you
necessary
should take a
for the
look.
National Weather
Areas of
Service in the
rotation
near
are
future.
tornado warning in,
Let's go
northwest
check out some of these
Illinois.
storms in Arkansas. We've got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Wynn, Parkin, Earl, and Terrell in Arkansas. This is
Memphis
a
radar.
dangerous storm bringing about golf ball size hail up here towards Terrell. So
A new
make sure you
tornado
guys are
warning
getting
has
away
been
Not
issued.
really much
and
here,
away from
but
windows. Hopefully,
now
we're
a
still
tornado
sheltered
storm
right
there.
now in Springfield.
A new tornado warning
Illinois.
has been issued.
That rotation is coming through town right now.
Illinois.
One
Richard
is in
Sample
Arkansas.
Is continuing to try to give us a view of that. But I still haven't seen anything from his feed. We'll keep it up there above me. If you're
Yeah,
in
look at that. There it
Springfield
is,
right now,
right
keep
there.
an eye on
Oh, you
Richard's
know what it is?
feed
My
as we
velocity
go check
stands
out some of
behind.
these other warnings. As
Tornado
far as
warning
radar goes,
for
there's not a whole
North
lot of
Central
rotation with
St.
this.
Francis
So,
County in eastern Arkansas,
I'm hoping that the whatever
southwestern
tornado
Mississippi
was
County
there
in eastern
is
Arkansas,
no longer there.
Crittenden
But that's
County in
obviously,
eastern Arkansas,
you know, we don't want to go off
southeastern
of hope.
Cross
We want to be
County in
very
eastern
cautious here
Arkansas,
about
Crittenden,
our actions
Cross,
if we're under a tornado
Mississippi,
warning
and
right now.
St. Francis
Like
County
you
in
are
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I'm waiting for
and with
Bubbles
that
to get
same
out of
storm
the
that we were
garage.
just
This is
talking
the
about,
storm I
this is
pointed
the one
out
that's
a
coming out
very
of Wynn
long
now.
time
The
ago.
rotation is just to the east of Wynn. We've got
it was
a
probably
decent
about
pocket of
40 minutes
winds
or
that are
so
kind
ago,
of
back out in
swirling around
here.
here over Highway
And it's now tornado
64
warned
coming
for
up towards
Parkin,
Parkin and Earl.
Early,
Okay, so we need you to
Crawfordville,
take
and
shelter in
in
Crittenden,
eastern Arkansas.
Cross, Mississippi, and St. Francis counties in Arkansas.
Just a little
This
rotation there.
should ride Highway 64
I
near
really did not
Levesque,
expect that to
towards
be a tornado
Princedale,
warning.
then Love Place, Park and Earl,
Another area of
then eventually
rotation
up there
here towards,
towards Heifer, Booker, and
Victoria
Terrell.
in eastern Arkansas.
You are under a tornado warning.
What time is Central Indiana supposed to expect storms? I've been following this threat.
There's a lot. There's a
Oh,
lot
I have
of
not been
storms right now,
following
y'all.
this
Here's
threat
another
at
severe
all until
thunderstorm
about 10
warning in
minutes ago.
South Carolina. This is for Florence, Horry,
see.
and Marion counties in South Carolina. And y'all, even this thing is rotating. Look at this.
Looks like the
We got
risk
a decent
for
area of rotation right here
some
around
severe
Kingsburg.
weather,
So I wouldn't
begins
be
to increase in
surprised if we
central
saw a
Indiana
daggone
towards
tornado
about 6
warning with
o'clock,
this at some
7
point.
o'clock Eastern.
So,
and then
you
that
know, honestly,
continues
we
till
don't cover
about
severe weather a lot in
10,
South Carolina
11
because
p.m.
a lot of
Eastern.
times the severe weather dies out before it gets
Could
over
get
here.
multiple rounds of severe
Especially
weather
at
out there.
this time of year. So I don't know if we've got
But the
very many people
ingredients
watching
don't
in
look
Florence,
very
Horry,
favorable
and
for
Marion counties in
tornadoes.
South Carolina. So if you know
But
somebody
we
out
could
there,
still get a tornado,
consider,
especially
sharing
if
this
there's a
with them,
discrete
so that
storm.
we can help them out here.
There's a
because
discrete
there's
storm.
no
That's
tornado
when we're
warning with
gonna
that
see
yet.
the
So that
tornado
even like the
threat
TV news stations aren't going to be on the
peak
air
out
for
there
that.
in Indiana.
Look at this lowering that we're able to see
Very
here from the
surprised they didn't put a
Pulaski,
tour possible
Tennessee
tag on
camera.
this storm in Star
We
City.
do still have a tornado warning
Arkansas.
for Lincoln and Moore counties in Tennessee. This is coming, this rotation is coming right over Fayetteville here soon.
Yeah, just gonna watch that one closely too. Near Victoria, Arkansas.
So the rotation honestly looks a little bit more impressive now too than it did. So this is
one,
another view of that storm
Kevin,
from a little bit more of a
just
distance. We
pointed
can't
that
really
out
tell
a
anything
second
about
ago.
it there.
I probably talked about it right
But
as
yeah,
you
we're
said.
keeping a very
north of
close
that
eye on
area.
all of this
Yeah, so some of these are starting
as
to
the storm gets
rotate
closer. So
here.
Fayetteville,
They're starting
Tennessee,
to go toward
be
possible
in your
tag.
safe spot because we are
They're
actually
starting
in
to
a pretty
rotate.
dangerous spot here. If that storm continues to wrap up like that, we definitely have a
Are
very
we still
visible
at an
hook.
observed warning here in Springfield?
So this thing
Yep.
could imminently produce a tornado.
Still an apparent observed tornado going into Springfield, Illinois.
It is very
Still a
possible.
little area rotation there southeast of Atkinson, Illinois. So a few areas to just keep an eye on. See what they do here over the next few scans.
So take shelter in Lincoln and Moore counties. let's go back to the radar here and come over to
Yeah, you were
the
putting
storm
that
Corey
5%
Gherkin
just in
and
case any
Brandon
discrete
Kopicks are
storms
on,
fire, but
and that
notice
they've
how
been on.
large
It's got
that
a severe
5%
thunderstorm
is.
warning on it that's going up towards
We have a
DeWitt.
very large 5%.
All right, so get ready in DeWitt for radar
So if we can get
indicated
any
1-inch
discrete
hail and
storm
60 mile per
somewhere
hour
in this
winds.
huge 5%,
And this
that
is
will
also
be where
capable
our
of producing a
tornado threat
tornado,
is the
so they've got
greatest.
that tornado possible tag on that
Which
right
there's
now.
a lot of uncertainty if we actually see
All right,
that.
now let's go back up to Illinois. This is what it looks like right now in Illinois.
But
With
according
that,
to
tornado
this
warned storm
observed
that's
tornado
going through Springfield.
that would mark 2
it's still
tornadoes
observed,
so
by
far
the way. So we still have an
in
observed
this
tornado
general
warning.
areas. At least at the
for
moment,
this
we had one
storm
in
that's
Iowa,
going
which is
through
outside the
Springfield
tornado
right now.
risk.
How are we doing
and then,
in
of course, the
Springfield? Is
observed
anybody
warning for Springfield
watching right now that lives in
and
Springfield? Are we without power? Are we hearing any damage reports? Are we okay? Knoxville is no longer under a tornado warning.
Starting to see a lot more severe thunderstorm warnings pop
Oh
up
my
back
God.
here in Arkansas,
People are getting plumb wild in the chat.
Tennessee, as well as one there in Mississippi. So starting to get more severe on the hail side of things. This prefrontal looking a little bit better. I think this prefrontal is going to try to rotate here, probably within the next 30 minutes.
So this is what we're looking at here. I don't see anything making contact with the ground, but we're of course going
See
to
if
continue to
it's-
watch it as the storm moves on. But the
it's not really
rotation
going to be
is
in the
mostly
best
past
wind sheared
Springfield
environment
now,
until
and it's moving
West
up towards
Tennessee.
Dawson and Buffalo Hart.
Unless it gets to
Dawson and Buffalo Hart.
southern
take
Tennessee,
shelter
it's not
now
going
if
to be
you're
in
in
a great
Logan
wind
or in
shear
Sangamon
environment, but
counties
it
in
still
Illinois.
could rotate. It's just not in the best wind shear.
All right, so that's the latest on that. Let's go ahead and come down here to another new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out in Arkansas, and my goodness. Okay, this cell, I don't like the look of this cell at all. Just to the south and west of Star City.
Our new SPC
that
outlook
is
should be out
definitely something
in about
that we've
5
got to
to
keep
10
an eye on
minutes.
here. As
No
this
longer
moves over towards
observed
Highway
there in
425.
Illinois.
Y'all watch out. Big time, y'all watch out. And Ralph's Bluff and Garnett, we've got some rotation already at the surface that we can see here from the velocities. So that is a nasty
No
looking storm
longer
that's eventually
observed.
going to go over towards
If it ever
Dumas.
was.
Okay.
I mean, what?
Mississippi, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning out here for
Yeah,
y'all.
because the chaser
This
I
is
was
the
watching,
storm
he
that,
never had a
Brad
tornado
Arnold
on the
is
ground,
right
but
now.
somebody else
It's
apparently
trying to
reported
rotate
a
as
tornado
well,
on
but
the
right now
ground,
the
so
main threat is going to be
mixed
1-inch
mixed
hail and
reports
60
there.
mile per hour winds. Moving up towards Myrtle
as
and
expected,
New
they kept
Albany
it
right now. The
enhanced
storm
risk.
is going to try to produce a tornado
No
probably
surprise
about
there.
the time it gets past
the entire
Interstate
enhanced has
22.
been
So we've really
maintained.
got to be thinking about what we're going to do in New Albany over towards Baldwin and Boonville in Mississippi if this decides to
I
produce
don't
a
know
tornado.
for sure if these are the new
Because it
probabilities.
is capable. It is capable of
I
doing
wouldn't
so.
count on it being the new probabilities.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Let's see. We'll figure out shortly.
All right, here's another new tornado
A
warning
new tornado warning has been issued.
in Tennessee, and this
A
is
new
with our
warning there
storm.
in
Tornado
Tennessee.
Still,
warning for
the storm
Moore
that
County
could
in
over
Middle
here.
Tennessee, northeastern Lincoln County in Middle Tennessee, northwestern Franklin County in Middle Tennessee, Franklin, Lincoln, and Moore County in Tennessee.
Mulberry.
All right, well,
it's moving
that,
over towards
that's a little area
Gettystown,
rotation
Liberty
starting
Hill,
to ramp
Lexi
up, so it's
Crossroads,
warranted
Beach Hill,
another tornado
Broadview,
warning
and Belvedere, or
into
Belvedere
Fayetteville
in
and Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Tennessee. This is a dangerous storm. We need you to take shelter if you haven't already.
Sneeze. Excuse me. I want to go see their discussion here.
My goodness, y'all. Once again, a huge tornado warning here. This one does include Lynchburg.
their previous
and this is the
discussion.
rotating part of the storm right here. It's going right over Fayetteville. We haven't had an official report of a tornado being down.
Discrete
just
storms
yet,
fired
but
in
we do have this
eastern
camera that we've been keeping an
Arkansas
eye
and
on
west
here, and we've seen a very
Tennessee
distinct
as well as
lowering
northern Mississippi.
several times with
They
this
should
storm as it goes
intensify
right
further
over
as they move
Fayetteville.
eastward.
And
I
we
made a
expect that
strongly
will continue
sheared.
as it goes towards
A new
Winchester.
tornado
Tennessee.
warning has
large,
been
very
issued.
large
Immediately.
hail will be possible.
All right, let's zoom
So
out
strongly
and
sheared
take a look
environment
at
with
this
large
big
to very
storm. We
large
got a
hail
big
being
storm that's
possible.
riding up Interstate 40 here.
Discrete storms will also
this
be
is a
capable of
severe
producing at least an
thunderstorm,
isolated tornado
and that is
threat.
capable of producing quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. as it goes up towards
The more dominant supercell in northeast
Centerville and
Mississippi,
Lobelville. You guys are
going
now under a
towards
severe
Middle
thunderstorm warning
Tennessee,
all the way up there towards Bon Aqua
is
Junction.
where the surface flow is relatively more backed. They
None
should
of
have
these
the best
storms
chance
in
at producing a strong
Middle
tornado
Tennessee
threat.
here have tornado
So
warnings.
any discrete storms,
There-
which
but we do have
move into
several
northeast
severe thunderstorm
Mississippi,
warnings.
Middle
And here
Tennessee,
is a
and
live
or
look
southern
right
Kentucky,
now
will have the best chance
at
for a
the
strong
base of
tornado
that
threat.
storm that's forming up right now
Which
near
we have a
Hohenwald.
discrete supercell right
so this
there.
is one that we'll have to watch.
Northeast
As you can tell
Mississippi.
that this is actually kind of rotating right now.
And the one in southern
And
Kentucky,
that's going to be a
bit more
supercell
embedded
that
there.
moves off towards
And
the
Middle
north and
Tennessee,
east towards Santa Fe
haven't
and
really
Spring
seen
Hill.
any good supercells fire there
Dang, y'all.
yet.
So yeah, strong storm coming out of Parsons, Tennessee, and it's going to go up towards Pineview, Lobelville,
we do have this big
Whitfield,
mess here.
Centerville,
It's
Nunnally,
toward possible now.
Bon Aqua Junction, and this is probably going to be the storm that eventually impacts Nashville. So we're
And
getting
that is
ready
for
in Nashville
Centerville,
for a strong
Tennessee.
storm, but right now we're not scared. We're just getting prepared for a potential
New
good-sized
Boston,
storm here in
Illinois.
the near future. But yeah, you can literally see
That's probably northern Illinois, huh?
you can see the rotation on that tiny little blip.
Yep, up here. Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if they warned that either. That is definitely rotating. Definitely some rotation there.
That's wild. So if this storm matures, that's going to be a much bigger problem. And if it matures, it will mature as it goes up towards Santa Fe.
All right, I should have
For
the
example?
probabilities now.
All right, I'll see you guys down there.
36 hail, 45% wind, and let me guess, 10 sig tor too, right? Yep, 10 sig tor as well. So all probabilities have been maintained. Everything's been maintained. That hail probability, which is right here, that's your 30
Yo,
sig
Ryan,
hail.
got a good one
That's
for you.
that's
Seems like the
ongoing right
chat's
now.
decided you're
That
handing
peak
out
hail threat
storms
is
today.
happening over the next
Jade
hour
R
or two.
asks, at Ryan Hall, do you feel like Oprah?
Kind of.
And there's your
Yeah, you get a
hatched
storm, you
tornado
get a storm,
risk,
you get a
so
severe
these storms
thunderstorm
are
warning,
on
you get
the
a severe
edge of that
thunderstorm
10 sig
warning, you
tor,
get a
if not
severe
now
thunderstorm
moving
warning.
into the 10 sig
This
tornado
is
risk
kind of
there
plumb wild. I mean,
in
I
eastern
know that
Arkansas
we've
going
done this
into,
before, but
Tennessee.
every time it surprises me whenever it happens. We did get it. By the way, you get a severe
They
thunderstorm
also
warning
added
in
a
Marked
secondary
Tree,
hatched hail risk back up here in
Ty
Illinois
Ronza, and
for the potential
Joyner
of about 2-inch
in
hail.
Arkansas. This is
with
Crittenden,
these
Mississippi, and
cells.
Poinsett
Any cells
counties
that
in
can
Arkansas.
develop
We've got
around
a
the
good
Bloomington,
area
Illinois
of
area.
hail and wind coming together, getting ready to move over the highway or the Interstate 555
Should get the new
here,
HRRR.
and
We'll
go
see if
towards
that
Joyner.
shows
This will be the storm that
anything
goes north of Memphis here in a little bit.
different.
And then the
I
storm
imagine
that's
it's gonna
warned,
stay
tornado warned just to the
relatively the
west of
same.
Memphis is still rotating as well. So Memphis, these storms are getting closer to you right now. We don't have anything terrible going on, but we are definitely keeping an eye on
Actually,
this
it's quite
as
a
it
bit
gets
different.
closer,
It has
okay?
absolutely
Here
everything
is
being
a live
upscaled
look right now of
and
the
nothing
tornado warned storm
discrete.
that's going past
So if
Springfield
anything,
now.
well,
And
one
now we have a
discrete storm
very
in
clear view
Mississippi.
of the base of the
So
storm.
if anything,
I wish
our
we had
tornado
this,
threat is just
when it was
decreased
going
on
through
that new
Springfield, because I think there was a
HRRR
tornado
run.
down with this at one point. Now it's just radar indicated, but now we can very clearly see what's happening here.
Yeah,
with
much
this
of this
storm.
is just going
That
to be
big
hail,
rotating
winds.
mesocyclone is at
Much
the
of
base
that
of
is
the
just
storm
hail
near
updrafts.
Dawson.
That would be your
and
only.
it's going
This
over
might just be your
Interstate
only strong
72 right
tornado
now.
potential today.
So this storm that you're
That might
seeing
just
right
be your
here is the
only strong
tornado warned
tornado
storm for
potential.
Logan and Sangamon counties in Illinois, and it's currently going up towards
Also, keeping an
places
eye.
like
The HRRR has
Buffalo
been very
and
consistent about
Lanesville and Saunders.
Louisiana. So might want to keep an eye in this
So
area
take
too.
shelter now if you're
Been very
in the path
consistent
there.
for a
Once again,
tornado
all
threat
these
down
little
here.
towns along Interstate 72, Buffalo, Lanesville, Haines, Illiopolis. That's where this storm's going, and it's produced a tornado already, and it could produce another one as it comes towards you.
So I do still think though we are at risk of seeing
And
a
man,
strong
look at
tornado
this little
today.
thing.
Another
This little
spam
storm
call.
down here near Hohenwald, Tennessee.
I wonder how many spam calls I've received during this
cranking.
entire 7-day outbreak.
It's never a good sign whenever the blips
I want to go back up here
are
to Indiana.
blipping that hard.
Yeah, and look at that. Literally,
All right, Brandon Copper's got a
literally
good
nothing.
view of the base of the storm in
literally nothing right
Arkansas.
there.
So let's go back
So
down
your
there
peak
to Arkansas
tornado threat is just gone.
and take a look at their storm.
Nothing over
Corey
Indiana or
Gherkin
Illinois,
and Brandon
according
Coppock
to the
both are on
HRRR.
this storm down here near DeWitt. He's in DeWitt right now.
But you should get
we are
a
keeping
line
a very close eye
tonight.
on that
We'll
lowering.
see how the rest of the
That
HRR
lowering
handles
is not
that.
tornado warned at the current
Something
moment.
should fire
but
in this area.
there
and
is
move
some rotation,
towards
and that's
Indiana.
about to go over DeWitt
But
right
that
now.
peak tornado
After that,
threat
it'll
for
go over
Illinois,
towards
Indiana,
the town of Ethel and
it
Hortons
should
Landing.
be from
But as you can
like
see, that
5
looks
o'clock
like a
till
pretty
about
mature
7 o'clock.
mesocyclone coming together
If
there.
nothing happens in that time frame, then your tornado ingredients are going to start going down.
So if you're just now tuning in, we've got a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings in place. We no longer have a tornado on the ground. We had one on the ground there for a while near Springfield. Haven't heard any significant damage reports or anything like that yet. However, we do know that tornado is no longer on the ground. On
So I think
top
our
of that,
main
we've got a
strong
couple more
tornado threat
tornado
is going to come
warnings.
from this storm if it can ramp up at
here.
all.
A
One
new
of them
tornado
is
warning
in,
Definitely a
has been
good
okay,
call to keep
this,
that
this is a brand new
enhanced.
one that just came
Sure.
in.
A
For
new tornado
sure,
warning has been
especially
issued.
now that we see
Tornado
what's
warning
happening.
It's actually
Definitely
it's
a
New
good
not
call.
information.
It says
This
it's
tornado
warning
warning has been
up
upgraded.
here in Henry County, Illinois.
We have a tornado
but
in
this is just a
Tennessee
funnel
now.
cloud was spotted here. But if you're in
Really?
Geneseo,
Well,
you need to be
great.
taking shelter if you haven't already for the next 12
New
minutes.
warning
Now, we
there.
did just get a new observed tornado warning in Tennessee.
It's for one in central Tennessee.
And that
just
is
to the
going to
south of
be from
Centerville.
this storm. Look at this. This is our observed tornado here. Oops, not that.
So we're going to keep an eye on that. That's now
So
tornado.
this,
That
this
is
right here is
observed.
what just
My
got warned as
bad.
an
That is on the
observed
ground.
tornado warning. So a weather spotter
That is on the
has
ground.
indicated that there is debris near the bottom
Tornado
of this.
warning
so we're
for
kind of looking
northern
at this
Lewis
from a
County
distance,
in
right?
Middle Tennessee,
And
northwestern
we're not
Maury
able to
County
see
I
in Middle
officially have an
Tennessee,
observed
southeastern
thing on my
Pittman
stream
County
now.
in Middle
It's a
Tennessee,
confirmed
Pittman,
tornado.
we are
Lewis,
seeing
and
damage
Maury
being
County
done
in
at the
Tennessee.
surface. So we've got a tornado on the ground here
So that's an
near
observed
Kimmons
risk
in
there.
Tennessee.
Observed
Tornado on the ground
on the
near
ground.
Kimmons in Tennessee. Take
I have to
shelter if
point
you're
out
in
something with
Hickman,
the new
Lewis, or Maury
SPC outlook.
counties
So
in
there it is.
Tennessee.
Look. There's you can't see it. I'm too zoomed in. There's a tiny hail risk in northwest Louisiana. That is yellow. That's a 15%.
What?
But if you go to
Do
their
we have
actual
anybody watching
categorical
out
list,
here
there's a
in,
marginal there. They made a little boo-boo.
Etna, Kimmons,
That's supposed to be
Gordonsburg, or
brown,
Maple
not
Spring.
yellow.
That's the general area where this storm is
That
right
yellow
now.
means 15% slight risk. And it's not supposed to be 15% there.
All right, Ryan. Looks like
Little
chat is
boo-boo.
buzzing about Tennessee. There's a massive amount
The
of
SPC
concern for
fucked
Middle
up
Tennessee
again.
right now, with viewers highlighting tornado warnings
So
from
tornado
always
on the
fuck
ground
up.
here
Franklin
in
County.
central
No, look at my
Tennessee,
screen. You're
many
gonna find it
reports
funny
of
they
Centerville,
did this. Look at the
in
hail
central
risk.
Tennessee. Make sure you're in your
Look,
safe spot.
you barely
The
see it. There's a
Memphis
little
area is
speck of
also a major point of
15%
discussion.
That
hail
is
in
currently
producing
western
a tornado
Louisiana.
according to
All right, yeah, so
chasers,
we've got you
and it
covered here
definitely
in Middle
would not
Tennessee.
shock me if
Look,
that is producing
see
a
that?
We
tornado,
saw
so
this thing
I'm
forming
not
before the
surprised.
warning even.
That is on the
That's a
ground.
showed up here.
mistake.
You know, we
They're
literally
probably
looked at
gonna
this when
they're
it was a
probably
little
gonna do an
bit
emergency
further
update and
windows.
remove
Now it's
that.
becoming a little
It
bit
looks
more
pretty
of
good to me.
a mature supercell, and we had a tornado on the ground for a moment. I don't think it's there
While
still.
the Vice camera has it, okay, well,
but
shoot.
like
Especially
the thing
if
that's
it's
gonna
on
happen
two
is it's gonna
streams, that's
cycle,
a huge
right? This is
embarrassment.
going to get bigger, and we're going to have another tornado try to happen here as it goes towards Maple Spring. So we
I
really
don't see
need
a
y'all to
tornado,
take
but it's
shelter.
probably
We need
very
to take this
rain-wrapped.
seriously out there up towards Shady Grove and Williamsport and Tennessee. Now we got to also talk about this storm up here in
I may be looking
Springfield, Illinois,
not
because this
close
thing's
enough.
starting to come together again too.
Really?
Try to go away from my
Dang.
screen to see it better.
Hey, Ava,
Yeah, this is
What
rotating a little bit
now?
more again.
that Springfield,
This rotation
Illinois
that Richard's showing us
tornado
here is
warning
a little bit
is
closer
trying
to the town
to
of Buffalo.
That
It's right
camera's
over
right
Interstate
at
wrap
it.
up
72,
again. It's right
and
over
that's
the
moving
town of
towards
Buffalo,
Lanesville and Saunders. So you
Illinois.
guys need to be taking shelter out there in Logan and Sangamon counties.
It's
in
trying to come
Illinois.
back together just northeast of
New severe
Springfield.
thunderstorm warning in
I know, I'm looking
Tennessee.
at the camera. I actually don't see it.
Union County, I'm sorry, Lake, Obion, and Weakley counties in Tennessee.
Let me guess,
are
that's
now
in your
I
under
don't know where you
direction.
see it in there,
severe
Kevin. I do not see
thunderstorm
it.
warning. So
And
get
Tina.
indoors and away from windows.
You look up where Pina is, to show where I am.
So we're gonna continue to watch
There we
this come
go.
into Union City. Do we have anybody watching in Union City? This is what it
It
looks
might have
like
had
right
it on the
now
ground though.
in Union City. So we're
probably
going to be able to see
did.
that storm come in from the
can't go
southwest.
back on
Right
it.
now, it's not got a tornado warning, but I will say it's got a little bit of rotation with it, so it's caught my eye. Now let's pull up
Probably had one on the ground.
the Illinois storm again. Yeah, that's going to try to do it again, isn't it? Dang.
Yeah, I
Once
think
again,
that
this
was
is
a
live
funnel on
view
it though,
right now
Kevin.
of the
I think this I think the camera did have it on the
warned
ground.
storm up there near Springfield, Illinois. Now it's north
I
and
think the
east
camera
of
did have it on
Springfield
the
now,
ground actually.
but it's moving into some more populated areas along Highway 72.
I got a burp. I got a burp.
By the way, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning
Give me
for
the that,
Jackson,
sir.
Tennessee.
Thank
So
you.
still
I see,
Jackson,
this is crazy.
Tennessee.
I don't think this
I
is
know we
on the
got a lot
ground
of people
anymore
that watch
according
in
to the
Jackson,
camera.
Tennessee,
it may
but
be
here
rain
it
wrapped
is.
though. So it could
and this
still be
does
on the
have a
ground
hook,
if it's
man.
rain
All these
wrapped.
storms today are going to
Or if
rotate.
the
ain't
camera
they?
is
There's
not
nothing we
looking
can
at
do
the
about
right
it.
spot. So just best to be in your safe spot.
All right, this is a live look at that
Camera
storm.
did have it on the ground, and Chaser reported it on the ground, so it
this is
definitely
the
was
rotating
on the
storm
ground
that's
at
getting
some
ready to come
point,
up
and
into
may still
Jackson,
be
Tennessee.
on
This
the
is a
ground.
severe thunderstorm warning for Carroll, Crockett, Gibson counties in Tennessee. This is moving up towards Jackson and Oakfield and
We
Mount
may have a
Gilead
new
and
tornado
Lexington.
warning here in
All
a
these
minute
places
in
are
Arkansas.
in the path of a dangerous storm here.
Could still be on the ground, so
And then this is the
Make sure
storm
you're
in
in your
Illinois,
safe
which
spot.
is trying to produce another tornado north and east of Springfield.
That's where they got a
Gotta
lowering
keep an eye on
it.
the one going towards Jackson, Tennessee.
is,
Very weak rotation, but a hook
excuse
is a
me.
little bit more present on that. Recently went toward
Certainly
possible severe,
an
so
outbreak of severe weather that we're having
That's
here.
definitely going to be
God
one to keep
damn.
an eye on.
Excuse me.
Hold your gas. Damn.
Dang, look at that.
I can't help
Storms
it.
developing
I
east of
can't fucking
Shreveport.
help
That
it.
was
I've
not
never
on the
seen
HRRR. Look at all of them.
Bullshit.
I don't think the HRRR developed 4 supercells
And we do still have a tornado
east of
warning, by the
Shreveport down
way,
here. Man,
for our friends in Hickman, Lewis, and Maury counties
imagine
in
that.
Tennessee.
Imagine you wake up, look at the HRRR, and nothing's there. Go to sleep, take a nap, and you wake up at 5 o'clock. There's 4 supercells to your east. That's why you can't rely off just the HRRR.
All right, let me pull this up on the 3 view. This is what that tornado warning looks like down here in Tennessee.
That's why
I
I'm
zoom
tempted
out, you
to
can see
chase tomorrow.
relative.
HRRR only
Here's
has one
Nashville.
supercell, but
Tornado warnings down
what
here
if
to the
it's
south
wrong?
and west.
you know how wrong the HRRR has been this year? It's only been like
And
semi
we're just tracking this as it goes up
It's every
towards
day
Bond
it has
and
been
Shady
wrong
Grove.
about something with storms or their placement or the timing or the
This storm
strength
looks
or
like
something.
it's not getting stronger though, so that's good. We'll see what
There's
happens
not a
with it
lot of
over the
wind
next little
shear,
bit,
Kevin.
but
There's
right
not a
now,
lot of lower level wind
it
shear
looks like it might try to.
like
It doesn't
yesterday.
look like it's getting a lot stronger, so we're going to check back in with this here in a minute. But nevertheless, we need to stay in our safe spots.
There's
in
not
Bond,
a lot. Which
Shady
once I
Grove,
saw
and
that, that's
Williamsport
when
for the next 20
that's
minutes.
when I realized it wasn't going to go moderate.
At least.
Yo, Ryan, buckle up for this question from the chat. Ryan Scott wants to know, and honestly,
But we still
I'm
could see a
curious too.
strong, a
Could
few
you
strong
use a
tornadoes
squirrel
today,
suit in a
potentially even an
tornado?
intense tornado.
Lol.
That
An
violent tornado
adventurous
threat is
thought.
going to be
What do you
near
think?
unachievable.
What the heck, y'all bot? What the... Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. But thank you very much for that very good question. I'll think on it a little bit while we go over the rest of these warnings. Does anybody know what the heck you're talking about? A huge shout out to DM. Huge shout out to DM
Yeah,
for
the
the
HRRR only has like
100
one
gifted.
or two discrete
Dang,
supercells
DM is here
developing.
all the time doing this. And congratulations to all the new members once
A
again.
new tornado warning.
Thank you
has
guys
been
so much
issued.
for all the support.
A new tornado
We're
warning
flying all
has
over
been
the
I would
place
issued.
still
today.
watch out for
I know
tonight,
there's a
though,
ton of
'cause
people mad at me
tonight
right
could
now.
do
There's somebody
something.
typing right now. It's like, wow.
That's in
He's
Jackson,
not talking about
Tennessee.
my town at all. And I'm mad. And y'all bots just coming through and interrupting with a bunch of nonsense.
Tornado
This is the
warning
worst day of my
for
life. I am
man.
sorry.
Northwestern
okay?
That was a lot
Henderson
of
We're
County
trying our
in West
best here.
Tennessee,
We've got
Southeastern Gibson County in
I
West
think really
Tennessee,
good coverage of all these warnings.
Southwestern Carroll
We're
County
just trying
in
to
West
manage them
Tennessee,
equally for everybody.
Madison County
This
in
is a
West
look at that
Tennessee,
storm that's
Carroll,
coming into
Gibson,
Jackson.
Henderson, and Madison County
Okay,
in Tennessee.
so I think it's important that we
There you go.
continue to
New warning.
talk about
in
this.
effect,
This is a
Jackson,
tornado
Tennessee,
warning
under
now
a tornado warning
for
now.
Jackson
Make sure
in
you're in your
Tennessee.
safe spot.
This is Carroll, Gibson, and Henderson counties in Tennessee. We've got a tornado warning, and this is what the
no longer at an
the storm looks
observed
like as it comes
warning.
in. This is on the
I will
Radar
double
Omega
check though,
network,
just in case.
and
Yeah.
we're going to keep an eye on
No
this as it
observed
goes up
warnings,
towards
everything's
Jackson.
down
Interstate
radar
40
indicated.
between Denmark and Mount Gilead is going to be a dangerous place to be over the next little bit.
It's right now. It is high Cape, low
A new
shear, but as we
tornado
get into the
warning has
evening, it
been
might be
issued.
Alright, we got a
closer
new
to
tornado
high
warning.
Cape, moderate shear.
Tornado warning.
A new tornado
Southeast
warning has been
Lincoln
issued.
County in central Illinois, northeastern Sangamon County in central Illinois,
Where now?
southwestern DeWitt County in central Illinois, northern Macon County in central Illinois, DeWitt, Logan, Macon, and Sangamon County in Illinois.
They're here
Continued radar
right near
indicated
warning.
Interstate
Heard that?
72, moving up
in
towards
Illinois.
Latham, Niantic, and Forsyth.
No,
so
I
take
heard
shelter
nothing.
now.
Still no
We're
rotation
out
on
there
our
in,
discrete
once
storm.
again, DeWitt,
They
Logan,
just
Macon,
extended
and
that
Sangamon
tornado warning
counties
Now
out
it's
there
in
near
under
Illinois.
Springfield.
This is a dangerous
It's now
storm.
it
Not
now
even
And we do
includes
have Richard Sample on
Clinton,
this right now. This is
Illinois,
what it looks like.
Fort
from Richard
Seth,
Sample's point of
Illinois,
view.
and just
So
on the
he's
north
going to show
side
us
of
again
Decatur,
the big rotating
Illinois.
mesocyclone as it comes in. But
Oh,
honestly, right now, these Tennessee storms are the ones that are catching my eye the most. If we take a look at the storm coming into Jackson, Tennessee right
Let's
now
go back up to
on radar, it is really ominous looking. You
Eastern
can
Arkansas, not
clearly
much there.
see the rotation more than any of these other
These storms further
So,
south, I really am
this is
curious
a
to see if any of them
Unfortunate situation
really
for the
try to
residents of
rotate
Jackson.
in this
We're going to
area
hope that
here.
the rotation kind of lets up a little bit, but if it doesn't, this could actually produce a tornado as it comes into the
pretty
greater
big
Jackson
gap
area.
in convection here that the HRRR did not have. So noteworthy that the HRRR had this stuff fully clustered and almost linear. Almost linear.
If you know anybody in Jackson, Tennessee, call them and
at
let them
this
know what's
point.
Uh-oh.
Those storms further south, I mean, that might be the area to watch.
Mm,
That
Yeah,
area
call
is
'em and let 'em
actually
know what's up.
more favorable
Excuse me.
than West Tennessee.
Yeah, I call
Bullshit.
bullshit.
Yeah, these storms down here,
You're really trying to get me fucking
all of
my
these,
stream trauma.
All right, I'm going to pull up
terminated
the
over here.
camera
I know
full
you
here.
are,
I think we
Bubba's.
need to
these
focus
southern
on
ones.
this
What
one
are
because
these
as far as
surface
I can tell,
observations?
this one's
87
something that we've actually got to be a
If
little
you weren't,
concerned
you
about here
wouldn't
for
be
our
trying
friends
to
in Jackson.
Or you wouldn't be doing dumb shit.
And then we'll also
Yeah,
we'll
watch
we'll
those
keep that
southern
above
ones.
my head, and then we'll go over to the other tornado
Try to
warning in Tennessee.
remember to come back to them every
Luckily,
now
they
and
And
then.
the
know it's
rotation
just
with this
some
one, notice how
idiot.
it's not quite as robust. But it's still there. We still have rotation here between Buffalo and Etna.
I think it was
moving
this
up towards
storm
Shady
that
Grove.
we were watching closely.
So
This
we
one
do
here.
need to, once again, be taking shelter here in Hickman, Tennessee. But this supercell, the one over
Southeast
here for Hickman
Arkansas.
County, Tennessee, is definitely losing steam. All right, now I tell
Not
you what's
much
not losing
happening
steam. It's the big
tornadic-wise in
supercell that's
southwest
behind
Kentucky
that,
right now.
that's coming out
Line
of
in Tennessee
Parsons.
is weakened very
so
rapidly.
if we look at the storm that's
Wow.
coming into Lobelville right now,
That is weakened
that's actually a
very,
pretty
very
nasty
rapidly
looking storm
all
here.
in eastern Kentucky,
and it's going to
East
be bringing
Tennessee
in
as
some
well.
large hail into Lobelville here soon. We're talking about
Goddamn.
1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. I
Hey.
wouldn't be surprised if that actually brought about
Let's
larger
see, what
hail.
about this one?
And remember, this is ultimately the storm that will be hitting
Oh,
Nashville later. So we're going to be
I
tracking this
feel-
thing all the way up into Nashville.
Sorry, I was checking something. I got distracted. Yes, these down here in northeast Tennessee not looking good either at the moment.
Carrie, thanks for the 10 gifted.
They just issued a severe watch.
All right, real quick, let's go check back in on our
Down
Illinois
here.
tornado warning. This is for DeWitt, Logan, and Macon and Sangamon counties in
20
Illinois.
and
We've still
then
got a big area of
05,
rotation
so
coming together here.
Still could see a
does look
tornado
like
or two.
it's, getting a little bit more organized as it gets closer to Illiopolis. So this is something that we have to keep watching for as this goes towards Orienta and Argenta in Illinois. 44 minutes left on that tornado warning. Now back in
Not
Tennessee,
a
we've got
tornado watch, which is good news. Depends on
28
where
minutes
in
left on this
Mississippi.
tornado warning. Okay, so we haven't forgot about you down here near
There's a tornado
Lynchburg.
report there.
The
Video
storm's
viewed on
just
webcam.
it continues to
also
crank
reported
right
it by
along
media.
as it goes towards Winchester. Okay,
So yeah,
that
was
bigger
literally
updates,
observed by the camera,
Other than that, it's moving
that I was
towards
watching.
Winchester. The next
I was just
area
too
that
late.
the rotation's going to go
I
over
was
is
too late
Liberty
to
Hill.
do it,
It's
so I
right
didn't
over
see it.
Gettyston right now. We still don't have any indication that this is down, but it could reach the ground by the time it gets to Broadview and Winchester. So get ready out there in this part of Tennessee.
Yeah, low level wind shear is a very big
so
part.
much.
That's one of the first things I look at for a tornado threat, and I
There's
thought
so
it was
much
going to
going on right
improve
now.
here towards
And by
now,
the way, y'all,
but
I'm
it really
we've got,
hasn't.
some,
I thought it would be
we
close,
got Frank in the chat.
close
We've
to
got Kinsey.
widespread
We've
150,
got
and
some
it's
people
still at
hanging out, but as far
100.
as information relay goes, I'm solo today. It's just me and y'all bot.
Hey, Ryan,
Andy's
trying to get
chasing.
confirmation on this, but one of my viewers said that
So that
the
leads to
city of
very
Iuka in
bleh
Mississippi,
photographs.
Northeast Mississippi,
very,
their
very
cell
bleh
service
photographs
and
out here.
TV networks are down. The only way that they have
All along this
ability to
line.
see
You can see
anything
it does
is if they
improve
have a
in
Wi-Fi
Tennessee, and watch
connection.
the one in northeast
So trying to
Mississippi.
confirm that may be something
Much
that we
better
wanna look
photographs
into
up
because
here,
that was
especially where
one
we're
of my
seeing that
target
tornadic
areas,
activity. So the
Wow.
difference between
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely
100
look into that.
and 150
Um,
0 to 1 kilometer
and,
shear is large.
yeah, that's going to be a dangerous situation.
That's what I was
if that's
talking about out
actually
here
the case.
in Arkansas, northeast Louisiana later.
But anyways,
That looks pretty good,
meteorologist
but
Andy
where these
Hill, he's
storms
out
are
chasing
right
today.
now,
He's on his chasecation.
This area
and
here,
everybody
not very
else on the team
favorable
pretty much is
for
out there with the y'all squad
tornadoes at
helping
the
people that
moment.
just got hit by tornadoes. So we're slinging the
At least
information out as
in the
good
lower
as we
levels. If you
can.
go to the lower levels here,
Who's
here,
Mama Bear?
future
and
projection of
as
lower
I'm flying
levels.
solo. But
You
this
see
is
in
a
2
great view of the
hours,
storm that's coming into
uh,
Springfield.
That's
And
6
this
o'clock
is a
Eastern.
view of the
Apparently going to get up
rotating
to
storm here near
150 out
Gettyston,
there
moving
in
into
northern
greater
Mississippi,
portions
but by
of
the time that
Winchester,
happens, things will
Tennessee.
be
Let's go check in
linear
on
and
that
clustered.
storm in Mississippi,
However,
by
we
the way,
said
where
that yesterday,
we are
and
concerned.
look what happened
if-
yesterday.
If we've
We
got a
ended up
situation
with
down
like
here
an
where people
additional
aren't
10
able to watch
tornadoes
their
after
local
things went
news or
clustered.
whatever it is today, that might actually be a big
once the
problem because
shear
these storms are
increased. So,
primed to
I would
rotate
not.
and potentially
I would
produce
still
tornadoes
not
later.
rule out a couple
So we are
tornadoes and a
really
strong
watching
tornado
this
or
storm.
two.
Okay, we're watching this storm as
And
it
I
goes up
wouldn't.
towards
I wouldn't
Boonville.
completely
And
rule
we're
out
going
an
to watch
intense
every little
tornado.
blip that pops up here, and
But
as
it's
soon
just,
as
I'm getting
warnings
a little
come out,
more
we will be the
iffy on
first
it.
to let you know. Okay.
We'll really start looking for that strong tornado threat later.
Yeah, here's what the storm looked like in Springfield earlier when we had that radar.
Nope,
not
for
the
you, it
radar
just
indicator, but
shows
the weather
rain.
spotters
That's it.
as observed tornado warning.
In
So we
Johnson-
definitely had a big
Johnson
lowering
City,
there.
Tennessee.
So yeah, this is what sparked that warning in Springfield. Very
Star
ominous
City.
looking storm for sure, and that's pretty similar to what we were seeing from Richard.
So far away, Ben.
Ava,
But I mean, yeah, it's probably rotating.
you
at least to some
definitely
point,
either
to some
did have a
extent.
brief tornado, or it could have been a
All right,
big
so we're going
brief
to continue
tornado
to track the rest of these storms here as
near.
they come in.
Actually,
in
where you
Illinois,
went
we
one
got a
time
new
on
severe thunderstorm
when you
warning
had
for
your
Paxton.
camera on.
Paxton,
Like,
how
it
much
was
of that is
right
Canada,
near
Illinois,
there,
get
and how
ready
much of it
for
is
some
actually
Look,
wind
look at that!
change,
Look at that
60 mile
picture in
per hour
Battle
winds.
Round. Like
And
it
of
was
course,
right
this one's
fucking
rotating
next
too.
door.
It's got a rotating mesocyclone
I
right
would
over
say, though,
Interstate
it's at
57,
least
moving up towards
rotating by
Ludlow and
some.
Paxton. Get into your safe spot. Get ready for it out here. We also got a new tornado
That
possible severe
thing
thunderstorm warning.
Could have,
Considering it
way
has
down
if it
here
had
around
more
near
wind shear,
Elaine
it would
in
probably still
Mississippi.
be on the ground.
Likely has at least some
Okay,
rotation
so
with
this
it.
is a dangerous storm coming out of DeWitt, moving towards Elaine with 1-inch hail and
That
60
had a-
mile per hour
a
winds. Now,
pretty big wall
Franklin
cloud on
and
it.
Moore counties in
Dog.
Tennessee, we do have a.
This is the most
Illinois,
random
a
shit
tornado
ever.
in
But
Georgia,
hey,
Florida,
Jefferson,
Kentucky.
you might want
At
to
the
mute
And this is what it looks like out there
my audio for your
in your neck of
stream
the woods.
because I'm about to say something fucked up
Near Beach Hill and
that the stream does
Blossom.
not need to be hearing.
So we're the storm as it moves in towards
too many tabs.
you. This is actually what it looks like in Estill Springs right now.
Much better.
Not
Not
mute
that.
me on Discord. I said mute my fucking audio
So we're
on
gonna
your
watch this storm as it
stream.
gets closer.
I can't.
Anyways,
This is actually what it looks like in around
well,
Jackson,
your stream's
Tennessee.
about to get taken down with what
So
I gotta
we
say.
continue to have a tornado warning over
once-
here as well for the Jackson, Tennessee area, and we've got a very good view thanks to
about
the
this
Radar
storm in
Omega camera
Tennessee?
out there.
Yeah, the one for
of
Lynchburg,
the
Tennessee,
downtown
still
Jackson area.
Doesn't look impressive.
Yeah. Can't mute him, but I can also.
I mean, it's
can
tried to
deafen
tighten up, but it's really failed, and the one northeast Mississippi's failed as well.
So we really need you to take shelter out here if you are in Jackson. Yeah, the rotating part of the storm is going to go right up into
It
town.
may even be
So
difficult to hit a
that
strong
lowering
tornado
that you see
status
there in
today.
the distance, that should continue to come straight towards the camera here, and the camera is in downtown Jackson, and that's where the tornado would come out if there's going to be a tornado.
That may be difficult too.
Holy crap!
Just because the lower level wind shear, it's just
Look
not
at
good.
my stream, Ava. That's a big ass lowering coming right into downtown
Jefferson.
Jacksonville. Or downtown
One time when I was
Jackson
at-
in Tennessee. Holy
One time when I was
moly.
at the store, I seen this old man pranking his shit in front of a bunch of
Yeah,
a
if you
bunch
want to
of
send
teen
in
girls.
photos and stuff, you can do
I-
so.
I
on
called
Twitter
the fucking
at Ryan
cops.
Hall, y'all.
Oh,
We still haven't worked it
And
into
he
the
got
app yet.
arrested for.
we've already had
And yeah, if you know
3
anybody out
tornadoes.
there
It
that
was a public
you know
indecency.
needs coverage today, if
From
somebody
what I
doesn't have
read.
TV,
4. We've had 4
or
tornadoes
so,
so far.
lots of people's know weather radios
and
aren't
2
working
of
today.
those
Feel free to send them this
were in
link.
this area.
We're going to be here commercial
had one
free all
down
day
here
relaying
and
this
one up
information
here.
for free. And
So we've had 2 tornadoes in our main
yeah,
risk
hopefully
today.
we're able to reach some people out there that need the info. Millions
the
of
main
people are
risk
under the
is
gun today
nowhere
for
near
significant severe
over.
weather. We are
This is
jumping
how
around a
far we
lot
are
because some
into
of these
our main
people are in
risk.
Illinois, some of them are in South
So
Carolina,
we are
some of
done
them are in
with this
Arkansas.
little sliver
But
right in here.
we are getting the information out there,
Just
especially
the
the
west
most
side of the enhanced
life-threatening
light
stuff.
and marginal is all we're done with.
So
Very small
anytime there's
portion.
a tornado
But
somewhere
the
and
greatest
it does
tornado
damage,
threat is
we go to that town and we
right
help them out
here.
with the y'all squad. Thanks to y'all.
Like when the storms first
and
fire.
we also talk to
that's
the
where the
people and we
greatest
say,
tornado
well,
threat
how did
is
you
in
know to
this
take
area
shelter?
here.
And the people who are watching us that end
Most
up getting hit by
specifically, the
tornadoes
greatest
always
threat
say
is expected to
that
be
they saw
here.
somebody
Northern
post it on
Mississippi,
Facebook. They saw somebody
Tennessee,
share it on
Northern
TikTok. They
Alabama.
saw somebody share it on whatever. Or my aunt
and
sent
that
it to
is
me in a text
not doing
message.
as much as I thought it would
It's
be
never
doing.
like
And
Like,
you
you
know,
guys,
it's never
one
like,
day,
of course
Bubba's
I was
that
watching.
exactly what he just
You know,
said.
like,
One
like,
day,
it's always-
somebody
it's
will
a
come,
grassroots
say
thing.
that
So it doesn't
they
work,
saw
unless we
a
all,
guy named
kind of
meteorologist
spread it
Cameron
out there,
Jordan
so.
WX shared it on YouTube.
Not
I know
any
I
better.
yap about this quite a bit, and I
I'm
hate
sh-
doing
I'm
it, but
I'm
anytime I
literally
remind
sharing.
people, it usually
I'm
does
not,
help
you know,
get us out there
taking
to more
Ryan's
people. So put
stream
it out
and
there on
using it.
Facebook,
I'm sharing it
TikTok,
to other
Twitter,
people that
and all
might
that
need
good
the
stuff.
information.
and then hit the like button too.
Or they could
so
just
the YouTube
watch his
algorithms
stream.
can hopefully get us in front of these people who might not
Observe
have a
tornado
better
warning
option
again.
to get
Maybe
coverage.
if you weren't streaming
that's the
someone else's
Jackson,
fucking
Tennessee
stream,
storm.
you would
New
not be
information.
accused of
This
taking
tornado
another
warning
fucking
has just
As
been
it
stream.
goes
upgraded.
up
Now
into
observe.
Jackson,
Just play that
Tennessee,
again.
and we're gonna have a
Is that
front
right?
row view.
New
from
information.
Jackson.
This tornado warning
So
has
what's
been
going
We have
on
a
with
tornado on the
Jackson,
ground coming into
Tennessee.
Jacksonville, apparently.
Very strong storm coming up towards you right now. Get ready along Interstate 40.
And I clearly don't see
between
one.
Jackson and Claybrook.
I'm looking right at the base of the show.
I'm
Whoa!
gonna take this
Never
one
mind, I
here
do. Right there. Right there
down
on the
to
ground.
Tennessee.
I'm hearing thunder. I'm hearing thunder here. at the
Never
weather house.
mind,
Let's go check
there
some
it
on
Memphis
is.
Memphis,
radar. I don't even
Kentucky.
have the Memphis radar open, and
Yep,
that's the
got
one
a
we're
little bit of
using
thunder coming
the
up.
most.
right now.
Looks like a pretty violent tornado too.
So tornado on the
Multi-vortex.
ground here, according to weather spotters.
I have a tornado
Okay,
on my
good.
stream right now on camera. Right there,
It is
Bubba's.
an
Look at that.
observed warning,
A
so
form-
tornadoes
have to
on
move
the
Form
ground.
a possible,
The camera's
possible
pointing
tornado,
straight
a
at us.
possible
Does
intense
not shock us.
tornado
That is
forming.
using
It gets
a tornado
closer
either.
to Prestonsburg and
But
Wheel right
most
here.
likely,
We are
all
gonna
these
have some
tornadoes.
strong
Bubba,
winds
that's a
blowing into
multi-vortex
Pikeville, Kentucky
tornado.
here
Look at
soon.
that.
So get
Where?
ready for that.
Look at my
Very,
screen
very
on
weak and
Discord.
light.
I
This right
have
here is
it
just
on
gonna
my
be some wind and
stream
rain,
right
though. It's
now
really
on
not
Discord
looking like it's
and
gonna be that
YouTube.
intense.
I'm looking at a camera that's pointing
But we'll
right
be
at
keeping
it.
an eye on it as it comes in, and then we're also going to continue to keep an eye on this.
Oh, fuck.
This is our storm that's continuing to spin.
See that
like
multi-vortice
crazy
that just
over
I had
here
no
in
idea,
DeWitt, Logan, Macon,
NATO
and
cast last
Sangamon
night
counties
went
in
15
Illinois.
seg for today.
And that's headed right for the
In two
camera.
different
there's
areas.
another
So we
vortice
need to
right
take
there.
shelter in these
Oh my
The
areas,
NATO
God.
cast
especially if we're up there
went
towards Marora
small
and Forsyth. And
That's a
Illinois.
violent
North
tornado,
and west
dude.
of
in
Decatur.
Kentucky and
That's
Tennessee
not-
and
North
northeast
and
That's
west of
not no
Decatur.
fucking normal tornado right there, I don't
NATO
think.
cast not very
No, that's fucking violent.
not very consistent with its
Ryan,
updates.
y'all bot here with a quick pulse check from the chat. The main focus seems to be Jackson.
I hope that
Tennessee.
just lifted, because
There's
if
a
it
heavy
didn't, it's
stream
going to
of
go right
comments
into
about
downtown
tornado warnings
Jacksonville.
and sirens active in that area.
Well, it was
and
a
folks are
near
definitely
full-blown
concerned.
supercell before. It had a pretty good hook, but now
All
it
right, we're
literally
going to
is
jump back
just a
down to
tornado
Jackson
from a
right here
rain
in a second,
shower.
but I do think it's important that we
Tornado from a rain shower, there it
continue to
is.
talk about this because this looks like it's about to put down another tornado as
So
it gets
tornado
close to the
being
Latham,
observed
Hemmond,
near
and
Jackson
Warrensburg communities
in
in
southwest
Illinois. We need you
Tennessee
to take shelter if you
being
haven't
your safe
already.
spot
Now,
there.
Jackson, this is what's coming for you. That lowering is getting closer to
possibly
us.
70
and,
mile
we
an hour
need to be
winds with
taking
this
shelter.
severe
That
in
thing
two areas
could drop a tornado imminently.
going
Okay,
into western
we do not
Tennessee,
want to
so,
play around with this. We do
north-
have
He
a
said
weather spotters
imminently,
Well, I
observed
think
literally,
tornado
it
warnings
just
there,
dropped
potentially
one.
7
So
mile
He
an hour
missed
winds
it.
apparently we are seeing some
to
damage
a
being
million
done
I
area,
watched
on
it.
the
over the next
surface
30 minutes
as a
or
result
so.
of that spinning
Yeah, but he
funnel that
clearly
is-
I'm
didn't see it, but it literally
So
just
once
dropped
again,
one
Jackson,
right
Tennessee,
over
this is
here.
a live view
It didn't
of
drop
the
right there.
tornadic
Just got
storm
out
coming into
20
town
minutes
right now.
later. Yep. Depends exactly where you are, but there's some very heavy rain. Princeton, Illinois.
Look at this thing on right. Oh
west
my
of
god.
Sterling, Illinois. Paxton.
Yeah, it's
Illinois.
going. Yeah, right where I
South
thought it
Carolina,
was, right
Illinois.
here
Their
on
safe
the
spots.
right side of
Look
that
at that.
camera.
Also, we got to
Club
think about
reported for
downstream.
Braxton,
What happens
Illinois.
downstream?
It
Oakfield,
was actually
Cotton
reported
Grove,
just to the
Claybrook,
southwest of Ludlow,
Poplar
Illinois.
Springs, Turtle Creek subdivision,
Wanna go
Spring
see
Creek,
that
Cedar
from
Grove.
radar
All you
if
guys
can.
are in the path of this as well.
I
Oh, yep,
literally had a.
definitely rotating.
I literally had a
For
possible
sure.
intense tornado, a short-lived intense tornado at that.
Yeah, no
on
wonder why
stream.
there's a funnel reported on that.
So-
Yeah, this radar Omega camera here,
definitely a
the
tornado
circulation is
trying
going
to
to
touch
cross
down,
right over top
to
of
the
it.
west of Ludlow right now.
I would
in
like to see what
eastern
that
So if
Illinois.
a
damage
tornado
is going
does
to be
happen,
rated.
we'll it's literally going to hit this camera. So
Hopefully, it
that's,
just hit some trees and not anything.
I
like
guess
a
that's a good
building.
thing.
Well,
Still
we'll
a
be able to
good
tell
Now
you
thinking
some
about
of
it,
the
if it would have hit a
But
building,
once
we
again,
would have
this is a
definitely
weather
noticed.
spotters
So
observed
that
tornado
rotation
right now.
Maybe
So apparently
corruption.
somebody has
Likely is
seen this
corruption
already
going
doing
towards
damage.
wind
Because
to
there
the
would have been
surface.
there would have been
We're
debris
southeast
everywhere if it
Arkansas.
would have
a
hit a
little bit
building.
into the
So
distance. You got to think about that.
Likely one of our best chance for a significant or intense tornado today
Whoa,
is
whoa,
out
whoa,
here
what's
in northeast
that?
Mississippi. This storm, it is not able to deliver
What?
just yet. It is
What's
very
that
much
right
struggling.
I
there?
don't know if this one's PTZ. I don't
There's a
know if they
little
can move
finger.
it or not.
Very, very much struggling.
Multiple little fingers.
yeah, I know.
Back to the observed
That's
warning for
rapidly
Jackson here.
rotating right there.
Yeah.
Still a velocity.
That might be a,
right over
that
the
that
I-40
that might
corridor,
be a
so
But
new
there's
yeah, that's
still
the
a
storm
area
that's
right
coming into
there.
Jackson right
Ground.
now. Next in line, that
directly
rotation is going
over
to go into Gilmore,
Jackson-
Lawrence, and then
Jackson
Cotton
in
Grove, and then
Southwest Tennessee.
Claybrook.
I think Ava
So
spotted
once
two
it gets
areas of
past the
rotation.
camera here, we're not going to be able to see much. So let's go over to the radar.
It
and
might
I'll tell
just
you
be
what
one
we
behind
see
big
the
here.
one,
storms
though.
in eastern
We've got a
Arkansas.
tight
He's
area of
trying to get out
rotation
in
right
front of
over
them
Interstate
again.
40, moving up towards the north and east, between
Thank
Oak
you.
Grove and or Oakfield and Cotton Grove.
All right, see if this is still observed.
So stay
Yep.
in your safe spots out here in
Still a
Jackson,
tornado
Tennessee.
being
This is a
observed
dangerous
in,
storm, but we
now
also
in
need to
Jackson.
continue to promote that same sentiment up here in areas north of Decatur in
No
Illinois.
debris being
This is what it looks like
shown
out there right
anywhere.
now.
It was
Damn it,
on the
not that
ground,
one.
so
This is what it looks like
they
out there
are
right now.
tilting the camera.
Very strong storm, still
Whatever's
rotating,
on
still
there
trying to
now,
produce a
still.
tornado.
Whoa,
in
there it
DeWitt,
is. There's
Logan,
motion.
And
yeah,
Sangamon
fucking
counties
pole in the
Illinois.
way, of course, out of all things. Let's see.
So once again, take shelter.
Yeah,
if you
look,
haven't
right
already,
there,
all the way up
rapid
there towards
motion.
Clinton. Let's go check out that new severe thunderstorm warning in Arkansas.
Camera guy, or camera operator, go to the right,
severe
go
we
to
actually
the
have
other
the camera
direction to try to
visual.
get a
10
better,
minutes ago,
a better
tornado on the
visual.
ground.
A much larger
Approaching
supercell
downtown
that's
Jackson.
formed near Dumas.
That
and that
camera
is
is
just
still
about to produce
live.
a
2
tornado
minutes
too,
ago,
isn't it?
no tornado tornado on the
Look
ground.
at that. This is
There's
not
no way
warned.
he's
This
watching
has
my
no
stream.
tornado warning with it yet. But
Oh,
I
there's
would
no
not
way.
be surprised. In fact,
How
I
does he
would be
know?
surprised if this didn't have a tornado
So it
warning.
looks like
system.
this
There's
is
no way
longer
this
on the
guy's
ground
watching
here.
my shit.
He goes up and down, we'll know.
So get ready out there in Arkansas.
Unless somebody else
Deshay, and
is
Drew
a lot more
counties.
famous than me is watching
All right,
my
let's come
shit,
back over
and
here to Jackson, Tennessee.
he heard it through that stream.
That's the lowering.
See this camera for
He
myself.
just zoomed in. I said zoomed in
As
if
it
he
goes,
is
by
listening.
Jackson now.
to
Now
the
remember, this is going to
stream,
continue
so-
to have the ability to produce a tornado as it goes off to the east.
Yep, not on the ground. So it's observed, but there is no tornado on the ground anymore.
Dang.
It was on the ground though.
If you're just now tuning in, we're having an outbreak of severe weather right now across portions of Tennessee.
No, that was corruption.
and you're looking
It's
at
been
a
there the
live
whole
shot
time. You can
of
see it.
the rotating part of the storm that just went through downtown Jackson and is now going to ride Interstate 40
all
up
on the
towards
southern
Mount
side
Gilead.
for that CC.
Also,
was
tonight's
a tornado
AC/DC concert has been
signature, it would
rescheduled to
be
tomorrow
here.
due to inclement weather. That was happening at the
down in
Nissan
here.
Stadium. All previously purchased tickets will be honored for the new date. The
Wanna go
ticket
back up to that
purchasers will
storm in
receive
eastern
an email
Illinois,
with this
see if it's
confirmation.
Still rotating. Not rotating nearly as well now. That
Go
broke
to the
apart
right
on
a
the
little bit?
last
Just a little bit.
scan. Quite a lot. So, funnel cloud was reported southwest of Paxton and likely nearly got a tornado west of Ludlow in
Tornado
east
right.
central
Quick pulse check
Illinois.
on the chat. The overwhelming focus is on Jackson,
You see
Tennessee.
the funnel?
There's a high
Wow,
volume
pretty
of
good
messages
rotation
about confirmed
now.
tornadoes, touchdowns,
Possibly
and
one of the
urgent
stronger
warnings
areas of
specifically
rotation
for
we've
that
seen
area.
today. About to go
We're-
over
we're honed
Warrensburg in Illinois.
On Jackson,
Currently
Tennessee.
tornado warned.
I'm
Doesn't look
seeing
like
a
more than
huge
about,
lowering here.
70
Thankfully, I'm
mile
not
per hour
seeing
velocities
anything
there.
down, but like we're at a
Warrensburg,
distance now to
Illinois,
where
make sure you're in your safe spot.
we could,
It's one of the
we
stronger
could
regions of
maybe
rotation
not
we've
see
seen today.
exactly the full condensation funnel. So we're just going to continue to assume that it's on the ground, right? We're going to
Storm
continue
back down
to
in
take
just
shelter
northwest
as
of
if it was.
Winchester, Tennessee.
Sounds like the
Very
right thing to do
broad
to me. Here's
velocity,
another
still
incredible
a
view
little rotation there.
of a supercell that's trying to
tornado
produce a
one for
tornado
12
right
more
now. Now, this
minutes.
doesn't have a tornado warning, but this
The
definitely
observed
is
tornado
rotating as it
warning
comes over Whitfield.
still says observed,
This is
but
a
the
live view
tornado
of
is
the
now
severe
lifted
thunderstorm that's coming over
before it
Whitfield right
moved
now and
into
moving over
Jackson,
towards Centerville.
Tennessee.
What the
So
hell
this
was
is
the
that?
hat.
hit
This is
by
one of the
that.
HAZ
Look at
cams
that.
that's
This is now
available in the
upgraded severe for
WeatherWise app.
70
Once
mile an
again,
hour winds. We talked
that's a
about
free
this
app
storm
that you can get.
earlier.
You can
They
track
I think I
it,
just
the
witnessed a
radar,
multi-vortice in the
radar,
fucking
radar,
parking lot
radar,
down in the street.
in the WeatherWise app,
border
Right
it's in
there.
the description if you want to try that out. I recommend it. It could be very
in
helpful
about
for you,
25 minutes.
especially if you're mad at me because I keep leaving your
What the
storm.
fuck was that?
You can just
I'm gonna
kinda
go
hold
back
that
on my
your
footage.
own.
I'm gonna let you see this.
But yeah, this is coming up towards Centerville right now in Tennessee. So we're gonna watch that rotating part of the storm come up towards you. Jackson, Tennessee, how are we
Do
doing?
any of them have
the
anything?
rotating
Yeah,
part
right
of the storm
there.
is now past Jackson, Tennessee.
Is there a wall
It's
cloud
now
on it?
riding up
It's in a
See?
good
Right
environment.
there.
closer to Gilmore,
Watch
moving
that
up
footage.
past Cotton
Pretty
Grove.
sure it's in
Within the
almost
next
the
10
best
minutes, it'll be all the way up there
environment we
towards
have
right
Spring
now.
Creek. So Jackson, Tennessee, hopefully you
A
guys
new
are all
tornado
Right there, look
warning
at that.
has been issued.
in the chat.
Yeah, I think it
A
is.
New tornado warning.
So
Yeah,
that's
it
what's
is
going
very
on there.
close to the
Okay.
best.
I saw that.
Now
Yeah.
let's go over here to Fountain Hill and Montrose in Arkansas. This
See
is
that
Ashley
brief?
County, Arkansas.
Watch that
where
just
we've got a
spin up out of
severe
nowhere.
thunderstorm warning. So we need you to get indoors and away from windows out here. Now let's go look at that new tornado warning in
Tornado
Louisiana.
warning
My
for
goodness,
Oh.
add another state to the
Southwestern
list.
Union Parish in north central
Oh, fuck, it was the
Louisiana.
General
Yeah,
Hospital.
you heard
Whoa!
that right.
Lincoln Parish
Tornado
in
warning
north central
What?
Louisiana, Lincoln,
In
and
Louisiana.
Union County
Tornado
in
warning in
Louisiana.
Louisiana
Here we go.
now.
Area I
Hold
talked
on.
about earlier,
Lincoln and Union
for a
Parish
tornado threat
in Louisiana.
with these
Oh, of
four
course, the
supercells
nearest
that
fucking
fired
radar
into
in
Take
town.
Louisiana.
shelter out here between
How long
Mills
One of
has
them
the
now
ULM
Darvon
radar been
and
down
and
for?
Swiftwater Landing. This is
Too
going to bring
long.
about a
Pretty
potential
good
tornado over the
rotation.
next
Looks like some
40 minutes
corruption,
to
though. It's on the
Terrell
southern
Bring
over
end,
there
that
towards
down.
Kings Lake.
likely somewhat
shelter now.
corrupted velocities there, but a tornado trying to drop very near Farmerville, very
Dang.
close to Farmerville.
That is a nasty looking
in,
storm coming into
Louisiana.
Centerville, Tennessee right now.
New severe out here for Morristown.
How are we
this is
doing in
mainly just
Memphis?
Big time wind threat, 60 mile an hour winds. Hail threat is very low.
Oh, good old Memphis. How we
Possibly
doing out there?
hail as high as and as large
I
as
still
maybe
love
Man,
it.
there's
Sure,
storms
one
everywhere.
impact.
I can't get a.
That hail threat should remain less
You know,
than
last
an
night
inch
it
in
was so
diameter.
nice because I felt like we were able to focus on one city
Mainly
at a
just
time.
60
Each city got hit at their
mainly
own
60
time, and we were
mile-an-hour
just kind
winds
of
there.
like moving right along with it. But no, everything's happening at once here. Memphis, Tennessee. We've got a storm to your north that is causing some ruckus here around Marion, over towards
Back up to Illinois.
Bingestown, moving over towards
Just watch
Millington.
this storm near
We do have a
Warrenburg
severe
really, really
thunderstorm warning
closely.
here. 70-mile-per-hour winds are going to be possible, and this is actually what it looks like right
Just
now
watching that very closely.
in the middle of that severe thunderstorm.
Warrenburg, Illinois. Looks like that did break apart.
So
on the
this
new
is
scan, so
to the
that's
north
good.
and west of Tennessee here. Is it outside? Yeah, if you don't care. It's
Let's
in
go
it.
back down to
No.
Arkansas again.
Don't do
So
it
we're
if you
still
don't.
watching this
like, if
prefrontal
it's really bad
supercell
out there.
capable of rotating.
Thank you. It's It's
Not
pouring the rain.
Yet seeing anything that
The
shows
rain.
it being
Yes, the rain.
a wall cloud or
And
nothing
Allie
like that.
kindly offered to pull my golf cart into the garage for me because I always forget. Anyways, this is what it looks like in that severe thunderstorm warning. Moving towards
a new mesoscale
Bingestown.
discussion from the
Once again,
SBC. I
you've
will
got
show you
a
guys that
severe
as soon as the graphic
thunderstorm
comes
coming in there towards Crittenden.
rotation.
Yeah, it just sounds wrong to me
Yeah,
when
it's
people say
likely
it's pouring
not
rain.
rotating that much. Might have
I don't
a
know
little
why.
rotation
It
with
probably
it,
sounds
though.
wrong to everybody else when I say it's pouring the rain. That's what it's doing. So yeah, get ready north of
New
Memphis.
tornado watch for the potential of an increasing wind threat as high as 80 to 90 miles per hour, as
For
well
a
as an
strong storm.
increasing tornado
Now
threat.
let's take a look
for
at
the
this
potential
strong
of a
storm that
tornado or
continues to
two,
come together here
and an increasing
near
threat
Winchester,
for
Arkansas.
hail, potentially
Winchester,
hail up to
Arkansas.
about
Here's a
2 inch
live
in
drone
diameter.
shot from storm chaser Corey Gherkin, showing once again a live shot of the storm
So,
coming
new
into
MCD there.
Winchester, Arkansas. There's not a tornado warning
Like I
with
said,
this,
I'll
but
show you
man, this
guys
thing
the
is
graphic once I get
rotating
it.
as it comes in. So once again, this is a live shot
New
from Corey
information.
Gherkin
This tornado warning has
of
been
the
upgraded.
rotating
New
storm
information.
coming over towards
This
Winchester,
tornado warning
Arkansas.
has been
Take
upgraded.
shelter. There's
Alright.
there's hail and wind coming. We don't have a
Let's
confirmed
go back to
tornado or
Tennessee
anything,
here.
but we do have a very strong storm coming in. All right, let's go
Where?
back to our HazCam here. Let's go back to the
Northeastern
new
Franklin
tornado
One's coming
County in Middle
into,
Tennessee, Franklin County in
Tennessee here. My goodness, we've got
Yeah, they're
storms.
continuing that warning
left
because
and
it
right,
still looks
in
like
and
it
out
has
the
a look on
wazoo.
radar, and it's still
We just got a
a
new
little
tornado
area of
warning
rotation enough to warrant another
for
warning
Franklin
here.
County, Tennessee. So our rotation here is
into
continuing to
Winchester,
come
Tennessee.
over
I'm
into
pretty
the
sure
Estill
this is the
Springs
storm
area
that dropped a
in
tornado
Franklin
in
County,
Alabama.
Tennessee.
about
Make sure we're
30
taking
minutes
shelter
before we
if we
started
haven't
the live
already.
stream.
This is a dangerous storm all the way
Yep,
over there to
it is.
Sewanee and Greenhall.
I just wanted to check that. I just wanted to see if it was. Confirmed tornado in Illinois.
All right, let's check in on the
apparently. That might
Jackson,
be just
Tennessee
a
storm.
bug on
This is still
GR Earth.
rotating.
It is not.
And it's moving up now
It is
towards
now
Mount
observed.
Gilead. So
That is
Mount
not just
Gilead,
a
you guys
bug.
need to be taking shelter. We don't have
Emergency-
any recent confirmation, but the last we heard,
Emergency
this was down.
management.
So we need to be
Emergency
taking shelter
management
out
has
there
confirmed a
in
tornado on
the
ground
Mount Gilead
and
area.
near Warrenburg.
This is what it looks like on the road out there. This is where the tornado would
12
hit
miles
within the next little bit,
northwest.
if it's going to do that.
Rise
So
of storm,
get ready
and
for
that
that.
would
should be
put
ramping
it-
up pretty quick. You can see the
That would
inflow
put it
tail that's
right
forming
near
on the
that
backside of
velocity
this.
couplet.
It has looked elevated to this up to this point.
So tornado on the
but it
ground
is starting to ramp
somewhere
up just
generally
west
in
of
this
Boonville.
area.
We do have a lowering and a wall cloud as well. So this one's strengthening really fast.
It did pick up the rotation. You can
All right,
see
guys,
it
if
clearly.
you're just now tuning in, we have
Right
a
in here. I mean, this
massive
was really
amount of
starting to
storms
rotate.
coming together out there. We've got tornadoes dropping
A new
left and
tornado
right.
All this area
warning has
here.
We've
been
got
issued.
new cells forming
and it
left and
likely
right.
just dropped
A
a
new
tornado
tornado
as
warning
far
has
north
been
as
issued.
Illinois,
lifting now that
and as
they've
far
observed
south
it.
as Louisiana. We're talking about Kentucky. We're talking about Arkansas, and we're talking about a bunch of Tennessee. I'm doing my
Like this
best
one
to
that's
jump
still
around
observed.
here
Is this
and
still
talk
on the
about
ground? They have
the
kept
most
this
important
observed.
things as they happen. But you got to bear with me.
Apparently, weather spotters
My
have
goal
still
is to focus on
confirmed
the
a
most
tornado on the ground
life-threatening
along
things.
the
You've got a big
I-40
storm
corridor
happening at
here,
your house right now, and I'm not talking about
northeast of
you. That's
Jackson,
probably a
Tennessee.
good thing. That's probably a good thing. I would recommend
Tornado
everyone
warning
follow
for
along
Central
on
Hickman
their
County
own
in Middle
radar
Tennessee.
app. And there's a
Hickman
free one,
County
not
in
trying to sell you
Tennessee.
anything. There's a free one on the App Store right now
Alright.
called WeatherWise. It's Weather,
Is that for that
W-I-S-E.
cell
I would
there?
download it
Yeah, that's
and
what I was
follow
thinking it
along.
was for.
All right, so this is what
this one's much
that
more
newer
difficult to
tornado warning
see.
looks like here for Hickman counties in Tennessee.
Or rotation.
or Hickman County in Tennessee. We've got a strong storm coming in right now.
That's for Centerville,
the way that
Tennessee.
we
Make
were
sure
looking
you're
at
in
it
your
was
safe
from
spot.
the HazCam here.
Don't really see
and
a lot
we
of
completely
rotation
lost
there,
visibility of the
but they have tornado
the
warned
base
it
of the
just
storm.
in case it
so
is
it's
rotating.
completely been taken over by rain. So if this is going to try to
So make
produce
sure
a
you're in
tornado,
your
it'll be
safe
rain
spot,
wrapped at this
Centerville,
point.
Tennessee.
So we've got to keep that in mind as the storm moves on in. Well, here's another camera that we have in Centerville. Okay, this is from the Cyclone Port Network. We can't see the base of the storm, but we
That
can
one's
see the
very
storm as it
difficult
comes
to
in
tell
towards
if,
Little Lot
it's
and
rotating a lot or not.
Prim Springs. And here's another view that we have
Let's see here.
from just south of that. So we're going to keep an eye on all of these, but just keep in mind, the best thing that we can do, even if we can't see it, even if we can't necessarily see it with our own eyes here, the best thing we can do is just take shelter.
Looks like
if we're
this
under a
is
tornado warning
this just
right
dropped
now.
a tornado. Yeah, it looks
also,
like
we need
cameras.
to be really thinking
the
about
same
these
camera
storms
that
that are
just
not
observed
warned
a
yet,
previous
including the one
tornado.
down here in
Was that
Arkansas
not with this same
that
storm?
Corey Gherkin is showing
It
us right
wasn't.
now.
It was
This
with
is
the prefrontal. So
I mean, that's a
yeah, the same camera.
That's a storm that's about to produce a tornado if I've ever seen one.
Actually, this
okay?
one might be the northern one.
So
We have two
Winchester
cameras
in
in this
Arkansas, you
area.
guys really need to be watching out. We've got a very
Yes, it's the
strong,
northern one. So the southern
rotating
camera
storm
observed
coming
a
in right
tornado,
now, and it could drop a tornado at
about
any
30
time.
minutes ago, and
This is a
now
live
this
drone
one
shot
seems to
right
have
now
just observed
of
a brief
the area
tornado
near
as well.
Florence in Arkansas.
So two
And then
cameras
here's a shot of
apparently
the
have observed
same
a
thing, but
tornado
from the
now.
ground at Brandon Kopic's level here.
Apparently, there was a brief touchdown west of Centerville. In
And
central
this is what it looks
Tennessee.
like right now in Centerville, Tennessee, as that strong storm comes through. Remember, this one's still tornado warned as well. We just no longer have a visual of the base of that storm. All right, let's go check out that newest severe thunderstorm warning up here in northwestern
Yeah,
Tennessee.
these cameras are definitely helping a lot. What is that?
We've
That's
got
like
a very
the,
strong storm
the third
coming through
camera
Martin,
that has
Tennessee
caught a
right
tornado
now.
today. Actually, the fourth.
And that's going to
I think
continue
the
to go
fourth,
over
'cause I'm
towards
pretty sure we have one in
Dresden
Waterloo
and
that caught
Cottage
one,
Grove
and I know
and
for a
Whitlock.
fact
This
this
is
was a
producing
camera. This
one
one
inch
was
hail
just
and
a
60
camera.
mile
This
per hour
one was
winds.
just a
The tornado
camera.
threat here is low for now.
So all
but
three of these.
we will keep you updated
This
as
tornado
new
warning just
information
got
comes in.
confirmed by a camera, although it's not observed. The observed one,
All right, there's another new
has
severe
been observed
thunderstorm
by a
warning way
camera.
down here in
and then this
Arkansas
report
for Ashley
is
County,
a
Arkansas.
camera
We're talking about
observing a
Fountain
tornado
Hill and
from about 30
Montrose.
minutes ago.
And then let's check in on our tornado warning
And then
in
I
Louisiana
can't
as
remember,
well. We still have
but there might have been a camera that
31
observed
minutes on
the
this, and
water
actually some of the
spout near
more recent
Waterloo in
scans that's come up
northwest Alabama.
here. We've got some decent rotation popping up down here near Dearborn. I know that I'm probably not saying that right.
So
now.
how many have we had?
But
One, two,
I'm trying here.
three, four.
If you guys,
So we've
I
had
don't know.
4 tornadoes.
If
we
I
need
end up
2
saying
more
it right,
tornadoes in Tennessee, Mississippi, or
somebody
Alabama,
let me know
somewhere
and
in
I'll
this
record
area.
it. But
Two
yeah,
more
this is coming up
generally
towards Terralls
in this
too,
region to
and
confirm a
we
regional
do have
tornado
a
outbreak.
pretty strong area of
For this
rotation.
to
But
be a
one thing to
regional,
keep in mind is that we might have a
small-scale
little bit of
tornado
side lobe
The
contamination.
ones in Illinois
but
don't count
just looking at
because
the
that's in
reflectivity,
Illinois.
you can tell
That's
that
not
this
regional.
is definitely trying to produce a tornado, just like all of our
So
other
I
storms
know we've
are
had
right
one
now.
in Illinois here and one in Iowa here, which makes 6 today.
Darbone?
But that's not regional. It has to be a
Darbone?
general
Okay, I'll
small
record it.
area.
Check this
it
out.
can't be.
I'll never get it
like,
wrong again, thanks to you
this
guys.
is not regional, all right? That's not a regional
Darbone.
area.
So from now on,
it would
I'll
have
be like,
to
all
be
right, guys, we
6
got a tornado
tornadoes
warning
in,
for
say, like from
Darbone.
central Tennessee to
Yo.
West Tennessee.
All right, considerable
That
severe
would be a
thunderstorm warning
regional
now
outbreak
in
if we had,
effect
like,
for
6 tornadoes
areas
in this
north of
area.
Memphis.
Regional small scale.
This is a
tornado
very
outbreak.
strong storm coming through areas north of Memphis now.
Like I've seen people go like we had a hypothetically
70 mile
like
per
4
hour winds
tornadoes
are going
here
to be
in
possible
Tennessee,
as it comes through.
1 tornado in Louisiana,
So get
and
ready
then a tornado in
Millington.
California, and then they call it a
Millington, we've
tornado
got a strong
outbreak because
storm
that
coming
makes
towards you.
6. No, it has to be a
And this is what it looks like
region.
right now in Millington as that storm comes in.
Like they'd be counting
Heck,
one all the way
not
over in
that one.
California
Why
as
do
a
I keep
regional
doing
tornado
that?
outbreak for Tennessee.
You can see that, notice the lighter shade of gray closer to the ground. That's the hail and the
Is
wind.
this line coming
Okay, so the
through
dark
the-
strip there, that's the shelf cloud coming up towards you. Once that
The last
lighter colored
northwest
stuff
Tennessee.
gets even closer to you, that's when
You'd have to
you've got
worry
a problem
about-
on
You
your
might
hands.
have to
And
reword
holy smokes,
that.
what an
Is this a line
amazing
coming
view
through the
from
last
Corey Gherkin.
northwest Tennessee?
This is a live
should
look at
have
the
to worry
massive
about.
storm down here
If you mean
in
Northwest
Deshay,
Tennessee,
Drew,
this is the
and
last
Lincoln
line. Is
counties
that
in
what you're
Arkansas.
trying to say? Yeah,
This
you're
is a
good
live
after
shot
this
from
line.
a drone right now of the storm that's not yet tornado warned, but probably should be soon. You can see the whole mesocyclone here. You can see the rotation very clearly. And this is about to go over the town of Winchester right now. That whole rotating mesocyclone is
figured
about
that's
the
what you were
size
trying
of
to say.
Winchester. And
Yeah,
as it
after
goes
the,
over, it's going
after the
to
line
potentially
passes, you're
continue
good.
to
It's just-
tighten up
For West
as it goes
Tennessee
towards
now,
places like
if you're in this
Kelso
area, it's just one
and
and done.
Rower.
But some of these say, like,
This is an
for instance, Jackson,
unbelievable
you just got hit
live
by
shot.
a tornado, likely on the west side,
And
possibly
look at that. You
also
see
on the
the
northeast
little
side.
tail on the right
And
side?
you still have
That is
another
an
line to
inflow
go
tail.
through.
So
This-
we
this
only
line
see
right
that.
in here,
we
which is
only see that
definitely a lot weaker
on
than
storms that
forecasted.
are really strong and usually are capable of producing tornadoes. We've got a similar
Definitely
view
a
on the
lot
ground
weaker
here
than
from Brandon
forecasted.
Kopic. So this probably needs a tornado warning soon. Kelso, Deuce, and Rower, y'all watch out. Y'all watch out. Big time problems if that continues to strengthen.
Waiting to see the new mesoscale
Big
discussion.
time.
It is still not out. It leads me to
Looks
the
like we got a
mesoscale
new
discussion from
SPC
last
mesoscale
year.
discussion. We've got an increasing wind threat in northwest Tennessee. We've got a regionally great hail and tornado threat across a lot of Arkansas, Mississippi,
Yeah, but
and Middle
it depends
Tennessee.
on where you are. Like I said, Jackson, you
this
just got
is
hit
the
by
area that
one
we're
storm.
watching
There's
over the
still
next little
another
bit.
storm to go. But this, once you're behind this line, you're good. Once you are behind this line, this is the cold front. So behind that line means you are good. So if you are in like Tiptonville and extreme northeastern Tennessee, you're good from severe weather. There's still a little rain shower to your south, but if you're,
All right,
in like
if
Tipton,
you're just now
northwest
tuning
Tennessee,
in, we've got a
cold
very
front is
strong storm
passing
that we're
you
watching
now.
down here in Arkansas, and we're going to continue to watch that as it moves over towards Watson. It's getting awfully close to the Mississippi border too. But first, I mean, we've got so many other storms that we need to cover. So let's get into those. Hickman County, Tennessee, you guys are still under a tornado
We're
warning.
back down to
And-
Arkansas here
Boonville is
again.
going berserk right now,
Just gonna
my
keep
man.
an
We may
eye
have a
on this one in
tornado warning very,
Arkansas.
very soon.
Yeah,
we're
it's
going
about
to
to
go
go
to
through a
Mississippi
Selmer's,
right after
so
this.
Time to go
But
pee.
we
It's
still have a
likely
tornado warning
not
in
gonna be
Hickman
able to
County,
be
Tennessee for the
tornadic
next
for a
27
little bit.
minutes.
If
It does
ever
look
has
like
been,
there's
it's
a
still
new
not even
area
more
of rotation
possible,
that's
so
forming here
they don't
that we have to
believe
keep
it's
a very
tornadic.
close eye on as that storm moves over towards, it's moving over Centerville right now, and it's going to be moving towards Prim Springs over the next little bit. I'm running out of places to put cameras, y'all. Holy smokes. This is
Yeah, there we go.
our multi-view here. Incredible views, though, from all of our storm chasers. All right, let's go look at Brandon's point of view.
Just a second here.
I'm sorry, Brad's point of view on this storm that's going berserk
All right.
in Mississippi. And yeah, it is. I'm actually surprised that this doesn't have a severe. It doesn't even have a severe
Two
thunderstorm
chasers have a
warning right
visual
now.
of it.
This is almost certainly causing
Does it have a
some
wall
hail.
cloud like Ben
Right,
just
give me about
asked?
10 seconds. I'm going to flip around, and you'll be able to see the structure of the storm. It's solid inflow tail with a large, large wall cloud.
You'd think that this would have a
ground
severe thunderstorm warning, but
scraping
it
wall
is
cloud,
rotating. You
okay.
can see that through velocities, and we're about
So
to
it's
see that
definitely rotating in
on
Arkansas now.
the radar too. Oh, there you go. There's a severe thunderstorm warning. We got it now. 1 inch
So
hail,
this is
60 mile per hour
rotating for
winds
sure over
expected
Winchester.
over the next 40 minutes from this storm coming up towards Burnsville and Iuka.
Still not even torque
in,
possible. It's about to get a cell merger though, so
Mississippi.
that's probably
Guys,
going
this
to
one's
ruin
coming
it
up towards Florence
for a little
eventually.
bit, but it may
So we
try
got
to
to keep that in
produce
mind.
later
We got to
on.
keep that in mind.
Oh, we're
All
back
right, well, we
severe
got to
in
go
northeast
to
Mississippi.
Brandon Kopic's shot of the storm in Arkansas because this
That's
is.
got to be corruption.
I'm actually surprised that this one doesn't have a tornado warning yet.
Yeah, that looks like corrupted velocities, but this may be
so
rotating at least a little bit.
Today's just full
near
of surprises.
Boonville, Mississippi.
Okay, Once again, if you're just now tuning in, this is a live look at the rotating thunderstorm that's coming into the town of Winchester, Arkansas right now.
A new tornado warning.
Looks like
There-
it's rotating at least a bit.
Never
in
mind.
Boone
A
County,
new
Mississippi.
tornado warning
Illinois.
has
They
been
still haven't
issued.
fixed that
We're
mesoscale
going to get one
discussion.
here
It
soon
still
for this
leads to
storm.
the
I
one
mean,
from
that
last
thing's,
year. So
that whole cloud is essentially scraping the
till then
ground.
can't show it.
It's
I'm not
you
able
know
to
what I'm
show
saying,
it 'cause
and it
it's
is
literally-
rotating. So
it's
y'all
leading to
watch
the
out
one
in
in the
Winchester.
northeast from
Also, Watson in
2024.
Arkansas, please take shelter as
New
soon as that
warning.
warning's issued. That's going nuts right now.
Tornado warning
all right,
for
new tornado warning.
You
in
broke
Illinois.
something, didn't
This is
you?
for
Southeastern
Leroy
McLean
and
County in
Empire
Central
and
Illinois,
Aerosmith.
DeWitt and
We need you
McLean
to take
County in
shelter out
Illinois.
there.
Did you
in
break
DeWitt
something?
and McLean counties in Illinois. Dangerous storm coming through
You're
right now.
eating chili again.
Rotation
I
down here
fucking
near
called
Solomon,
it.
Getting ready to move over Interstate
Very,
74.
very interesting.
Take shelter immediately. This is our shot from Brad
yeah.
of the storm in
I
Mississippi.
fucking love ice
This
cream.
is
Are
down
you
there in
fucking
Booneville,
crazy?
Mississippi
Any
right now, where we do have a
rotation
severe
on this at
thunderstorm
all.
warning.
That might be a 5
for
mile an hour
Alcorn,
couplet.
and Tishomingo counties.
Maybe right here. A little
Racism?
rotation with
So,
that.
and
YouTube
going
ban
there's
him?
enough
five
rotation
YouTube
here
ban
that
him?
we might actually
Illinois,
end up
so
with a
be in your
tornado
safe
warning
spot.
soon.
Still at an observed warning
Here's what it
for
looks like
9 minutes for
with
both of
that
those
storm
storms,
in
the one in
Arkansas.
Illinois and the one in Tennessee.
Lots of motion out there. And here's what it looks like with that storm in Springfield, Illinois. My goodness.
Said it's rapidly rotating.
He's not in Springfield anymore. You know what I mean. This is that storm
It
up
shouldn't
there,
rotate for too
now
much
near
longer
Decatur.
because
I'm going to update his location
it's getting
now.
a cell merge. But after it's done
So,
that cell
you know,
merge
this
in
one's
about
still
30
rotating
minutes,
and it's still causing
they'll probably
problems up
try
here
to
as it goes up
rotate
towards
again.
Argenta. All right, so let's go over to this new severe thunderstorm warning in Kentucky. Murray, Kentucky. You guys are now under a severe thunderstorm warning.
So
We
it shouldn't
expect
be-
60
it
mile per
shouldn't
hour
be a,
winds to come through
good
over
tornado
the next
threat for
little bit.
long.
And then down here in Mississippi, Alcorn, Prentiss, and Tishomingo counties, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning. And then, of course, we've got a big severe thunderstorm warning for areas just north of Memphis for up to 60 mile per hour winds. So get ready for that as the storm gets closer to you. Winds are going to pick up here, and
What
things are
in
going to
the
get
world?
plumb wild in Memphis.
Wait,
over
is
the
that
next
actually
37
true?
minutes. Let's check in on these tornado warnings
Give me a
in
moment to
Tennessee here.
confirm this.
Just a
quick.
couple minutes left on our tornado warning for the areas north and east of Jackson.
Let me see
But man,
here.
what's left of this cloud is
I know it's
rotating quite a
somewhere around
bit.
here.
Mount Gilead, stay in your safe spot for the next 7 minutes at least. And then over here in Centerville,
Maybe it was
in
this.
Tennessee. This storm, I don't like the way this looks. I certainly don't like the way this looks. This storm
let
is
y'all know in
trying to
just a
get more
second.
organized on its approach.
Yeah,
to
so
areas
that's
just
what I
south
thought.
of
The
Nashville.
National Weather Service in Nashville
This
can't
supercell looks like it's
issue
raring up to
tornado warnings 'cause they're
really try to
undergoing
rotate a
very,
little bit harder
very,
here as it goes into Prim
important
Springs and then
AWIPS
eventually Boston.
updates.
This is a
My
dangerous
National Weather
storm, and we
Service
really
did
need you
that
taking
last
this one
week.
seriously here.
So if you look at the
If
tornado
you are
warning
in
here,
places
the
like
National Weather Service
Boston,
in
over
Dallas,
towards Franklin,
Fort
even
Worth,
all the way down there towards
Texas,
Franklin, we
has
can
issued
go
a
ahead and say
tornado
that this
warning
storm's going to make it
to
to you,
the
and it might be
southwest of
rotating
Nashville,
significantly
Tennessee.
when it gets there.
Look at that. Fort Worth, Texas issued this National Weather Service tornado
My
warning.
goodness, y'all. Things are popping off.
Isn't
And then,
that
of course,
something?
we still have a
Not
tornado
something you see
warning
very
way
often.
down here in southeast Tennessee near
Fort
Sewanee.
Worth, Texas
This storm's
issuing a
moving
tornado
really
warning for
slow.
Centerville.
And the
Tennessee.
rotation has calmed down with this.
Hey,
That's
they're
why it's been a
doing
minute
good,
since
though.
We talked about it. We have no
Like,
official
they're doing
reports of the
really
tornado
good.
down. We do have some large hail
They're
coming
actually
down
doing
near
really
Capitol
good.
Hill and Shady Grove, and
They've
that's going to
gotten
move over Highway 64 here
all
soon.
the ones that have been warned so far have been rotating, and two of
New
them,
severe thunderstorm
two of
warning
them
in
actually
Illinois
produced tornadoes.
for areas south and east of
A
Bloomington.
new tornado warning
So,
has been issued.
Get indoors and away from windows in DeWitt and McLean counties. Bloomington, you're fine right now.
So
All
they
the
are
action
doing
is
good.
happening to your south and to your east.
A
But
new
speaking
tornado warning has been
of south
issued.
and east, we do have a very strong
Here comes a
storm
new
happening
warning.
That's where my
near Oriana. And that's
Apparently.
where
Yep.
Richard Sample is,
Somewhere.
which is the
Tornado warning
live feed
for
you can see above
Central
my
Probably
Piatt County
Illinois.
head. We
in
did just get a
central
new
Illinois,
tornado warning.
eastern
Of
DeWitt
course we
County
did.
in central Illinois, northeastern Macon County
in
in central
Illinois, and that's
Illinois,
going to be
DeWitt,
for
Macon, and Piatt
Weldon
County
and
in
Dayland.
Illinois.
Not
That's DeWitt,
much,
Macon, and Piatt
rotation
counties
there,
in
just a
Illinois.
bit.
Take shelter now. That's the
but
the
enough
storm that
to
you see above my
promote a
head. That's
new
the one
warning,
that's going towards you
just in
there
case
in
it tries to
Monticello. It's right in
recycle.
Interstate 72.
So better safe than sorry. They
get
just
ready for
continued
it.
that warning just in case.
Yeah, I think the Centerville camera probably went down.
There you go.
Power's probably out. All right, we got to go back down to Arkansas now.
A new
right.
tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning here.
A new tornado
on the
warning
ground.
has been issued.
I'm guessing, yeah, this storm.
Okay, so there's a new tornado warning in Mississippi. And that's for
Northeastern
Brad
Mississippi,
Arnold's storm.
Northeastern Prentiss County
Oh.
in northeastern Mississippi,
So
southeastern
they just
Alcorn
issued
County
a
in
brand new tornado
northeastern
warning
Mississippi,
for this storm
Alcorn,
that Brad
Prentiss,
Arnold's on.
and Tishomingo
So the
County in
tornado sniffer
Mississippi.
himself has sniffed
It's
out
warned.
another one.
The target storm of the day that I would have been
We've
for
got an
is
area of
warned.
rotation that's rapidly coming together
I've been
here.
calling out that
that's gonna go
cluster ever
towards
since we
Holcut
started the live stream
and,
over 3 hours
eventually,
ago.
Payton and
And it is
Tishomingo.
now tornado
Tishomingo.
warned in northeast
Tishomingo,
Mississippi.
you are in this
right
tornado warning.
where
We
I
need
said
you to
it
take
would
shelter.
be
I know we've
warned,
got some people that
or
are watching here,
potentially tornadic.
and I know we've got a
Extreme
ton of
northeast
people who love
Mississippi is what
watching
I was saying.
from Florence, Cherokee,
now
and
tornado
Marshall
warning
Shores.
there. Or Luca
tornado.
in
We're
Boonville,
right behind
northeast
the
Mississippi.
Dominator right now, headed up towards.
And it's likely
Tishomingo
rotating
and
quite a
Iuka.
lot. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
rotating
Reed
that
Timmer.
strongly.
Reed Timmer is in front of Brad
it's
Arnold
likely
right now. That's
rotating
Reed
quite a
Timmer and the
lot there.
Dominator. And we're looking through Brad Arnold's
He's
windshield here,
bominating.
and they
He's
are,
Apparently there
bominating.
was a
He's
quick tornado on the
bominating.
ground.
Going
It's
near
likely
Tishomingo. Watch up here. This is an unfortunate situation. This
east of
supercell looks like it's
Winchester in
really going to
Arkansas.
ramp up and cause some problems. And this looks like
Like
it
a
could
tornado
problems
there,
all the way over
unwarned.
into the Florence area. So we need to start
New
thinking
severe
now
warning,
about what we're going to do if
going
this makes
towards
it over there.
Franklin,
'Cause this
tornado
could put down a
possible,
big tornado.
70 mile-an-hour winds and 1.75-inch hail. And that was issued again by Fort Worth, Texas.
A new tornado
or
warning has
Franklin,
been issued.
Tennessee. They're going to be the ones to take over for a while.
If you don't know who Reed Timmer is or what the Dominator is, do a quick Google search. And if that doesn't
Likely
make
the
you
reason for
heed the
that is
warning here,
probably because
I
their
don't know what
backup, I
will.
think,
If
is
you Reed Timmer's in your town, you
Morristown,
do not
Illinois,
want
or
to
not
mess
Morristown,
around.
Illinois.
A
Morristown,
new tornado warning
Tennessee.
has been issued.
That
Another new tornado
NWS
warning. This one's in
is
Kentucky,
Nashville's
so
backup, but
we're
they're
6-7
also,
states deep now.
they're issuing some severe too.
Tornado warning for
Just to the
So they just had
northwestern
Dallas
Callaway
do it,
County
which
in
Kentucky.
has
western
We've got a
no
new
weather
tornado
right now.
warning.
southeastern Marshall
This
County in
includes
western
Callaway,
Kentucky,
Graves, and Marshall
southeastern
counties.
Graves County
An
in
area
western
of
Kentucky,
rotation is coming
Callaway,
together here near
Graves,
Linville,
and Marshall
and that's
County
moving
in
up to the
Kentucky.
north and east towards Browns
Actually, a
Grove,
pretty
Coldwater,
good
Stella,
area of
Kirksey,
rotation
Penny,
right
Alamo,
there,
Dexter,
trying to
Hardin,
spin a push
and
tornado.
Walnut Grove. This does
in
not
Kentucky.
include the
¿Qué
city
quiera
of Mayfield. This is also
Gente a
not,
mi
this
perfil.
does not
¿Y
include
qué
the
quiera
city
pedir
of,
su
Southern
tiempo?
side of Benton,
Benton,
Hardin,
okay?
Dexter,
But it's close.
and
You're
It's
welcome,
just to your
Jefferson.
south and east.
Farmington, just
So
to
we're
the
keeping an eye on
southeast
this
of
as it comes
Mayfield,
towards
Kentucky.
you. But we need you to take shelter in Callaway, Graves,
Doesn't look
and
very
Benton
strong
County.
right now, but
I'm sorry,
could produce
Marshall
Oh,
counties
fuck.
in
tornado.
Kentucky.
Quite quickly if it
You
ramps
mean-
up.
Is it
Water,
okay if I say that this is
and
plumb
eventually
wild?
Dexter.
I know you guys say
in
you
Kentucky.
say I say that too much, but I mean, what else can you say about this?
Fucking stop, Logan! Still in place out here for Luca in northeastern
Yeah, this storm just south and west
Mississippi as well.
of Nashville is getting a lot stronger
We'll go
too.
back up to Illinois for just a minute because we still have 2 tornado
goodness,
warnings up
y'all.
there. I don't think we're
Yeah,
observed
I
anymore.
really don't like the look of
Oh,
this
never
one.
mind. We still
I
are for a
really
little
don't like
under
the look of
60
this one.
seconds.
If this one continues to strengthen in the way that it has,
we'll be
this is
back down
also
to
going to
radar
cause a big
indicated.
problem
I'm
for us.
timing his ass
For
out.
our
Not
friends
much
over here
rotation
at
here, but
Prim
possibly a little
Springs,
pocket of 70 mile an hour
Fly,
winds
Boston,
going
Thompson
towards,
Station,
Empire,
and
and
Paytonsville.
Leroy
Okay,
in central
so
Illinois.
y'all watch out. There's no tornado warning for you guys over there yet. However, I would not be surprised at all if we ended up under a tornado warning very soon in those areas.
Wait for the next scan on this. We are going to
Okay,
be
so this is an
no longer
incredibly
observed
dangerous
in
situation.
just a second.
We've got to get to shelter as soon as that warning is issued, if there's one issued here. How's the weather right
we
now
should
out in
be
front of
no
these
longer
storms, y'all? How's
at
it
an
feeling
observed.
out there? If you
Yep,
know, if you're in
everything radar
Columbia or
indicated.
Spring Hill, step outside. Is it really muggy? Are the winds blowing from the south? If so, is the sun out? If so, that's bad news. That's bad news. It
What
means
do
there's
you
going
want
to be
about
plenty of
over there,
instability for
Ben?
this storm to soak up. Severe thunderstorm warning is continuing over towards Marion and Sequatchie counties
What do you want about over
counties
there?
in Tennessee. It looks like they're going to discontinue the tornado warning over here near Sewanee, and that's going to once again continue as a severe thunderstorm all the way over towards Griffith Creek.
Let me see.
My goodness, what does Richard have here?
Is this what you're talking about?
This is a live look at
It
our
comes
tornado
up
warned
when I
storm
put
up
an
here
L
near
and an
Decatur,
I,
Illinois
so-
right now. As it looks like a tornado,
Is this what
or
you're
at least
talking
a
about?
funnel, is trying to come together south and east of Argenta. South and east of
Guess that's what
Argenta.
you're
This is a
talking
live
about.
look
This
at the
just make
rotating
sure all my
mesocyclone
pronunciations are
that
right.
is
You
trying
guys
to
see
produce
this
a tornado
town, you
south
know
and east of
exactly what town
Argenta,
I'm talking
moving
about.
up towards Amenia and Monticello and White Heath. White
Ben's
Heath.
just
You
a
guys
little
need to be
picky
taking shelter
today.
if you haven't already.
He needs to go get his nap in. Indianapolis. You
Okay,
are
that's
in the
enough
risk. You
TikTok
are
for the
very
fucking
much in the
day.
risk for
That's
all
enough
severe
TikTok for the
hazards.
day.
But
Why the
our
fuck
latest
did I
model
just
runs
see
don't
a
have you
man
getting
eating
much
out a
more than
woman?
just
What the
light rain
fuck?
through the day
All right,
and then
let's
some
go check
heavy
back
rain,
in
maybe
on this
50
severe
mile-an-hour winds
thunderstorm that's moving
towards
into
10
areas
o'clock.
Ladies and
south
gentlemen,
and
that's why I
west
don't get on TikTok.
of Nashville. We have a considerable
A new
severe
tornado warning has been issued.
for
Tennessee, you guys aren't even in these severe
Dixon,
anymore.
Davidson, and Hickman
But
counties
if you're in like
in
Greenville,
Tennessee.
Tennessee, it definitely has some winds with it. Very little tornado threat. The main thing is 60 mile-an-hour winds going towards Greenville, Tennessee. Barely any hail threat, just really a lot of wind and very heavy rain.
Tornado warning for South Central Crittenden County in western Kentucky, southeastern Livingston County in western Kentucky, northwestern Caldwell County in western Kentucky, northwestern Leon County in western Kentucky, Caldwell, Crittenden, Livingston, and Leon County in Kentucky.
So that's another area of rotation in western Kentucky. Right in here, moving up to the northeast towards Crider.
This is a
barely
tornado
northwest
warning
of
for Caldwell,
Princeton
Crittenden, Livingston, and
in
Lyon counties
Kentucky.
in Kentucky.
Definitely
Take
could
shelter
I
produce
seen
now.
a
tornado at
fucking
any
movie
moment.
clip on fucking on
Both
my
of
For
these
You
areas
page.
in
the man
Kentucky are rotating quite a good
doing
amount.
that-
Stuff
doing that to a
going on,
woman.
y'all. Here's a new severe thunderstorm
We're
warning
up
for
to
Coffee
7
and
He
tornado
was-
County in
warnings now.
he was
Tennessee.
eating
We
her
do
out.
have a
7
severe
tornado
What
warnings.
thunderstorm
They are
the
very
warning
fuck,
scattered. We have
TikTok?
two in
for
A
Kentucky,
new tornado
one in
warning
Central
has been
Tennessee,
issued.
one in
I've seen that
Southwest
earlier on
Tennessee, one in
YouTube.
Northeast
This is
Mississippi,
getting ready to
one
go
in
over
North Central
Clarksburg.
Louisiana, and then one in
Clarksburg,
Central
What the
Illinois.
fuck? And it's just
y'all are
bots
getting ready to get hit
posting
by a
it.
strong storm here with 60 mile per
Scattered
hour wind
warnings.
gusts.
And now we have
And
2 in
Clarksville.
Louisiana.
How are we
for the
doing in
same cell here
Clarksville?
going
Is
towards
anybody watching in
Sterlington. That's getting
Clarksville?
pretty strong.
I know,
I don't know how accurate that is.
I know
gracious
we're hearing
day radar
thunder.
Mega.
We're having
I didn't
some
even
heavy
scroll
rain
out
right
at all,
now.
just
I
did
want you
that.
to know the reason we're
That's
not
getting
talking
pretty
about
strong,
you is not
so-
because we don't care about you.
Could
It's
drop
because
tornado
this
going
is
towards
nothing to worry
Sterlington
about.
in
All
North
right,
Central
we will let you know
Louisiana.
the
Here
moment
comes a
there's
beep.
something to worry about. This is not it. This is elevated
Tornado
rain showers
warning
moving
for
over Clarksville right now. Now, there's
Southeastern
going to be
Union
some
Parish
lightning
in
and
north
stuff. You probably
central
want to be indoors.
Louisiana,
But
northeastern
unfortunately,
Ouachita Parish in
all of
north
this
central
stuff to your west
Louisiana,
in
Ouachita,
Clarksville,
and Union
this
County
is
in
coming up towards you,
Louisiana.
and this will cause some problems later. Okay, so we will let you know
All right,
as soon
let's
as
go
they
back
start
up
getting closer to
here.
you. Right now, there's nothing too bad to worry
So
about.
that makes
Okay.
8 tornado warnings now active.
All right, let's go down to Louisiana.
8 warnings.
Ouachita County or Parish in Louisiana, we've got a big-time severe thunderstorm warning
Yeah, the
here.
one in
We
Centerville,
also have
that's
a
definitely
very
going to be allowed to
serious,
expire in 11
severe
minutes
thunderstorm or
unless
tornado
it
warning here.
really
One of the
intensifies.
larger mesocyclones we've seen on radar is visible here near the Camp TL James campground. This thing is spinning like crazy as it goes over there towards Sterlington in Louisiana.
There you go. No, the wind shear is still pretty bad. These storms aren't rotating very, vigorously or anything
Kobe.
like that.
All right, let's go back up to the storm
Another good area of rotation going into Clarksburg,
that
Tennessee.
Corey.
But I think a
and,
lot of these areas that look
Brandon Kopic
strong
are
are
on.
corruption.
Man, they don't even have a warning
Like, see,
for
this
this
is a
now.
pretty
It's
broad
still
area of
rotating
rotation,
a
but
lot, though.
definitely
This is the
capable.
storm right here that Corey
This
Gherkin's
fell
on right
apart
now in Arkansas.
very
That
fast.
doesn't even have a severe
Fell
thunderstorm
apart
warning.
very,
but,
very
like it's
fast over
about
Coldwater,
50 foot away
Kentucky.
from plopping down a tornado. Just
The
a little bit more
northeast
sheer.
Mississippi
that this thing
one
taps
fell
into,
apart as
and-
well
and
because
it's
that
gonna
was
be there.
probably some corruption there, but
So
still could produce.
Rosedale
The one in
in
northern
Mississippi,
North
y'all watch
Central
out.
Louisiana is in a radar hole. So that's probably some corruption, but still is rotating. So honestly, none of these look really good. None of them look like they're going
All right, let's go
to
check in on
produce.
Brad
They
Arnold's
could
storm.
if they ramp
This is the
up,
one that
but
he's on
none
over
of
there
them
in
look like
Alcorn,
they
Prentice,
are
and Tishomingo counties.
about to be on
in
the ground.
Mississippi.
They all look fairly broad and
we
fairly
continue to
weak.
see
The one
a
that
very
I'm
dangerous storm
watching the
working
most
up
is
towards
probably the
Iuka.
one in Louisiana.
Okay, and the rotation is continuing to come in together here.
Hence
So
why we
stay
have
sheltered
8
in Alcorn, Prentice,
tornado
and
warnings
Tishomingo
and
counties
0
at least for the next 39 minutes.
Because none of the areas of
And we're
rotation are really
continuing
that
to watch y'all in Florence. Okay, I know we had a tornado up
strong
here
or
north
look
and west of town
extremely
earlier.
like they're-
This storm might
they're
cause some
about to
problems for us
produce.
as it gets closer.
They could,
A
like I
new
said, they
tornado
still could
warning.
produce. So you
A
wanna
new
be
tornado
safe spot if
warning
you're on
has
the
been
warning side.
issued.
None of them really look that.
All right, a new tornado
Crazy to
warning was
me.
just issued in Illinois. This
is
one's going to
this
be for
one?
Paxton
The
and
heck?
Buckley and Loda.
We just got a new warning. I have
All
no
right,
idea where it
Paxton,
is.
Buckley, and Loda. It's time to take shelter out here in
Just
Ford
gotta
and
check
Iroquois
California real quick.
County
You never
in
know.
Illinois. We've got a dangerous storm with a
You
rotating
never know.
mesocyclone just to
Those
the west
pop
of
up out of
Paxton,
nowhere in
moving up
California.
parallel to Interstate 57 towards Buckley.
Tornado warning for
Once again, if you're just
South
now tuning
Central
in, we've
Ford
got an
County in
outbreak of
East
severe weather
Central
happening
Illinois,
right now. We have multiple
Southwestern Iroquois
tornado
County
warnings.
in East
Oh,
Central
there
Illinois,
it is.
Kentucky,
and Iroquois County
Louisiana,
in
Tennessee,
Illinois.
Mississippi.
Well, that's the one
We've
over
got severe thunderstorm warnings in
Paxton,
South
right? Yeah,
Carolina and
Paxton.
Arkansas and all these other places too. This is just the most
I'll
recent
stand by
one
what I
here,
said. I mean, it really
for
doesn't
Ford
look
and
that
Iroquois
good.
counties in Illinois. Take shelter now.
But they did warn it anyways.
Our strongest storm
So the main one I'm watching
out of
all
all of the
9
storms
of
that we
these
have right
warnings
now,
is
though,
the one
is
in
the one
North
that's
Central
south and west of
Louisiana right
Nashville.
now.
This is our beefiest. This is our most concerning looking
Huge
storm out of all of them.
Huge underperformance
Okay,
for our
so,
line right now.
we're going to keep a very close eye on
Absolutely
this as the
huge
storm approaches
underperformance for our
areas
line in
south
West
of Nashville.
Tennessee,
So places like
West,
Bellevue and
Northwest
Brentwood.
Mississippi.
You know,
need to
our
be,
the line
aware
is
that
like
this is coming towards you. And
underperforming like
the rotating part of the storm is a concern, right? We've got
Really?
a
Can it
potential
tell you
tornado
the
why?
warning
entire
happening here.
risk might
But
actually.
even without that, this storm's got.
This
I
is
wouldn't
what
say
it's
bust,
supposed
but I
to
would
look
say
like.
And tennis
and
ball
be
size
size hail.
unusually
right now.
low.
So
with
this is the
actually.
A
real deal. This is a big-time
well-organized
storm,
line of intense,
about to drop
severe
tennis balls
storms
in Craigfield,
with
in
large
Beasley
hail,
Crossroads.
70-mile-an-hour
Right after
winds,
that,
and
it's going to happen
multiple
in
tornadoes,
Farmville,
potentially even a strong
Kingfield, and
tornado or two.
Traceview. So
And
keep going
this
down
is what
Interstate
it
840 towards
actually
Burwood,
looks like.
and then eventually Franklin.
A
Franklin,
very
you guys are going to
weak
get hit
line
hard here
with the
by
one
our
severe.
storm that's coming in.
And then another cluster down here with only one severe. And then, of course, we do have Southwest Kentucky. But nothing like this. Just huge underperformance in Western Tennessee and Northwest Mississippi right now. Very large underperformance there.
So this is what the
Is it-
extra
by the
large
way,
heavy
breaking
storm
news,
was,
the
the
National
line
Weather
was
Service
supposed
has
to look like
confirmed,
right now. And looking about around.
An EF4
And
tornado
on
hit Pulaski
radar-
and Laurel counties
Hold on.
on Friday
Shut
night.
up, shut up, shut up.
Winds
I'm watching
peaked at
Ryan's stream.
170 miles
Alright.
per hour.
Honestly, none of
This
these are
tornado
observed.
was
I'm going to
almost
go
Oh my
get some
God,
food real quick.
un-
and was on the ground for
An
nearly
almost,
I'm gonna go get you some
56
food.
minutes.
almost a mile wide
right back.
The
EF4
National
in
Weather Service
Pulaski
has
County.
completed
Just
their
a moment.
survey of the tornado in Kentucky. It was an EF4 with 170 mile per hour winds.
Wow.
That was on May 15th, 5 days ago.
Wow.
That was for London, wasn't it?
And that's where that's where most of our team is right now. 16th.
Hey
Okay.
Google. Which city occupies
The
Pulaski
Y'all Squad's on the
County?
ground. Thanks to y'all, we've raised over $200,000 to help tornado victims over at the y'allsquad.org. Thank y'all.
Somerset. Somerset. That was Somerset.
Do we have anybody watching right now that lives in Franklin? I really do think y'all should be getting ready for some very large hail here. And my goodness, we just got a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning way over here in eastern Tennessee for
A new tornado
Tusculum
warning
and
has been
Irwin.
issued. A new tornado warning
Montgomery
has been
and
issued.
Iroquois and Washington counties in Tennessee. We've got ourselves a potential 70 mile per hour.
You
wind
do
gust,
realize the one that hit
coming in here soon.
Somerset also hit London, right? It never
London.
lifted.
Yeah.
New information.
Yeah.
This tornado warning has been upgraded.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so get ready
Tornado
out
warning
here in
for
Tusculum.
northeastern
and
Henderson
New
County
information.
in West
This
Tennessee.
tornado warning
Benton
has been
County in
upgraded.
West
We
Well,
have
there's
70
another
mile per
tornado
hour
on the
winds
ground
coming
now.
County in
very
West
soon.
Tennessee, Benton, Carroll, and
Tusculum.
Henderson County in Tennessee.
And we just
The
got
Ford,
ourselves a new tornado
County-
warning in Tennessee. I want to go back here and
There's
look at
a,
this one. This
radar
is for
indicated, I
Clarksburg.
believe it was
okay.
a,
An area of rotation has
I don't know if
really
it's
kind of
chasers
taken hold
confirmed
here,
or
Is that
what,
one in-
but
that
right
one in
over
got that
Wildersville
shit
and
confirmed.
Clarksburg. And we have a new tornado
Yep,
warning
it
for
did.
Westport, Holiday, all the way
That
up there
just
to
went
Camden.
observed.
So Camden,
I haven't eaten.
we
I
need
just
to
brought
take
my food
shelter
in here. I'll eat
immediately.
it in just a second. So tornado on the ground out here in Paxton, Illinois.
This is crazy,
Clarksburg.
y'all.
This one tried to produce near Ludlow.
Yeah, this
in
one actually
Illinois.
looks pretty strong
Looks like
too.
it
If you look at the velocity
successfully
couplet here, if you're
produced just a
looking, if
second
you're
ago.
following along on your weather-wise
Emergency
app,
management has observed that tornado.
you're probably seeing this, and that's a sign of very intense
tornado on the
rotation
ground
that's
in
trying to come
Paxton,
together here
Illinois.
near Clarksburg, and that's eventually going to make it up there towards Eva
A
and
new
New
See where
tornado
Connor
warning
is.
has been issued.
So
New
Benton,
tornado warning
Carroll,
in
Henderson
Arkansas.
counties in Tennessee take shelter
Really?
now.
A
Really?
new tornado warning has been issued.
All right,
Connor
let's go to
targeted,
Arkansas. We've
right
got
there to the
another
north
new
of the one
tornado
of the
warning.
Louisiana.
Western.
Way down yonder
All right, let's
in
see
Hamburg.
here.
Okay, so we've got
Tennessee
another
today.
area of rotation, which is very impressive
Eastern
here.
Arkansas, Western
Between
Tennessee,
Fountain
which was
Hill
the way
and
to go.
Hamburg, this is moving
it
almost
just
due
didn't-
east
didn't
towards
happen.
Montrose and Portland. Take shelter now in Ashley and Chickett County,
Tornado
Arkansas.
warning for West Central Chickett County in southeastern
Ford
Arkansas,
and Iroquois
northeastern
counties
Ashley County in southeastern
Illinois. This
Arkansas,
warning has
Ashley,
been
and
upgraded
Chickett
to
County in
observed.
Arkansas.
So we have an observed tornado
These are
on the
radar
ground
holes.
here
They're-
in Ford
they're
and
very hard to
Iroquois
track.
counties. The emergency management
They're in
confirmed the
radar
tornado.
holes, so very
There we go.
difficult to see.
Looking,
So we can't necessarily confirm it.
look in
via
battleground air.
radar.
We have a
Depends on
confirmed
warnings.
EF4
But an
in
emergency
Kentucky.
I believe
has,
that's a new warning in
a train
Tennessee.
spotter.
Yeah.
The
That's a
tornado
new
that hit
tornado
Somerset
going up
and
towards
London
Moda
is now
in
rated
Buckley.
EF4
Some
Some places in the
170.
path here
Clarksburg,
include the
Tennessee.
Christ Lutheran High School.
It
the
was a
Clara Peterson
high-end
Elementary
EF4.
School, the Loda Elementary School, the Paxton
gonna
Buckley
get-
Or
Loda
that
S1
one of the higher
School,
end EF4s
and
we've
all
had.
I don't want it to get
the
freezing
places
cold, so
surrounding
just
that
bear
are
with me.
technically in the direct path of a very dangerous storm here.
I'll leave you
All right,
guys
and this
on.
is what it looks like
Connor,
on that storm
actually.
to the south of that, where we continue to have a tornado warning
that way you guys
for
don't
places
just
like
have
Monticello and
zero
White
to
Heath
watch.
in DeWitt, Macon, and Piatt counties in Illinois. This is a live look at that storm north
I
and
don't
east
even know
of
what he's doing. We're
Decatur.
gonna find out together.
Oh boy, they've upgraded our severe thunderstorm warning south of
He's
Nashville.
probably not
This is
gonna be
now
too
a
happy about the
destructive
big
There we
severe
go.
thunderstorm coming
A
into
new
the town of
PDS
Westwood.
severe
We
thunderstorm
now can
warning
say
has
that we
been
have
issued.
Let's go full
baseball
screen
size
to
hail.
Connor.
Baseball size
Baseball size
hail
hail and 70 mile per hour winds
So
coming in.
I-
in Tennessee.
There you go.
We also have a
Our
damage
first
report here.
PDS
Trees
severe.
reported down at Hickman
Alright.
County High School.
He is.
This was
in
just a little
Clarksville,
while ago as the storm
Tennessee.
went by Centerville. Dang. So yeah, this is going to be a really nasty storm for our friends in
I just added the PDS severe thunderstorm warning to my stream on
Davidson,
the screen.
Hickman, and Maury and Williamson counties in Tennessee.
I didn't think we're going to see one of those today. I thought it was only going to be like tornado
Once
warnings
again,
and
one of the
considerable
first places
severes.
that will be hit here next, I guess, is Beasley Crossroads. Beasley Crossroads.
Yeah, I
great
see
After
the
spot.
seeing as
Get
much
ready
as
for
an
a really,
underperformance,
really
I didn't
nasty storm
think.
here.
I think we're going to
The
see one
tornado
of those
threat
I
is
today.
pointed that
incredibly
out.
high right
I guess
now.
I
before
was
left,
wrong.
And it got tornado warned while I was
damage
gone.
intermittently with 70 to maybe 80 mile per hour wind gusts. And then we've got baseballs flying around at 70 miles per hour. You definitely don't want to be in the living room for that. I would treat this as if it was a tornado warning. And I would get in my tornado safe spot if I was in Beasley Crossroads or Greenbrier. If this holds together, it's going to do similar stuff over here in Leapers Fork, Boston,
Okay,
Tracy,
TikTok!
all the way over there
Stop
to the town of
putting
Franklin.
Franklin,
Tennessee, y'all need to
porn
watch out.
on my fucking For You page. I'm uninstalling the fucking app. God damn it!
By the way, new severe thunderstorm warning for Champaign County in Illinois. This is north and west of the city
This
of
is
Champaign.
for educational
We've got a strong
purposes
storm
only.
coming up
Do
towards
not
Fisher right now.
install TikTok.
Also, this storm down
Hey,
here
Bubba,
is coming through
it doesn't tell
Clarksburg
me.
right now.
I don't know what
It's
TikTok
also very
has
strong
going
just in the severe thunderstorm sense. And that's what's coming up towards Camden.
Even though I don't even watch it like Jefferson.
Hey, I don't watch it. Bubba's does.
No, I don't. I have my girlfriend.
No,
Bullshit.
TikTok,
storm coming up
because
into
TikTok has.
So let's know
Dog,
Because
the
TikTok
all
has
I
a
have to
problem
do
with
is
them.
just
Paris,
call her
Tennessee,
and say,
only
hey,
observed
I
is
want
the
to
one in
smash,
the
and
radar
she's
hole.
over in
This
like
is what
10
that
minutes.
storm looks
I
like on
ain't
its
creepy
approach
like
Illinois.
Bubba's is.
to Paris,
Most
Tennessee.
of these
Yo, we can have
Very
Listen,
strong
dude,
winds getting ready
I've
to
gone
come in
through
right now.
about like 5 condoms in one day, okay?
Oh,
Okay, we
yeah.
that's true. The whole
All
stream
of our
doesn't need to know
tornadoes
that.
are in
About to
radar
come
hole.
into,
Okay.
Maybe
areas
except
of
for
You
the
the
should
one
have
West.
muted
in
me.
Central Illinois.
Bitch.
So we are
I'll
That's an
bracing for
accomplishment,
thunderstorm
I'll
They're
time
really
you out
all
for
of them are
6
in
days.
radar
Don't
holes.
make me,
and we
bitch.
got very strong winds up to 60
Like
miles
all
per hour.
seven.
Miles
I'm gonna
per hour
ban you.
about to slam into Interstate 40 here.
He
And if you keep
he
an eye on
timed
this
me
camera,
out earlier
you'll see
for
that,
6
wind
fucking
as it comes
days.
through.
Yeah,
They
because
did
you
go ahead and
said some
issue a,
fucking
considerable severe
stupid
thunderstorm
shit.
warning for
Language.
Florence.
Because I was
Jefferson,
fucking
do
with
want me to
you.
time out?
Our storm
Do you want me to
clouds
time you
on
out for 6 days as
God, are
well?
you
to rotate.
stupid?
No,
Continues
Bubba
to
said
rotate
some
and it continues to
racist
look
ass
nasty
shit on
out there.
stream.
Oh, no, I fucking
Yeah, the
didn't.
end.
But it's not.
How's the
It's
end
no
with
longer
that?
promoting a tornado warning.
No,
currently.
the fuck I did not.
You damn sure did.
Oh, hell no.
You
Don't put the
called.
Hold
blame
on.
on
He's
me.
just
I
getting
have
racist about
it all on
This
stream.
is what that storm looks like.
What did I say
You
exactly?
called me a
Goes into
monkey.
Towards Florence,
That is not
Alabama, that
racist.
storm that's
You
coming out
are
of the
whiter
sea
than a
that
fucking
is
goat.
That's
influencing
where I would have
Florence,
probably
Alabama.
gone too.
Now,
would've
if I
been
were to
down
call
Illinois
Era
specifically.
Monkey,
We got a strong
that would
storm
be
capable of
fucking
producing
racist.
ping pong
Okay,
ball-sized hail
unlike
coming
you,
out of
I'm
Alabama,
part
Waterloo,
Native
and Cherokee, and
American.
this is what it looks
So
like.
yeah,
So we've got a great view of
Native
this.
American.
It decides
Yeah,
to
you got one in
put
Clarksburg.
on a tornado.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna
also
see it
Blackfoot
right now.
Indian too.
Oh,
so
shut
go
up,
fuck
you-
yourself.
Shut up, Ohioan.
Seriously, I'm part native.
See if
Let's
we got
see.
I'm
anything
Blackfoot
What's
else
wrong
here.
with
Indian.
Ohioan people?
I think there's
What's
going to
wrong
be a
with
lot of
Ohioan?
people
Severe
saying
thunderstorm
this
warning
guy's
I think we
full
got
of
a
shit.
destructive
Crockett, Gibson,
severe.
I'm being
Hayward,
dead
Yep,
serious.
2.75-inch hail
What?
over Franklin,
What
Tennessee
else?
right
Who's
now.
gonna say that? What?
That's
you're
a,
like 20
Henderson,
subscribers?
Hickory, Madison, and
No.
Observed
Wolfley
destructive
counties.
severe.
46.
Just moments
Okay,
ago,
look,
there
to
was
be
a
fair, I have a lot
report
more
from
viewers than I
Pickering
do
County.
subs, which makes absolutely no
Observed
fucking
70
sense.
mile-an-hour winds.
I should have more subs than viewers at this point, like everybody
This
else.
occurred near
I
Tennessee
want you to
Highway
check how many
100
viewers you
and
currently
Tennessee
have.
Highway 230, north of Centerville,
At least it's
around
something.
3:56
Wonder how
a.m.
many-
Central Time.
My Streamlabs
With the
says
tiniest
none,
sight from
but it could be
radar.
He's
full of
north of
shit.
2-inch hail can
Clarksdale,
cause significant
Tennessee right
damage
now.
to vehicles and
Looks
property.
like you too.
Residents in that vicinity should remain vigilant.
Jefferson, can you
That's
not
great.
go live for a day,
2-inch hail.
please?
Today's the last day. Knock
Get
on
ready for that.
wood.
That's what's coming into areas south of
Good.
I
Nashville
don't
here
want
soon.
any more live streams this week, okay? I don't
All right, we've got a
like
new
doing
severe
this a
thunderstorm
lot.
warning in Ashley
It's
County.
Mother
That's
Nature
crazy.
that makes us do it.
The
We are
forecast.
expecting 1-inch hail
Yeah,
and
and models
60
are
mile
showing
per hour
something
winds
fucking
over the
concerning
next
for me
Big
hour.
underperformance.
on
Oh,
fucking
Western
Thursday.
Oh, fuck you.
But there's
Iroquois
nothing
and
now.
Livingston County.
Yeah,
Right,
fuck you
right,
There's
right.
a severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued as well.
What did
This
I
is
do?
going to be for
No,
one
talking about
inch
Bubba's.
hail, 60
Bubba's,
miles
I
per
hope
hour
you get
winds.
lapped.
Illinois.
You
Paxton,
need to get
Illinois.
laid by Mother Nature
Emergency
for once.
management reported a tornado on the ground.
I get
42
laid
inch per hour
basically
severe
every night.
thunderstorm warning for Florence, Alabama.
East
Oh,
Road,
dude.
west
And then
of
over here in
Paxton,
Tennessee,
Illinois.
Which
north
is
of
weird,
Memphis, we've
hearing
got
that come
strong
from a
winds
fat
hitting
guy.
It's
the
now back
town
down
of
to radar.
Brownsville right
Everything is
now.
back to
But
radar.
let me tell you,
This
my
is,
girlfriend,
about to come
she
into
loves her men to be a
When
little
did you
bit on the
start talking
huskier
so
side.
Jackson, Tennessee.
Yep,
you guys
you're
had a strong
banned.
storm
You're
earlier.
banned.
We're
Chat,
about
you're
to have
banned.
another one, okay, and this is what it will look like as it comes in. Potentially 60 mile per hour winds.
Aaron, I
Come
think,
on,
I think you turned into an autistic gorilla.
That's racist.
Why
Now
don't you
that's
try
me.
drowning on your father's cum, bitch?
That's
keep an eye on
exactly
that.
what he
But I
said.
also wanna
Yep,
show
you're
you guys
banned.
This is the base of that storm that's approaching
Sometimes
Florence,
facing what
Alabama.
goes wrong, like
He just
just-
tried
This is a
to
live
Right
look
now
at
in
the
Western-
Oh, no, you're
towards
next.
Cherokee
Western
and
Tennessee.
Florence,
Bitch.
Alabama
I
right now.
disconnected
And then
him.
here's
That's
the,
all I
the full
did.
gust front as it comes into Brownsville, Tennessee. This is
You know,
courtesy
I
of the
gotta say,
cyclone
I can't
Well,
hear
Brandon-
anything you're saying, Air, over
Cameras.
Ryan's stream.
So this is hitting Brownsville right now.
Come on, I'm not.
Interstate 40
Jefferson, you can ban him
Jackson
from
and
one. You
Brownsville
can
and
ban him from
Tennessee is about to
for a
look like
year.
this,
I
and
don't
it's
care
gonna be a
whatever you
hectic
do.
place to be
I mean,
driving
regardless,
over the
I
next
think
hour.
I might
would
end my
avoid it
stream
at
here in a
all
minute anyway, because
possible.
this line is doing
I would avoid
nothing
it
but
if at all
fucking
possible.
shitting on Missouri. So
Yeah, you can play
or
Greenville with
Missouri,
me.
Tennessee, and Kentucky. All it's doing is
Yeah,
just
the
sitting
main
there
storm
doing
I'm watching
squat.
is that Radar Hole 1.
So
Yeah,
over
Yeah,
definitely
you
Memphis.
some
can
60
finally
mile
play
per hour wind
Greenville with
gusts
me.
cranking up in
whoever
there.
heard of a
And,
line of
that's
storms
Central
not doing
Tennessee.
squat?
Me.
Well, to be fair, the morning round actually didn't do much of anything. Uh,
100%.
the
Hey,
AAR
dog,
shows a
come
Lots
violent
of people are
line
asking
going
about their
through
towns.
the
Lots of
southeast.
people are
Well,
asking about their
what's
towns. I'm doing
actually
my best to get
happening
to
is
everything.
completely
Hey, Jonathan,
opposite. So,
Oh yeah, I
come
don't even
to
hear them.
Florida. You'll definitely enjoy it
I
here.
still
oh,
haven't set up the
Florida's nice.
reversed.
No, it's not. It's hot as
I still
hell.
haven't set that up.
It's the
Hey,
only
you're talking over there, and look, guess what? It's hot over here too. Deal with it. It's even hotter over here.
No,
Here's what I'm looking
yesterday
at.
it was 102 degrees.
Dude, the other day it was 114 over here. Get a life.
We have a new storm report out of Murray,
It's hot as
Callaway
hell,
County,
brother.
Kentucky.
Nah,
You're
nah,
lucky
nah,
to be
nah.
up
We're
here.
further
It's
west and we're
hot.
getting more heat.
Wind damage.
No.
This was reported at approximately 4:17 p.m.
Bro,
Central Time.
y'all are farther from
power
the equator
outages
and y'all are
also
getting more
occurring
heat.
in the
What does
affected
that? That
areas.
doesn't make any sense.
It's
All right,
because
Like, what?
Mexico's mountains actually introduce more heat
Somebody
sometimes.
is
It's the
really
climate
annoying
down
What the
here.
heck?
coming into Paris.
But when
For
do
instance,
mountains cause
now
heat?
West Tennessee,
What?
60 mile
What,
an
when
hour
do
winds
mountains
What
produce heat?
happens is
Or
the
the
warm,
other
moist
day,
air comes
where he
over the
encountered 4 to
mountains of
5 different
Mexico
chasers
from the
just sitting in the middle
southwest.
of
It
the
goes
road
into
4 to
South
5 different
Texas.
times.
Paris, Tennessee
Every
right
time he'd
now.
pull up over a hill,
I hate
there'd
you.
be a
Yeah, that's
chaser in
gonna
the
be-
middle of the
move over
road,
towards
just
Big
stop
Sandy.
there.
Can I kill
He'd
you?
have to stop and
Can
pull
I
him
kill
And
you?
out.
Big
that's
Sandy.
Just a
100%
general
not
question.
Or
racially
then it
motivated. I'm
slam
telling you for
on
real.
their
That's what
brakes,
happens.
What?
around top of you illegally.
What?
A new tornado warning
That
has
stuff
been issued.
makes him
I said
really
100% not racially
Dalton, if you-
motivated.
The best way to do that is if
It's-
No,
find
you
that-
said
something, just
racially
give me a number.
motivated. That's what I
I
fucking
did
heard.
not.
Like a geographic location.
That's what I fucking heard.
It
fucking
happened
faggot.
I said it at the same time as a tornado warning. That's why it
Alright, here's
sounded
the
like
new,
that. Fucking
tornado
damn
warning.
tornado warning. Stop!
No,
Callaway County,
we
Kentucky.
should
Fuck! There's like, what?
I've
Fucking.
got an area
There's
code
7
down
tornado
in
warnings. Yeah,
Concord.
stop! Fuck!
Hey Jefferson,
New
looking
Concord,
battleground.
get ready.
Looking battleground.
Very strong area of rotation that's
Tornado
coming
warning
in just
for
now.
southeastern Callaway County in western Kentucky.
That's coming up to
Callaway
Callaway
County.
God
So Callaway
damn.
County, Kentucky, take shelter.
You
We've got
fucking
an area of rotation
traumatizer.
between New
I
Providence and
swear,
Concord coming in
you
for almost
fucking
23 minutes.
What?
Is that
He sent a picture of a dick in the fucking chat.
And in
No, that's a
Kentucky.
dog nipple, you weird ass.
No, it's not.
Very small new warning
Crazy
there.
storms
Yes,
going
it
on right now.
Still
Let's
over
check back
1,000
in on
big
our friends
Yeah.
south of Nashville.
Is that you,
Everybody
Jefferson?
that's asking
No,
about
it's
that,
you.
Hometown, Nashville.
No, is
We're
that
not too
you?
worried about you with this
Looks like
one.
they're
But
gonna
you
let
No,
that
that's
no longer
you.
have
the
one there.
destructive severe thunderstorm
Nah.
that we're talking about.
That expires
I
in
got a
I
fucking
can't even
strike
fucking
soldier.
do anything
And it's
anymore.
got
Here,
baseball
Bitch.
Here, I'll
size
tell him to
currently
wake
hitting
up for
places
you.
like
I'll tell
Boston.
my soldier to wake
Next
up
in
for you.
line
Hey,
is
dude,
Franklin.
wake the fuck
It's
up.
getting baseball
Still looks
sized
good,
hail.
but
And
damn.
up to
Far from
70
radar.
mile per hour winds. This is a
That's
destructive
probably why
severe
it looks good.
thunderstorm
That guy's trying
coming
to
into
kill me
Davidson,
eventually.
Hickman, Murray, and Williamson counties in Tennessee.
Ryan, quick pulse
So we've
check from the
seen 3
viewers.
tornadoes up
Tennessee
here,
is
one in
definitely the
Paxton,
main
one in
area
central
of
Illinois,
concern in the chat right
and one
now,
west of
particularly
Davenport.
across the west and middle regions.
And
We're
we've
getting a
seen,
high
what,
volume of
4
messages
still down
from
here?
numerous towns with folks reporting rotation, trees down,
Thinking this will
hail,
likely end
and
up being
I
a
don't think I'm
regional
having
tornado
a
outbreak by the end of the day.
bad up
Jackson,
there, but-
Paris, and the
Most
Nashville
likely.
area.
Columbia. Columbia, you guys are fine right now.
Excuse me.
We are definitely
Jesus.
watching the Columbia area.
Got a
The big
new,
storm that we're talking about right now is
mesoanalysis
to your
here.
north. But there will eventually
See if
be a
that
storm
has
that hits
really
Columbia.
increased or not in wind
And we will
shear.
be the first to let you know about that as it comes in.
They never fixed that mesoscale discussion, by the way. It was never fixed for me, so I never got to read the actual discussion. Let's see. Yep, wind shear has improved over western Tennessee, but might be too late now. Seems like it might be too late. Mississippi. Let me see. I'll go see if Reed has anything. See if Reed has something here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to see it. Yeah, there's actually a chance that might be a tornado on the ground there in Mississippi. That's on this storm. Reed might have a tornado on the ground. No longer going to be tornado warned here in Louisiana. That expires in 20 minutes and then continued a tour possible severe. Still out here in Illinois, there's really nothing to look at. Not a lot of rotation anywhere. But still, those tornado warnings going to watch for a potential tornado to drop, especially on the one over Paxton, Illinois.
This is a network of cameras that you guys can watch in the WeatherWise app. If you're following along in the WeatherWise app, you just turn on the
four
Hascams layer.
prefrontal storms
see
right
that.
now. 4 main prefrontal storms.
And of
That
course,
one in
Storm Chaser Brad
Mississippi
Arnold
and
is out
Alabama,
there.
the border there.
And we'll see it from his
Reed
point of view
said
as
rain
well
wrap
as he gets
tornado on the
closer.
ground.
So
The
yeah, get
one
ready in
in
Cherokee and Smithsonia for
Central
2-inch hail. We're
Tennessee,
talking about lemon-sized hail.
seems like that
and
is
60
no longer
mile per hour
warned.
winds.
This one here in West
We
Central
got a new
Tennessee
considerable severe
could drop
thunderstorm
a
warning
tornado at any
in
moment, and the one in
Louisiana. So we've
Southeast
got a
Tennessee
strong
looks
storm
like it is
coming out
probably
of Sterlington, moving over towards
done
Bastrop,
tornado-wise.
Morogue, and Oak Ridge. This is going to be for 1.75-inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. "18 minutes left on our tornado warning in Callaway County, Kentucky. Stay sheltered out here in Callaway County, Kentucky for the next 18 minutes, and otherwise we're going to be fine. We've got 33 minutes left on our tornado warning for Benton, Carroll, and Henderson counties in Tennessee. The rotation is still there as it goes past Holiday towards the areas between Waverly and Camden in Tennessee. Take shelter.
All right, guys. So while we're waiting for the connection to
33 more
improve,
minutes on that.
this
So these
thing-
storms
17
still,
minutes
now
left on the tornado
supercell
warning for
storm.
Washita
It's starting
and
to get
Union
a
Parish
very
in
impressive
Louisiana,
hail core.
and then 17
Notice,
minutes
look how
left
it's
on
kind of
the tornado
increased
warning for
in size.
Iroquois
South
just
of,
in the past
and Ford
15, 20
counties
minutes.
South of
in
Nashville,
It
both
is
of these
Illinois.
really
little
ramping
areas
up.
of
It is an
rotation.
almost perfect environment
Have to
for
keep an eye on that.
tornadoes.
That is your
We
destructive
And then
severe,
actually
by
in
the way.
Chickett County,
potentially a
Arkansas, there's
Southwest
funnel
of
earlier,
Nashville.
potentially a tornado, but it's still
That's
severe
gonna head
warning.
right
They have
towards-
not extended the tornado warning just yet. They do have a tornado possible tag on that severe warning. That just means, okay, they're saying, okay, I mean, it's basically what it says. There's a tornado possible with this storm, but I could see them reissuing that tornado warning here. If you look in the top part of the screen, see that red up there? That's the inflow coming into that storm. That storm has got very healthy inflow. That's winds that are streaming into it and helping kind of loft some of that hail. And that's why we're starting to get some bigger hail with this. So heads up, Cherokee. This is all in, I believe this is just crossed into Alabama. So this is headed right at Florence in Alabama, and very far northwest corner of Alabama. And that is where we're tracking the storm. We got lime-sized hail at least. So that's 2-inch sized hail. And once the connection comes back, we're going to go right back to these guys. Thank you all for joining us here. Once again, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Thank you, everyone that's donated in the chat. Thank you to all of our new members. And just giving everyone an overview, too, of the broad situation as we kind of continue to track this storm. The storm that we're on is still severe warned. And then if we zoom out and just show you the big picture here, we've got a total of 9 tornado warnings that go all the way down into Louisiana and Arkansas even. And then we've got, of course, those storms in Mississippi that we're tracking. And if we go a little bit further to north, we've got tornado warnings in Tennessee. We've got a total of 2 or 3 warnings now. One just was issued. We did have a warning earlier in Kentucky. And then if we go all the way up into Illinois, we've got 2 tornado warnings up there. So that just shows you guys this is what a possible tornado outbreak looks like. That's why we had tornado probabilities. That's why the Storm Prediction Center had tornado probabilities all the way up into Illinois. So heads up if you're in Illinois, Heads up if you're in southern Indiana. Heads up if you're in Kentucky. This outbreak goes well beyond just our storm. But we did just get a tornado warning for our storm. Hold on, let's zoom in here. So they just...
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Speaking. Hold on.
And
So they just
he's going to be in Muscle
that
Shoals
tornado
here in the
warning
next
for their
few
storm.
minutes.
So what that means is, and this warning is actually a little bit to the
And,
south.
so
this
is Reed
this
Timmers,
storm's
the
gonna
Dominator.
taking a hard right-hand turn. We see the guys coming back, but just want to
Why
show you
have
this
these
warning.
guys
Notice how it's
chosen
a
to be
little
in
bit
your
further to
town?
the south. This storm
Because they
is
think they're
starting
gonna see a
turn
tornado
into
there.
that good air.
So,
And,
I'm
so
not
just
telling you that
south
to
of
scare you. I'm telling you that
Cherokee,
to
just south
hopefully
of
get you to
Florence.
take
This
this
is all in
seriously as the
northwest
storm gets
Alabama,
closer.
where this tornado warning is. You need to be getting to your safe place. Let's go back. Actually, hold on. Connection. Got to get the
So
Domometer.
this is a live look at Storm
Brian,
Chaser
how's the
Brad
Domometer
Arnold, who
looking?
is on the chase near Cherokee, Mississippi
All
right
right, let's
now.
go back to the guys.
So he's going to try to kind of pop out in front of this supercell and really show us what this thing's got. If he can get in front of it.
Oh, perfect timing. Hold on. They're back
He's probably going
again.
to have to go through some large hail to get it. Speaking of large hail, new severe thunderstorm warning up here for Champaign
Brian,
and
we're gonna have to
Piatt,
get, like,
Piatt counties in Illinois.
We can see it all done.
We do have a
Once
severe
again,
thunderstorm
guys,
warning here. This is where
this new
Richard
tornado warning
Sample
we're
is.
showing
He's giving us a
on
live view
screen.
of the storm right now. You
This
can see that
is
above my
straight
head.
off the counties.
While you can see more, get ready for
we've got
1.75-inch hail. It's golf ball size hail
Sheffield,
coming up
Russell
towards
Shoals,
Mahomet, Thomasboro, and Grand Coulee.
This is in south central Lauderdale County, northwestern Alabama, southern Colbert County.
All right, let's go back to our cameras down here south of Nashville. Let's go look at the storm that's coming in south of Nashville.
This thing is
We're just now starting to
this
get
is a supercell storm that is
some of the
by
strong winds
itself,
coming in here.
and that's what you look for. We talked about that yesterday about storms kind of being on
Are
the
we,
dance floor. You
what are
wanna
we
be,
feeling like
wanna
in
have a dance
Franklin right now?
contest
Is
with
it coming
just
down
you
yet in Franklin?
and everyone else
You should have some
separated
pretty
from you.
significant
And that's
winds happening
exactly
right
what this
now
storm
in
is.
Franklin.
It's by itself, nothing to get in its
And
way
some
except
large
for its
hail,
own,
too.
its own processes here. But
This is
tell
what
you
it
what,
looks like
this
right
is
now in
a
Franklin.
very
This is
healthy
what you can
looking storm.
It's not
expect
popping up.
That
over
is
the
in,
next little
once
bit
again,
as it goes towards
northwest
Nolensville.
Alabama.
Once again, this severe thunderstorm warning is it
And
was a
this-
destructive
go ahead,
severe
Brian.
thunderstorm warning. Now it's a considerable
Still,
severe
weak
thunderstorm warning, as we do
rotation there.
expect
Just did
that we could
upgrade this
potentially
one.
see
The hail in this is
Camden.
now
Issued.
golf ball.
golf ball size.
A new
Oh,
tornado
it's all
warning
Kentucky
has been
now.
issued.
Okay,
Imagine
well that's
a golf
why.
ball falling right on your car or on your head.
Yeah.
That is
okay.
what we got falling from the sky here. It's about
So
to
that's
be
the
in
rotation
town
that's
of,
currently tornado
Florence. And,
going into Northwest
Smithsonian,
Tennessee. I think that's a new warning that just got
eventually
issued.
into Lehigh
Right
or
there.
Layton here in Northwest Alabama.
That's really good
Next
rotation.
in
That
line
could
here is
easily
going to
drop.
be the Nolensville area,
And,
and
heads up
then
to
of course we
Nashville,
can't forget about
Western
Arrington
Tennessee.
and
Tornado warning
places
for
you
like
got
Rock
Central
storms
Stewart
coming your
County
way,
in Middle
up
Tennessee.
and
the
down that
strongest
line.
part of the
County in
storm is
Tennessee.
about to hit Durham
and
Manor.
It's your
William
new warning
Durham
for the
Manor.
storm.
Kentucky, we did have a
Sam
warning
was
ready.
earlier, so
talking about.
gotta have
And
a head on
whatever
swivel
you
this
do,
afternoon.
whatever you do,
And,
Franklin,
we've also got some traffic
Right in
cameras
here.
that we'll show you
Please.
here as we can pull
Don't
those
park
up.
under this
But the storm
overpass.
is going right over
So
top.
that's going
Not
to
a good
go
idea,
towards
okay?
Big
Somebody's
Rock,
going-
of
somebody's
some
thinking about
traffic
doing
cameras,
it.
so we'll
Dover,
pull those up.
in
don't.
Northwestern.
Look at that. Look, there's
Tennessee
already
and
people
team
slowing
come
down. They're
back
like, should I park under this?
Oh, hey, Legacy, I was
But
just
notice,
talking
guys,
about you.
I
look
think
how that
not.
storm's
I think it's
right.
best
Severe
if we
off to your
don't.
west
Look at
for
that
some,
notch.
I
Look at
can't
that-
tell you
see
what
that
to
pretty
do
big
with it.
hail.
If you want my
That
opinion.
V is called what we call an inflow
All right,
notch.
here's a look at that storm
like I
coming
always say,
into
guys,
Florence.
notches
It
make
just keeps
NATOs.
looking
Yeah,
more
I
and
don't see
more
rotation with that
gnarly as
anymore. It
gets
really
closer.
all
storm, you can see that
dissipated.
on the top corner of the
There
screen.
was
that bright
rotation on
red.
it for like a scan or
Circle it
two,
right in
but
here. And actually we'll
it all
switch,
dissipated now.
Let's go ahead and switch radars here. See that bright red right in there? That is some very healthy
All right, let's go check
inflow.
out that new
It's in the
tornado
upper
warning in
levels,
Stewart
though.
County in Tennessee.
And
see
that's
it.
helping it ramp up.
So
in
that
a
one's
big
we've
still
got a
way.
upper
very
level rotation.
significant
It's
storm
pretty
coming
heavy.
together here.
Right? It's Cape is Gatorade for
closer
storms.
to the surface,
So-
nothing. So it's an upper
in
level
Stewart County,
mesocyclone.
and it is producing some rotation here west of Dover and near Fort Hyman. That's moving
Go
over towards
to
Bumpus
the
Mills and Big Rock and
analysis
Indian
radars
Mound.
here, so that's still in a
So
good
take
spot.
shelter now if you're
Still
in
in a good
Stewart
spot.
County, Tennessee.
move
That's going
this
to go
to
on
the
for the next
Nashville radar.
25 minutes.
See see if we got this one.
Yep, we're about to
Memphis.
lose our view of
Yeah,
the
we're
base of the
still
storm
using
coming into
Memphis.
Cherokee, Alabama. The forward flank is flanking us. We're getting plumb
And
flanked.
this in Illinois, we're still using this for now.
This is the
Everything's
storm that's
gone
probably
expected in
about to produce
Illinois.
a tornado.
No development
as
out
it goes
in
towards Muscle
Southwest or West
Shoals.
Central Indiana
So
or
we
East
just lost
Central
our best
Illinois yet.
view of it.
Still just the main cluster we were expecting. That's definitely different for Tennessee. Things are not going how we expected in Tennessee. Main line is significantly weaker, but it is starting to strengthen. It is starting to strengthen there.
But man, that's a strong storm that's hitting Cherokee right now.
Yeah, our line's really beginning to strengthen here. Still a big gap in where I thought our main risk was going to
All
be.
right, let me try to gather my
And where many other people were thinking
my
the main
thoughts
risk
here.
would
I'm
be
gonna
too,
get a
but it's
pulse
just
check
simply
from
not
the chat.
playing out.
This is,
So
if you're new here, don't be
glad
freaked out.
the
It's a little robot that reads
National
the chat
Weather
and tells me
Service
what's up.
Storm Prediction
Sometimes it
Center
says
didn't
weird
pull
stuff.
that
Pause the GFS
moderate
run
risk
real
this
quick,
morning.
Ryan. Chat's laser focused on Columbia, Tennessee, and Franklin, Tennessee, getting absolutely pummeled.
This
plus major
risk, I
concern
think,
for
is
the
really
Florence,
underperforming
Muscle
now.
Shoals, Cherokee area in Alabama, and Camden, Tennessee, with siren reports. Clarksville is still a hot zone, and those beloved NOAA radio outages continue to be a trending topic. Oh, and the pronunciation police
Clarksville
are out
radar?
in force.
Yeah,
Chickett County
that would
is
be a good
apparently
idea, huh?
Chico, and
I
Mahomet,
might just have to
Illinois
get a
is
full new
Mahomet.
radar site
Just
for that.
saving you some future corrections, champ.
Chico?
I'll open up a third
All right,
radar.
all right,
or no,
got it.
a
Thank
fifth.
you.
This is the fifth one.
All
I
right,
promise I
Ryan.
can count.
Got a great one here
I
from
promise.
Jacob B. He's clearly doing the math, pointing out there are 118,000 of us watching right now. And get this. He says if every single one of us pitched in just $10 to the Y'all Squad,
I just
we'd
that
absolutely smash
PDS
that
severe, by
weekly
the way,
goal.
was downgraded.
Love that community spirit.
Yeah, Jacob B.
It just got
thank you for the
re-upgraded.
kind words, and thank you for all the support, everyone.
it just
I'm,
got
working on getting
re-upgraded
everything
back
together
to
here so we can track this
2.75
storm
inch
as it
hail.
goes over towards Muscle
A
Shoals.
new
PDS
PDS
severe
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Radar
We've got an area of
indicated. Last time
rotation
it was
right here
observed.
south of Cherokee,
It was observed by a report
moving
last
over
time.
towards
Now it's
Highway 72.
radar indicated.
Brad Arnold, storm chaser Brad Arnold, is on that storm right now, and we're going to put him up there so we can see him.
And radar holes
All
are
right,
just
I'm going to
so
put him up in
annoying.
slot 1 because that's where
They make it
this
feel
is the
like there's
storm we're kind
nothing
of
to
most
talk
focused
about
on right
when
now.
you
It's got
have so
the
many
best chance of
warnings.
producing a tornado in the
We
near
literally
future.
have 6 tornado warnings, and it's
So get ready for that over there in
difficult for me to
Florence
do an
and
analysis
Muscle
on any of
Shoals.
them
We also have a tornado warning
'cause they're all in radar holes.
continuing for Lawrence, Lewis,
Literally.
and Maury counties in Tennessee
They're all
for
in
the
this
next
radar hole we talked
22
about.
minutes. This is moving up towards Columbia.
Right
So
in here.
Columbia, Tennessee, you guys
It's
are
1,
under a
2,
tornado
3
warning
there,
now.
and then
Um,
4 there.
Earlier,
and
we
then
we
5
were in the
there,
clear. I asked you guys
and
if
then
it
our
was sunny
6th
out, and you
one,
said yes.
We just
So
lost
the
one,
sun's
so
probably down
only
now,
6
but
now. Our
what's
6th
happening
one
is this storm is
not
approaching.
so much in a
and,
radar hole.
all of the sunny, warm, humid
But
air to
the
the south
problem
of it
is
is
we're
what's
having to scan
actually
through a
fueling it.
full-blown
So
near
get
3-inch
ready
hail
in Lawrence,
core
Lewis, and Maury
to
counties in
scan the one
Tennessee.
that's not
Take
fully in a
shelter
radar
for the
hole.
next 22 minutes.
A new tornado
See
warning has
anything,
been issued.
Too
And this
scary
one is
looking
coming
on,
out of a radar hole, so this one's going to start being
velocity.
It's starting
But
to
this
get
could
easier
wrap
to
up very
scan.
quickly as it gets closer to Columbia.
So we're going to be able to watch one of our 6 tornado warnings. Really, only one of them is not.
You know what
Just
I'm
got a new
afraid
tornado
of,
warning, by the
Bub?
way, in Illinois. This is for
You know what I'm
Iroquois
afraid
County,
of,
Illinois.
Bubbas?
We got a
Still
tornado
What?
warning
bugging
for
up there,
Cissna
top left.
Park.
One of these
There you go.
times,
Tornado
one of those
warning
storms is
for
going to be in a
Yes,
radar
yes,
hole,
this is in a radar hole,
and it's going to
Yep.
come out of that radar
Central
hole,
That's
and
in a
we're going to
radar hole.
realize it's a
Illinois.
violent
that's
to
moving over
That's
towards
a
deadly
Cissna Park,
tornado, and
Fountain
it's going to be
Creek,
an
and
instant
Pitkin.
Being
tornado.
spot
Iroquois
there.
County, Illinois, take shelter
what?
now.
Fountain Creek.
One of these
Fountain
times,
Creek
I have a
East Central.
feeling that one of these times, one of
Let's
these
go back
storms is
to
going to
Illinois.
come
Washington
out
County,
of
Tennessee,
a
where
radar
we're
hole,
gonna have a tornado
and it's
warning
going to
for
end
the
up
next
being a
21
massive
minutes.
tornado.
Stay sheltered there around
It's
Camden.
very far away, so it's probably not that active.
That's what I
And,
hate
yeah,
about
the
radar
Mount Pleasant
holes.
storm,
One
that
minute
one
you
looks a
think
little
it's
bit
not even
better.
on the
That's
ground, and
still
then when it
really
comes out of the
really
radar
far.
hole,
Still,
bam!
nothing too
It's a
crazy
big
with this.
wedge.
There's
That is a
no
bit better.
life-threatening, like major giant
find
tornadoes on
out
the ground
the
right now. We just got a
horrifying
couple of areas
truth.
of rotation that we're
And it
really
doesn't
keeping an
show
eye
much
on.
rotation there.
Our most dangerous storm.
And that's what
still,
I'm thinking of
believe
what's
our
happening
most
in
dangerous
northern
storm right now is
Alabama
the
right
one
now, because
coming
I see a
in
big
to
hook in a
Franklin,
radar
Tennessee,
hole. But I
baseball
look at
sized
velocity,
hail.
that looks like
It is
shit.
Back down to
deadly,
6 warnings,
especially
it
But
when
it
doesn't
it's flying
fly
obviously
around
around
at
is
the
not
same
speed
just
of
shit.
70
It's
miles per hour.
obviously something, but we can't tell what it it is. But thank God Reed Timmer is on that storm. Because if he wasn't on that storm, I think we wouldn't even know if there was a tornado there or not.
So this is what that
Let's see
storm
here.
looks like right now, south of Nashville as it comes through.
This is what happens when you have a shit ton of fucking radars down for no reason. Except maintenance. Out of all
We
fucking
have a
days,
confirmed storm
they
report
decided to
from
do
Ashley
maintenance
County,
today.
Arkansas. An emergency manager reports 1-inch
Okay.
hail approximately.
They could have
20 miles
easily
south-southwest
rescheduled it
storms.
too.
I mean, that's-
This was
It's,
observed
a bit
around 4:07
complicated.
p.m. Central
I
Time.
could see
It's
why a
not
lot
that
of
damn
residents
hard
in
to
that area
reschedule
Should be
fucking
aware
maintenance.
that 1-inch hail can cause
Yeah.
damage to vehicles and property.
Dang it, Dalton! I don't have a way to search. I have no idea where that is. Yeah, I don't have that. Is that one where
I
we
can get,
click
you
and
know,
there's two?
Nashville, their maintenance was already underway.
I
I
mean, it's
can
not
get that,
extremely
but the people
complicated,
that
but
weren't already
I
under
could see why a
maintenance,
lot
they
of
could have
people don't
easily
know it.
rescheduled and helped us out with better radar coverage. Like, there's a fucking radar just north of this supercell that's down
Okay.
because of
Yeah, we
maintenance.
definitely gotta work out a better
45%
way to
wind
do that.
risk.
There's a radar
Because
that's
there's no
down
way.
right here,
I
would
like
just
right
spend the whole
next to
stream
it.
just-
I'd be
just looking
pretty
for
shocked
stuff.
if that's able to verify.
Guys, thank you for being here. Make sure
If
you're
this
sharing the
whole
stream.
line is
We're
able
just
to
at the beginning of this.
intensify,
I
say
think
this
we're,
line is still here,
you know,
right?
we're probably going to see an
But
uptick
we
in
need
the
that line to get
activity
longer.
here
If that
over the
line
next
can get
little bit.
longer and last
So
for
please share
5
this out
more
there. Let people
hours
know that
through
we're
the
providing
entire
free
or most
weather
of the
coverage today, not
45%
just
wind
because I
risk,
want
then
our
it would
numbers to be
verify.
higher, but because sometimes, especially on a day like today where the weather
But
radios
most
aren't working
models
out there,
indicate that line is
the
going to start to
information that
die
we're
out
providing here can be life-saving if it lands in somebody's
as soon
lap
as
that wasn't
6
expecting
o'clock
it.
or
It's you
7
know, there's some people
o'clock.
out there that are not even expecting
6
severe
o'clock
weather
Central,
today.
7 o'clock
If they can
Eastern.
just have a little bit of a heads up, we can help them out here. So that's what we plan on doing as the storm continues to go over towards Smyrna, Laverne, and
If
Murfreesboro.
models keep on that might be a bad thing. Because models are saying that
We also
that
have a
line
tornado
will
warning
die
continuing for
out a
18 more
little
minutes for
earlier than
Lewis and
initially
Maury.
NAM is
expected.
doing
It's like
horrible
5,
with
6
the
o'clock
placement of this
Eastern.
line.
If
And,
it
we're
does
keeping a
that,
very close eye
Absolutely
on
horrible.
that might
the
be a bad
situation down
thing.
here
Because
because
if
this-
it
the
turns
rotation
into
is picking up.
supercells
Plus,
and there's
not
enough
doing
wind
much
shear,
better,
all
though.
hell might break loose. That may
Not
not
doing
be
much
such
better
a
with
good
the
thing.
HRR.
We've got a great view of that, by the way. Dash cams number 8. Look at
Another
that.
considerable
This is a
severe in
live look
Kentucky.
right now of the
None of these warnings
tornado
are
warning
observed.
storm
Like I
that's
said,
heading up
really only
towards
one of
Mount
them
Pleasant.
isn't in a radar hole.
This thing is about to drop a tornado. It looks like. So once again,
this
if
one
you're
is starting
if
to
you're
get
living,
outside of
if
a
you live
radar
in Mount
hole
Pleasant
here.
right now, that dangly bit
Hopkinsville now
at the
needs
bottom of
severe
that
for
storm,
70 mile an hour
that
winds. So
is
this
going to
line,
be right in the middle of
it's
town
strengthening.
here
We're starting
within
to
the
get a few
next
more
5
severes
minutes.
for 70 mile an hour winds there.
Man,
Cold
there's so
front
many
is
people
still back in
stalking.
here, so we've got a
There's
long
so
way
many
to
people
go for
on
our
the
risk.
WeatherWise
These
app right
storms
now
are
watching
very
these.
slow.
We
Very,
need to
very
make
slow.
it to where people in
I will not be
WeatherWise,
live
like,
for the
can-
entire
can
enhanced
vote and be
risk.
like,
That's
Ryan
just
needs to look at this
impossible.
camera. You guys can all help us find cameras because I know that there's a bunch of you that already saw that.
There's a very
We
low
can-
chance.
I mean,
I'm
we're
live
talking
for the whole
full-on
enhanced.
grassroots effort here, y'all.
Yeah, same guys. I'm not gonna probably be live for the entire enhanced race. I don't think this is worthy of a full live coverage. This is just ridiculous. Almost every fucking risk is either almost failed or completely fucking just puttered out like a fucking wuss.
I
Yeah,
think
look here,
Lucky
there's-
School
there's
gets out in very early
226
June.
Avians watching this right now.
Looks like they're not going to continue that tornado warning. Expires in 16 minutes. They just continue to severe for an hour and 1 minute.
I'm gonna sit here for just maybe a second. We're gonna need to go a little bit.
I mean,
east.
hell,
Also,
at
we
this
have
point, I wouldn't
absolutely
even
zero
consider
fixed
keeping
wind
a
here, so
fucking
that's-
60-40
that
tornado
could be a
watch.
limiting factor, but
So we're at
I'll
6
be right back.
tornado
Little
warnings,
jet cranks up a little
none
bit later if we
observed,
get something going
and
on,
we
but
are
it's
at
gonna be
26
the outflow
severe.
dominant.
Hey, we got Jefferson.
Brad
Excellent.
Arnold
Let me
is
back in here and
specifically,
put all the
Jaden?
talking
medics
about
in. Yeah, what's
the,
up?
I
the
would say
storm
I'm
down there
getting on,
moving
but
into,
I might here in a minute.
Florence, Alabama.
I'm currently
so the one
live
we're
on
looking at
YouTube
here
because severe weather,
from
but
this,
here's the
camera
thing.
is it's
The
coming
risk
from,
is
weekly,
basically
Brandon
doing
Wilson,
Tennessee
nothing.
North
looking north towards
Chattanooga.
Mount Pleasant.
Well,
And
if you
that's
can
how we're
join,
seeing
join.
it,
If not, that's
not
all
a
right.
random
I
cell.
just the announcement
That's
I
the
sent
cell
out
that was
about
the first tornado
attendance
of
is
the
just for
entire day.
everyone to
Yeah,
make sure that
if
everyone's.
So
if
let's
this
go
risk
aware.
That's
continues to
not a
die like
random
this,
cell.
I'm gonna end
south
my
of
stream.
Florence,
I'm
we
not
do have
gonna
a
be able
tornado
to.
warning.
I'm not gonna
We've
sit
got
here
a,
and
very strong
wait for
storm
That's
this
coming
risk
the
out of
storm that produced
Cherokee,
the first
moving
tornado
towards
today.
Muscle Shoals.
sit here and act like a
And it
fucking
is
baby
rotating.
because it clearly it's.
Brad
It's a,
said it looks
look,
like
there's
it
a
might
10
be
sig
becoming
tor,
outflow
10
dominant,
10
which would
sig
mean that this part
for
of the storm
currently on
kind
a
of
two or
chokes
more
drying out.
off
tornadoes
the
to be
inflow
strong.
area.
None of that's
Doesn't allow
happening.
warm, moist air to get
If
into the
anything,
storm,
the
which would
line
Good
of
news I
storms
have
that's
for you
supposed
is
to be
there's a
strong
lot
the
of
going to the
process of
southeast is
tornadoes.
basically dead.
So if that
There's
happens,
Yeah, but
still
yesterday was
free
definitely your
falls,
field
that's
day.
the bad news, but the good news is there's
Oh
a
yeah,
lot of
yesterday was a fucking
other
storm chasing
storms
field day,
Yesterday was
especially in
Two.
This is a
Arkansas.
live
Two
view of what
tornadoes,
that
bro.
looks like right now from Brad's.
There was more than
Well,
two tornadoes.
if you can join, join. If
competing
not, it's
cells.
all right.
All
But
those
we're
little
gonna
cells are also
probably get
competing
started
with
here in
big
about
cells.
10
You
to
know,
15
environment.
minutes anyway.
I
We're just
might
getting
have to
everything
disagree
set
with
up.
Brad a little bit here because
Yeah,
he's
I'm
looking
gonna
at radar, which
probably
he
go
is
ahead
on the
and end my
ground.
stream
He's
because I'm
there
not gonna
in
sit here
person
and
looking at it. You know what I mean?
waste
But
my fucking
looking at it
resources
on
on a
radar
storm
here,
system
it
that's
does
not gonna
look
do
like
squat.
it's still trying to pull in.
No, I
Yeah,
will.
it's
Yeah.
still, I think
But
we're at
and
4
I think you
tornadoes.
already.
So
I
we
think.
don't
Are you
wanna- we certainly don't want to.
Our main risk area with 3.
Are
I don't think
you
it's
Wasn't saying this, but
whitelisted?
we
Yeah,
don't
I
wanna,
don't know if you're
disregard
whitelisted,
this
I
so
storm.
I'm
should
gonna
be.
have to.
We need to.
We'll see.
you
Yeah,
have
see
to-
if you can join the game, and then if not, then I'll just
We're
whitelist you.
only
Eventually.
3 hours
Arkansas
into the
remains in
stream,
that
and I
West
already can't
Wales,
talk.
then.
That's how you know that
All right, so we
we're
have two
running low on sleep.
AOPs.
Anyways, we need to stay in our